walk away with this win as we start off here. One of the newer stages in the
Go ahead, mid-season starts now. Go ahead, Duke PJ.
And we're starting off versus one of the highest octane South American teams. We're taking them to the smallest stage in the map rotation. Quite an interesting choice on the side of Dovah and Wubz.
Well, we are seeing that vector. It is on Dovah. I was trying to catch because there's 3 people with a bow, but I was trying to see who has it. It is going to be Dovah. Ends up getting caught by his teammate there with that side signature.
Yeah, and overall, it looks like the red team so far having a bit of a lead. The Nair will catch Wubz there. Dovah almost getting KO'd off the top. And the recovery coming out from Wess. Nice weapon toss from Vem covering that horizontal. Wess will pick up a KO off the top there and almost getting it off the weapon toss off Vem. Sidelight into recovery does not connect. The landing side air from Wubz disarm has to pick up a pair of battle boots there. But a side air will meet his end. And the red team with a stock lead apiece on both its teammates here. Oh, a little bit of interruption there.
Man, that was such a risky play on Dovah's part. He went for gravity cancel neutral signature away from the wall. Actually got caught by Vem's gravity cancel neutral signature, but just a little bit of wire crossing there, and unfortunately they weren't able to convert that one.
Recovery coming in there from Vem, and we see Wess continuously trying to find KOs off the top there, almost getting a signature connection, but a bit of wires crossing there as we find a bit of some team damage and no conversion with the end light into the breakdance, but that signature will close out that stock nonetheless, and we're 4 stocks or 2 stocks apiece for everybody, but Dovah much so worse for wear there as Vem Tankilo able to find the connection on Dovah with that signature, and Wubz now into 2v1, weapon toss into D-Light, recovery to get some space, and all things considered, blue team fighting a little bit here, but the red team could pull away right now.
Yeah, I mean, the lead the red team has is there, but it's a little small. Really, eyes are on Dovah right now, sitting on that last stock. Red team, though, they're not going to hard focus onto him. They have done it in the past. They have hard focused an opponent to get him out, but instead, they're kind of just playing standard 2v2s for now.
Pick up from Vem there. That's going to be another signature connecting and a bit of a combo there. Already getting disarmed is Dovah into the orange here on his last Wubz. Almost getting KO'd there into the team combo there. Nice interruption from Wubz with a down air, but Wess will get the slam dunk and the double KO going over to Wess. The first one of the mid-season mainstream goes to Wess's Teke. 2 down 6, 2 stocks and Wubz in a 1v2.
Oh man, Wubz with a big commit. Gets caught by that down air, but the red team not able to convert that into an easy KO. Another gravity cancel side signature attempt from Wess, but a nice ground pound. Wubz not going out without a fight.
I always like to preface it as like, if Wubz wins this, it's the greatest comeback in Brawlhalla history right now, but if the Spurs can go throw 29, anything's possible.
Anything really is possible. Wubz just has to hold on. Okay, goes for gravity cancel neutral signature. He will manage to get that wall touch.
Very important to not play hero ball here as either of the red team members. They have a game plan. They know they can win. Signature combos is the name of the game here. Looking for the end light to set up. It'll be a side air instead. Wubz with a GC N6. The down air will meet Wubz and a D-Light into Nair, into the down air. Down air doesn't connect, but Wubz still can make it back as Vem gets the down air into the stage. GC side sig and a bit of a flourish for the 3-stock for the South American team.
Yeah, I was going to commend Wess there. He had a good read on what Wubz was going to do. Wubz went for a gravity cancel on Wake Up, and Wess actually jumped to avoid it and then had the punish. But then he went for kind of an awkward punish with that gravity cancel down light in air, wanted that extra damage just because Wubz wasn't too damaged. But Wubz was in sweat beads, so I kind of wanted Wess to just full commit, just send him far, and then worry about the KO. But he had the teammate in the back, so didn't have to do anything too crazy. Yeah, there's that Nair that I thought was a little awkward, but great pickup from them.
I think they saved Wubz twice there.
Yeah,
because he was sweat beads for most of it. But we go right back here and
2, 1.
I don't know about the Jikoku pick. Like, this is so incredibly difficult to keep the pace with this red team here so far. And you're already seeing as Dovah gets sent off stage without a weapon. The down air comes in. Dovah with sweat beads. Ground pound hits both blue team members. A bit of a clash there. Them with the ground pounds hits Wess in the process. Dovah makes it back, but he's into the red already to start off this game. Finally picks up a weapon and he doesn't get any reprieve. It's D-Light into side light into recovery. Vem is completely running down Dovah. Dovah with a rocket lance is trying to find any footing on the stage, but a ground pound meets him with the GC side sig. It does not give him a chance to make it back. Wubz takes red amounts of damage in the process of trying to save his teammate, and the red team are completely taking over.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about the momentum you can build up on Jikoku, and red team definitely building up that momentum. Wess able to come back safely. Dovah gonna try to survive here, but he's just kind of caught in the blender still.
They're so incredibly fast so far. The ground pound comes in from Wubz, so that'll be a nice retaliation KO there as the N6 to make it back to the air from Vem, but Wubz winning out that exchange with it. Into the ground pound as Wubz completely posterizes Vem Tankilo on the bottom of the left side of the stage.
Yeah, that was a fantastic just solo edge guard. Dovah was there for threat, but really that was all Wubz on that edge guard on the left side.
And a big pickup there. Nice interruption from Wubz. The side light coming in and just interrupting as much as possible.
Dovah still in that awkward spot, so incredibly damaged. Yeah, that side air will take him out. Webb's going to get taken out by that neutral signature. Still, red team with that lead.
And Wess again with another double KO. That's 2 for him. Both of the first 2 for midseason have been on the side of Wess. He jumps up there with the sweat beads and still fighting even in sweat beads with that nair on the battle boots. I mean, he's just a constant threat, I mean to say, on the stage. The side stick will come in. Nice pickup from Wess there. Sideline into side air, into GC, sideline, side air back in the stage. Nair into recovery. Wubz getting hit by a 6-piece, and it's not over yet as Dovah loses his stock in the process. And the down air into ground pound puts an end on the blue team's game. Wess is all over the place.
I really need a replay of that final moment because Wess, he got the read. He had him all the way off screen, but then decided to bring him back on screen, and I wasn't sure if that was because Dovah had that weapon toss that maybe helped out Wubz a little bit more than Wess wanted.
This is where it starts here. You miss 1 signature, that's 4 hits. Weapon toss interrupts 5 hits. Chase dodge forward, nair recovery, that's 7 hits. Sidelight into GC D-light whiffing into down air ground pound. 9 hits to lose that stock. Incredible from Wess.
Yeah, some fantastic boots play. It actually was Wubz just managed to dodge through Wess. Wess recognized it, so we turned that around and just kept the pressure going. But we are back onto Jikoku. You already said not a big fan of this map at this point, considering Wubz and Dovah have lost on it twice, but they want to go for the 3.
Oh, and Bem gets underneath Wubz, and Wubz will get dunked. He'll make it back to the stage here as Dovah tries to fight back on the rocket lance right now. A down air into ground pound. Ground pound doesn't connect with the down air. Nice damage, nice signature there, but wires crossing once again for Wess and Bem as they ease into this LAN environment. Sidelight into recovery will not KO off the top, but that weapon toss into recovery won't either. D-light into recovery from Wess onto Dovah. Dovah again losing his first stock in the entire game for game 3. All games so far, 1, 2, and 3 have been Dovah losing his stock.
But credit to the blue team, they've managed to build up a little bit more damage onto the red team. Wess could get taken down soon. So, that weapon toss, lucky, but didn't last for long.
Runners coming in, Dovah with sweat beads. Wess actually hitting his own teammate there, expecting a corner landing from Dovah. That's a nice pickup there. Again, Wubz taking quite a bit of damage in that spot. Nice interruption, but actually a bad one because his own teammate.
That was a little awkward. He kind of just stole that KO from his teammate there. Like, that was all on Wubz to get that one.
Recovery into recovery from Wubz, and Bem going for a GC haymaker off the top, trying to find a way to close out his stock on Dovah. Again, a bit of team damage, but interrupted by the blue team members. Not allowing your teammates to make, or your enemies to make mistakes there. A weird drop from the down sig will interrupt, and a recovery comes out from Wess as Bem is still on his first stock. Wubz getting hit by the weapon toss there. GC D-light will get interrupted by the recovery, which will finally KO Bem, but Bem was on his first stock still in that spot.
Yeah, that was like at least 3 times where Bem got to see his life flash before his eyes, and then the blue team kind of just saves him. Huge team combo, can only grab 1 with the down sig, but the ground pound will KO Bem. Blue team with a real possibility here. And that's going to be the KO. As the DI up from Wess was not enough to keep him alive.
Incredibly good open up from the blue team, able to isolate one and then find the 2v1 combo on the right side of the stage, and the blue team now has an opportunity to win this game as they are up a stock on the side of Wubz. Dovah is the most vulnerable on the blue team once again here, but nice little combination there. That's going to KO, and Wess is out of the game as Dovah and Wubz are able to find a miracle here as they get 3 uncontested team combinations to find 3 KOs. GC sidelight coming out from the side of Bem as Bem looks to try to find a KO on Dovah and make this a 1v1, but the blue team was such a big lead here. Sidelight into recovery, now 1v1 Bem trying to make something happen here with the side air onto Dovah. Dovah will dodge above that side air, and again a 2v1 ensues. Charging up the signature is Wubz, as Wubz is really trying to fight a way to close out the stock on Bem as Bem is fighting back. Sidelight there, down air coming out. Dovah jumps above it, nair hitting Wubz there, another end light there to separate the team again, and Bem is still in this game. Side stick coming out, no punish there as Dovah only gets an unarmed recovery, but that side air might finally be the end of it.
Still managed to get that wall touch. Vem was doing such a good job just beating both blue team members. Manages to get up, but Wubz catches him, and that will be the KO. Blue team on the board.
We got our first crowd pop of midseason as the North American crowd here.
1 brawl.
And Wubz and Dovah attempting the reverse 3-0 over seed number 4 of the bracket, coming in at seed 13 here. You'll see us start off. Bem, nice nair there, hitting Dovah. Again, the isolation on Dovah so far as he's been picking up this rocket lance and kind of getting punished for it by these faster, more limber weapons in the gauntlets and bow. That's going to be a nice conversion there. Wess with no recovery just goes for a nair, doesn't find it. Wubz trying to punish with his own recovery, does not find that one either.
All right, a little bit of a split there. Nice interrupt this time. Dovah getting Wubz out of that signature. You see Wubz sitting high. Here's the team combo. Dovah gets caught, and he will get KO'd off the down sig.
A nice little team combination here, but nothing that the blue team haven't seen before and haven't come back from, especially that game 3. It's a big confidence booster here, of course. Coming in with a big side sig is Wubz, but not enough to KO Wess. Bem opting to kind of run away from his teammate there to try to get a bit of space from behind, but it doesn't work out as Wess loses his stock. Vem trying to find a KO onto Wubz will just disengage from that situation. Recovery will meet the high recovery on Wubz, and Vem once again is your stock tank for the red team.
Yeah, he is so incredibly healthy right now, but at the end of the day, the blue team knows if they get those team combos, that's like the big target right now, but they gotta keep Dovah alive as he gets sent flying high into the sky by Wess.
Weapon toss down into the end light from Vem, and we see a bit of a signature exchange, and the D-Sig does trade out with the side sig. Side sig doesn't connect, D-Sig will. Vem holding onto his first stock, still side light into recovery, does not get the punish there, as Webb gets a bit of a nair, but no recovery to punish Wess off the top. And the red team again trying to leverage this lead on Vem, as Vem still stays healthy here.
Blue team actually doing a really good job of taking advantage of the damage on Vem. Unfortunate that Dovah got caught. You saw Wubz trying to interrupt, trying to hit that recovery, but he was just a little bit too late there.
Oh!
Great pickup from Vem for the KO.
Vem off the top, punishing Wubz, mashing out of disadvantage and getting a big open up off the top of the GC light into side light, weapon toss recovery. And we see now a big swing for the red team here as they look to close out this set off this big of a lead. Side light into recovery into GC, side light into recovery. Weapon toss goes high. Wess going for a recovery as well, stalling out to the top side of the stage as Wubz gets hit by his own teammates, down sick, and gets disarmed in the process. Dovah now trying to run and create some space. A recovery comes up. GC end light from Wess trying to continue that juggle. Side light into Nair, into side light, into recovery on the side of Vem, and a side air comes in as well as a Nair from Vem hits Dovah, and Dovah will be the last stock for the blue team and the last opportunity, but it doesn't look like it's possible right now.
Goes for the GC side signature, burns his dodge for it. Easy team combo, but Wess gonna interrupt. Doesn't even matter. Dovah knows it's done. He is gonna fall, and that's gonna be a 3-1 for Wess and Vem. Hammer, spear, strong in the 2 space. Obviously, we talked about cannon, and then sword can't really go wrong. It's really like the scythe and the chakrams. I'm very interested to see how they do.
Looks like Flower's going to be starting off with the weapon here. Dragy on the sword as well as he gets hit quite in the hair. Quite in the hair. Quite high in the air is what I meant to say by the side of Darwin there. The Nair sending him away there. Nice end lights from the red team as they control a lot of the space on the wall right now, and the blue team seems to not really have a method to get back on. It's a lot of fused chakram here so far from Darwin, just using the big discus of it all to get those hits.
Ooh, side sig will catch Flower there, who was trying to land down, manages to dodge to the ground pound. Flower could turn this around. The Nair with that stage spike is going to give Flower the first KO.
Yeah, and right now looking at Teke, he's kind of, feel like a little bit deer in the headlights in some of these spots here, not really wanting to put himself off stage and get in the way of what Darwin does, but at the other times you also need to be there for insurance, at least ready to assist your teammate to get back there. Very avoidable Gimp if he puts out a hitbox for him.
Yep, instead he's going to get caught by that neutral light. Unfortunate that red team was able to convert that to a KO, but on the right side, Darwin trying to get this edge guard onto Dragy. Dragy manages to get past him.
Light there gets immediately interrupted. That's going to find a KO onto Flower nonetheless, though. Light into downer. Dragy's going to catch both the blue team members, but we'll get Teke with the down air there. Weapon toss into the side sig. We see a bit, or sorry, side air there. And another signature coming out, and the side light, not enough to KO here. Even fuse, but the ground pound will KO, and that's going to be the blue team now for the stock lead.
Ooh, Teke unfortunately gets caught by his teammate there. That neutral signature going to take him out. All things considered, things relatively evened up. It is going to be Darwin on that right side trying to hold on.
Side air there from the side of Darwin here on the lady here, of course. End light into D-Light side air. Flower getting knocked away off stage, so he can't follow up with the signature.
Manages to catch that side signature onto Teke. And so far, blue team getting into that red spot. Dragy the healthiest on the screen. Recoveries onto... Oh, he got them both.
That's big, and now Teke able to follow up off of Dragy, but there the KO effect, I mean, I couldn't really see where Dragy was recovering, but it actually works out in his favor as he makes it back there. Jump side air, that's going to be Dragy getting sent off stage. We see Darwin trying to go for that fused chakram ground pound. We'll see a split chakram now coming in from the side of Darwin, getting a bit more air. Just side light there, immediately interrupted, but a big pickup there. Side light into end light, no conversion, recovery coming in from the side of Teke. Weapon toss as well, going for the side air onto Flower. And the blue team just kind of slowly nickel and diming their way with these dual-wield weapons.
They're just trying to find that damage wherever they can. Nice pickup, side air on the side of Teke, and the weapon toss to avoid Flower, who's going up there for that high recovery.
Insect comes out, no connection. Nair there, weapon toss kind of interrupts, but Darwin gets another Nair in the process. Inspiration, I should say. This side air is going to send Inspiration a little bit farther off stage here. Oh, that side air barely connected for Dragy. That's going to find a KO onto Teke. And right now, as Darwin gets rushed down here, it could be very scary. D-Lighting the side air comes in as well. Nice open up for Dragy onto the side of Teke to get a bit of a juggle going. The blue team members dodging on the right side of the stage. And Teke comes out, no connection. Down air lands there onto the side of Dragy as he hits his own teammate in the process, though, so he can't capitalize too much. Side air will catch Inspiration.
Okay, right side, Inspiration currently unarmed, no weapon spawns around. Comes up, nice downlight into the recovery. Teke might be able to get some good damage here. He'll get the KO onto Flower. Flower is out of here. It's all left to Dragy.
This would be a quite big statement game for the blue team here, with one member not even having a PR in the Q space. Downside comes out into the down air, not ready to follow up is his teammate though. Enlight into the GC side light, and the blue team make magic happen here as they're able to take game number 1.
That was a very coordinated plan at the very end there. You saw it was Teke who threw his guitars away. He was like, I'm gonna just set up for Inspiration on the right side. Threw him away, hit that neutral light, and Inspiration was there. Gravity cancel side light, went for the heavy, the active input to make sure that was a KO.
Yeah, and I really thought that that game was going to get kind of blown open by the red team, especially with that very early KO on Inspiration. But it ended up working out for them here as we go right back to Small Fortress of Wubz here.
Like you said, man, it's the nickel and dimes. The blue team, they're not coming in here with high strength, but instead they're just finding those little bits of damage wherever they can.
Side light there from Teke. We're trying to go for those side lights into down airs, and we see a fuse chakram here on the side of Inspiration as he does a very good job at early damage utilizing it. Dragy with a bit of an edge guard there. Ground pound will not connect. Side air will connect, and that's a big reversal of the side lights and Dragy off stage. Sweat beats come out into the signature. Dragy does touch the stage though, so you get all your resources back. Inspiration with an opportunity. Teke actually wins out his 1v1 versus Flower, and both the blue team members handling business in big ways. Side light into the side air there on the side of the blue team, onto the side of Dragy, and the down air almost enough to KO off the bottom. GC side light comes in, avoids the anchor drop into the split there to close out that stock. That was insane.
Inspiration able to get that finisher onto Dragy. Dragy with a great play going for the anchor to get that wall touch, but he went a little too low afterwards, and that was Inspiration to get the KO, and that's a nice lead here for the blue team.
Yeah, this fused chakram is something that I don't think anybody thought of in the juice space, but I don't even know what it's kind of like rocket lance, I guess, a little bit. It holds you in place a bit and then sends you quite far away. Down air there. Weapon toss from his own teammate to save him. Inspiration holds a stock, a bit of a half pipe there as Dragy gives the dodge that Teke wants, but Teke does not pull the trigger. D-Light into down air will not KO. D-Light into side air will not KO either. The red team still needing to rack up damage here to close out these stocks.
Falling down air from Dragy, ends up eating some damage from his teammate. Falling down air again, wants to take out Inspiration, but it's Teke who comes in, hits that neutral signature, keeps the scrap going. Side sig, and a weapon toss will actually help out the red team in that position.
And still holding on to the stock is both Teke and Inspiration, as they're completely running through this match right now. Side air comes in, side light into side air will not connect on Flower or Dragy.
No punish though. There was a slide charge on the side of Teke against 2 red team members, but they are so damaged. They are playing this very carefully. Teke's still sitting on that first stock.
Slide charge signature there from the side of Inspiration. Will connect into the end light, but the end light doesn't fully connect. The recovery comes in, and that's a big double KO, and that's going to be Inspiration losing his second and the first on the side of Teke, and the red team retain a lead or gain a lead here. It shouldn't last for too long here, but the blue team could find some struggles in this Lady Vera and a Suri pick.
Man, that was such a good play from Dragy, putting the bow on that gifted stock from the blue team. And that's what put them into the lead right now, but it is a small lead. That side light almost taking them out from the right side.
And a bit of pain for the blue team as they're struggling to find these raw hits to find a KO. The Nair will not KO off the top, off the wall there. Another Nair from Flower disengaging the blue team and splitting them up. Side light will send Teke off stage and force a dodge. That's going to be the recovery to close out that stock, and right now this edge guard is big here. Can you find the Nair? Yes, you do, but it does not KO Dragy in the darkest red I've maybe ever seen on anybody here. That is going to finally KO a Nair off the bottom for the side of Teke to shut down Dragy.
And again, stock tank being Teke right now. He's holding it down, but it'll be Inspiration if the red team decides to capitalize. Try to just collapse onto him, take him out, and go for the 2v1s.
Teke is looking so good right now. He's completely winning out these 1v1 versus 2 very formidable top 8 placers in the 1v1 space. He's making it happen right now.
Flower just finding some errant hits. He really, I feel like, hasn't been able to show up too much, but a nice side air from Dragy puts Teke onto the final stock alongside everyone else. They're not going to go off stage. They're respecting Inspiration. He's got some of the best off stage of the North Americans.
Really hard to contest too, because if your teammate gets hit by a side Nair and they chase dodge away from you, it's very hard to interrupt. You might get hit in the process as well. Endlight there is going to be big, and Teke's going to find the stock onto Flower off the right side. He wins the 1v1 Endlight into the stage, into the dash from side air, and Teke is on a roll right now.
That was such a good play because that was such a like a not standard setup. There was the hit towards the wall, but Teke was ready for it, dashes off and hits that side air. Really good stuff coming out from him. And like you said, I feel like Teke has just been kind of dominating his 1v1s against the opponents.
Yeah, and it's he's okay. So Teke's actually going to be playing, or sorry, someone's playing Super Strength there. Oh, it's actually Inspiration.
Okay.
So Inspiration is going to be opting away from the 2-strength Vera into the 5-strength Vera. That makes sense why the split's working there. The split chakra, the fused chakra can be very bad in the low strength.
If it's Super Strength, that'll put her up to 5 strength, which makes it pretty reasonable to work with. Right, back onto the stage, 2-0 advantage in favor of Inspiration and Teke. Gravity cancel down, Signature tries to follow up off of it.
Yeah, that'll send inward, so if you get hit by down air, ground pound, your stock might be gone. Nice isolation there from the red team as they get a full conversion, even with the weapon toss coming in from the side of Inspiration. Down air into recovery will not get hit by the red team, or the red team will not get hit by it, I should say. Down air there, sending Inspiration high. Teke trying to pick up a weapon, the red team trying to control that space. We'll try to put out a sidelight to interrupt, but Teke picks up the sword nonetheless. Down air sending Dragy off stage. Another down air there, and now Inspiration in a great spot. Very scary spot, but they both make it back, and Flower just puts out some stomps to make it so that Darwin can't refresh the resources so easily.
That was such an uncomfortable edge guard there because Flower wasn't sure if he could go in. Teke's on the right side just watching as it's all going down. And Flower's like, do I move to help Dragy, or is Teke going to come in?
Inspiration fishing so much in those spots with those nairs. I mean, very haphazardly throwing those out, getting punished by his stock. The recovery does come in, forcing the respect there for the red team. Dragy's able to put up a 45-degree angle hitbox there. No conversion as that one will drop from the end light, but a big side air will find almost a double KO here. Just one hit, but cannot find it. Flower can't find the wall either, though, with that down air. And that's going to be a double KO going to the side of Teke.
Story's saying the same. Teke still holding on that little bit of extra, that stock for the blue team. They got small team combo there, still finding some damage. Inspiration reaches a little too far with that down sig. This could be big for the red team, but they don't find that hit.
Down air coming in there, that's going to be a big opportunity, but able to save his teammate there is Dragy with that sword recovery. Signature goes all the way across the stage, but no one falling for those tricks. Up there, it's going to be a side air disarming Flower. Flower getting hit by the sidelight into down air. Dragy now forcing Inspiration off the stage as well as the sword players are dominating this game. Sidelight to keep Dragy away. Inspiration picking up a fused chakra into the side air for some damage. Side stick comes in, no connection. Big side air from Flower. Inspiration barely avoids it there, and the recovery comes in, but no connection. Dash jump side air to call it the jump. Dragy now having to go over the side of Flower, but it's not enough time as the ground pound comes in to close it out. And dragging in the 2v1 now as both the blue team members go over to the left side of the stage, and that signature trap from Inspiration works out, and now both of the red team members potentially on their winner side stocks.
Yeah, blue team just looking so dominant right now. Even if they take Inspiration down, he's still got another stock behind it, and Teke is barely damaged.
Right into down air there, a big pickup. Flower going for the ground pound. Inspiration with the D-Light there. Side air sends Flower off stage. Teke looking to follow up. No, they both make it back to the stage. Dragy D-Light side air separates the blue team. Inspiration likes that, though. He likes these 1v1s off stage. Looking for the end light there. We'll find a chase dodge away. Teke with the sword online. Side air gets hit, knocked away. Dragy will knock away Inspiration, but Inspiration still with the stock to work with. So does Teke.
Not wanting to risk the off stage against Teke there. Teke with a deep slide charge.
The dodge gets beat out by that recovery. Great placement from Dragy there to disarm Teke in the process, but I don't know what's going on right now, but everyone's getting mind controlled by Inspiration. Just a human flashbang on the right side of the stage. We'll find a KO there with a side signature and one stock away. Dragy will have to put this team on his back in order to continue on in the winner's side of the bracket. That will KO Teke, but Teke with another stock to work with. Split there into the nair recovery. Will not fully lead into much. End light there off of the side light, unarmed from the side of Teke. Dragy going for the ground pound, side air into the wall. Split down air into the nair. Nair won't connect. Nair from Dragy to get some space, but it might just be too little too late right now. Dragy will need to get something crazy on this cannon to really be in this game, but the side air will put an end to it, and Inspiration and Teke with a big upset, a player with no PR coming in and taking out a highly seeded team in the bracket. And we have all of the picks locked in. The Deviljin versus Teke will be the team comps for both teams as we get to Small Fortress of Wolves to start off game number 1 of a very hot top 16 set.
Mirror match in picks, but the red team starting off strong. Wess and Vem, a little miscommunication there. Wess thought Vem was going to launch him to the right. You saw him drifting to the right side, sends him back, and Sig. Wess trying to get that follow-up down there, but not able to find the hit. A little bit of damage came out from the blue team to interrupt that one, but they are still getting caught up by this red team blender.
This is going to be a very big opportunity for the red team with this big of a damage lead. We'll find a KO onto Mounir, and that's going to be the first strike there over the side of Wess.
little slow there on Dem's side. Could have been a KO onto BalloonBoy.
Ryder comes in there, looking to get that extension with those side lights. Side light into wave recovery will catch BalloonBoy and lighting in the corner. And the blue team still struggling to find their footing here as they've racked on a bit of damage, but Mounir getting that down tick there will not be able to KO. BalloonBoy will lose that stock versus Wess again as he gets both. And Mounir trying to go off the top, will find it. Vem chases high as well, and BalloonBoy will meet Vem as he tries to land, avoiding that downer there off that platform from Mounir. Though as the ground pound comes in, Vem trying to capitalize. Mounir with the side air there. It's going to find that KO, and Wess and BalloonBoy engage in an offstage bout here as it's now a 2v1 offstage. Light into Cider into BalloonBoy. Ground pound does not connect. Vem going for a big N6 there, getting sent into the wall by the side air. Side air from both the blue team members, but that's a big downer. But a bit of a team damage there as Vem catches Wess with his own side air, and that down tick will interrupt everybody. They all make it back to the stage like nothing happened. Wess loses his weapon. Vem with the side light into recovery will close out that stock.
Nice big read on the side of Vem. Once again, red team, they're just kind of reading each other sometimes. Vem will get that hit, and then he'll read one direction. Wess goes that direction, and the opponent ends up going the other direction. It's just a little unfortunate situation there.
Down tick comes in, but BalloonBoy getting the very edge of that scoop. I'm sure Wess was shocked that he was getting hit by that one, even as somebody that's so familiar with this team caught BalloonBoy getting a nice big pickup there. And that's going to be Mounir interrupting his own teammate's launch angle with that downer. Saves him for a moment there. Recovery won't KO, so it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, that was a really good decision from Mounir to do that quick down air. Bow neutral light, not quite enough here. It's going to be that neutral light from Wess to get the first KO onto the blue team's. Well, no, sorry, not first, but to get that KO there.
Compound coming in, avoiding as much as he can. That's going to be a big downer. BalloonBoy getting sent low there. Mounir without a weapon, and Vem will meet him as he tries to downer into the wall. A ground pound will meet him, and now a 2v1 ensues as this is a 3-stock-to-1 lead here.
Yeah, Vem was just kind of hovering above Mounir, waiting for him to make that commit. Here's a big team combo. Wess not able to catch that brief moment where BalloonBoy lands onto the stage.
ACD light coming in there, recovery as well. BalloonBoy will get the reversal, but that's going to be a big to close out that stock. And Vem, Kilo, and Wess, who's South American, one of your South American representatives, taking out game 1 from the cross-region team in BalloonBoy and Mounir.
That was actually a really good down signature at the very end there. I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, you just did a down signature. But we saw at least twice in that game, the down signature that goes off stage has like no force, and deep red people will survive. But Wess managed to find just enough of the stage there for the bounce for that KO.
Yeah, just really, really great play in general. Being able to kind of bait your opponent into getting a little bit too aggressive. I think that's something that Wess and Vem are able to do. It feels like the matches are on fast forward, and they force you to play that way, and no team really can keep up with a pace like this. It'll have to be a complete try to change here as Wess get hit quite a bit there in the early exchange for the blue and the red team, as both blue team members get juggled there by the respective nairs from both Vem and Wess. Jumping and avoiding, D-Light will catch the corner there, but Wess will get sent off stage in the process. Both the blue team members now hovering over the left side of the stage. Wess with a little bit too much fancy movement there. He's going to actually lose his stock in the process, and BalloonBoy will capitalize with a signature combination. Mounir trying to get a side light into the cider into BalloonBoy. The downer will connect anyway. Wess in a bad spot. Downstick comes out. Downer coming out as well, but he'll get an air. BalloonBoy getting sent low. He makes it back. Wess with a side stick gets interrupted by Vem's side stick, who hits his own teammate. And that's some wires crossing for sure by the red team, and the blue team now with such a big lead. Yeah,
Vem was trying to counter punish there. Wess had that side signature connected, but Vem ended up only hitting Wess again. It's just those awkward moments where he's trying to do the right play, but the blue team makes it the worst play possible.
Recovery's coming in as well. That's going to be a big side air now. Another Cider coming in. That's going to be a big conversion into the signature, but gets interrupted just in time for no knockback. Cider sending away. Oh no, it did get knockback, but Mounir is so healthy on his second. BalloonBoy still on his first.
Yeah, this is looking real good for the blue team as they put Wess down to his final stock. Neutral air from Vem still not going to be enough to KO. Neutral stick going to miss, and the follow-up there from Mounir leads to another KO. Red team in dire straits here in game number 2.
Yeah, a complete 180 here of momentum. Vem goes for the big ground pound. Mounir getting the ground pound of both red team members. Down stick comes in. Vem with no opportunity to make it back. The recovery comes in, but a big ground pound from Wess into Vem's down air. A big side light from BalloonBoy to save him, but Mounir gets ground pounded anyway, and the red team capitalize and force Mounir on his last. BalloonBoy getting juggled, but a GC side light into recovery off the top will KO Vem as the N6 comes out, and Wess now in the 2v1. Side light into Nair. BalloonBoy in a bad spot. Side air comes out. Mounir not looking to go off stage. BalloonBoy with sweat beads. Wess will close out that stock, but it's still a 2v1 here for the blue team. Wess with a Cider on the swap over to the battle boots here.
That was a tough call on Mounir's part on whether or not he wanted to help BalloonBoy. He knew he had the extra stock, so he went for the safer play there. But I think a lot of people would have tried to go and interrupt that edge guard. Neutral light, weapon toss, not going to KO just yet, but the recovery will do it.
The blue team will get a bit of a crowd pop there as the applause come in for the North American and EU team, the cross-region team.
Well, I mean, you know, it's BalloonBoy. He's got a lot of fans in the crowd.
Bread Mafia, shout out Bread Mafia.
He's got his Bread Mafia jersey on. We already got, there's 2 Bread Mafia boys in the crowd as well. I turned around, I saw them.
Boys representing. They'll see a game 2 win for the blue team here.
That was such a good pickup there for BalloonBoy because the red team wanted that vertical KO to try to get things down to final stocks, but instead BalloonBoy just flipped that on its head.
Yeah, and that looked really good. Like, you know, I think BalloonBoy and Mounir, we could all expect, like, all right, you know, they might play kind of wacky, but they look like a comp that's, or a team comp that looks very confident with each other. They look very comfortable. They look like what a normal 2's team will look like. Yeah,
they don't look like there's any growing pains from that cross-region stuff. Instead, it's just like, yeah, we're a standard 2v2 team that's been playing 2s for a really long time.
And BalloonBoy and Raydish used to team a lot of Battle Boots connection there. So there's a lot of through lines for sure. D-Light into side air will send Vem very far off stage. Vem with the sweat beats coming out. Downer comes in from BalloonBoy. And sick from Wess trying to give his teammate an opportunity to get a chase dodge. Very smart, but just not enough knockback in order to send it into Vem's nair. Ground pound coming in there. Downer from the side of Wess. GC Nsig from the side of Mounir to make it back to the stage. BalloonBoy hovering on the left side as well. Big anti-air Nsig will send Mounir without a weapon off stage. And another Nsig from Wess, the Acno Slayer at midseason last year. Another dunk coming in from the red team.
Yeah, that was a good dunk. It got both Wess and a blue team member, but because of that grapple property, only threw that one blue team member. Now both blue team members sitting on the right side. Wess hits a ground pound, but the blue team's still holding on to that stock advantage.
Weapon toss coming down, and the recovery will find its mark there for the red team as we trade out stocks, and it's 5 stocks to 4 here in the blue team with a big opportunity as BalloonBoy sends Vem so far off stage, gets disarmed even on his second stock. D-Light into Nair will send into BalloonBoy's down air, but Wess with a GC Nsig will close out that stock. They both make it back now in a 2v1 for the red team, but a D-Light into recovery comes in. Sider keeps Wess away as well. Mounir the 2v1 winning it out. Another recovery catching Vem in the process. BalloonBoy going for his sidelight into Nair, sending Wess off stage, and the blue team completely blow open this game in the damage department.
Vem is in trouble. He's got to survive these, but the down sig almost gets caught by the side sig as well. Blue team looking healthy.
They look so good right now, and that's going to be a down sig that sends coast to coast. Not enough to KO there, but almost doing so. That's going to close out that one. Nsig coming out as well. And right now, both the red team members getting forced on their last. It might just be a 2v1 because he finds the side sig, and it's another one for Wess to try to make a miracle happen. But the blue team put an end to those dreams and an end to game 3 with a 4-stock win.
That was like a practiced 2v2 combo right there. The gravity cancel downlight to follow up there off the single hit, and then to immediately charge the side sig for the final KO. Man, what a play from the blue team.
He looked incredibly, incredibly strong there. And that's just one of those things that, you know, when you're able to get those, you know, confident combos and believe in your teammate and not like do the confirmed damage. Like a lot of times, if you're not really feeling your teammate, you're kind of just like, all right, I'm gonna get like a nair and a recovery.
Yeah, I'll just do a big side air, launch him, and we're like, okay, we got the damage.
Yeah, but we go over here to Wasteland to mix it up a little bit here. That's gonna be a big opener for the blue team already, who come out of the gate swinging again in this game. That's another pickup into a side air end light on the side of Mounir's Battle Boost and BalloonBoy's end light. And before we could even get the score bug up, a lot.
Yeah, a lot of damage has been put out onto this red team already. Mounir gonna catch Vem on the right side, but Wess trying to convert that to a KO in favor of them. Instead, Wess gets caught by the down air. Nice save attempt, but BalloonBoy's there for the catch.
BalloonBoy's crazy GC sidelight into the recovery to KO off the top, saving his own teammate as Vem onto Wess, but Wess closes out his stock as well. A double KO from the side of BalloonBoy, but gets shut down there. But Mounir so healthy on his first. I mean, he's barely in the orange right now as both the blue team members engage in a 1v1. Vem having to recover there with sweat beats to avoid. A big side stick comes in. That's going to catch Vem, catching his own teammate there. Sidelight from BalloonBoy, chases high with the nair as well. Tries to set up into Mounir. A recovery from the side of Vem to reversal. But right now, the blue team strings are all working.
BalloonBoy still getting some good catches there. There's the Nsig. BalloonBoy's ready, waiting for the follow-up to help out Mounir, make sure that launch doesn't go too far.
More team damage to the red team there as they get a nice 3-piece onto BalloonBoy to disarm, but eat a little bit of damage from each other. The nair comes out to give BalloonBoy enough time to pick up a bow. Mounir still on his first stock, and a down sig comes in to find that KO, and Wess has one option to make it back, and it's not enough. Vem now in the 2v1 versus BalloonBoy cannot confirm, and Mounir looks to put up another double KO for the blue team, and BalloonBoy and Mounir both getting double KOs here, and they're completely dominating. Mounir has yet to lose his first stock.
That's what I wanted to point out, man. Mounir's been holding onto that stock. Finally gets taken out there by a downlight nair from Vem, but they can't even take out BalloonBoy in the power play. Instead, BalloonBoy might take out Vem.
The downer doesn't connect there. BalloonBoy with no way to make it back forfeits the stock, and this game's now competitive. smelled blood in the water, man. He wanted to override
wanted
there.
it. Right side sig gonna miss, but a side air from Wess. Mounir just sitting on that right side, currently unarmed. Red team still needs another big play. They don't want to bring this one back as Mounir reads it off the neutral air, gets that recovery for the follow-up, and it's all left to Wess.
Again in this 2v1, but this one even more impossible than the last. The ground pound comes out, the last-ditch effort, and BalloonBoy puts an exclamation point, and the big win there for seed number 5 of the bracket to close out that set versus seed 4.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's left-right split, because that's Godly on top left and Ahmet on the right.
Yeah, because it's split down the middle. But nonetheless, we are here. Gotta get too small. Fortress of Wolves here as we have the Sidra and the Zariel versus the Moni and Mowgli and the Aang coming out of Marckiemoo.
Interesting pick on the side of Godly. He also has a very large character pool. I wasn't exactly expecting this Sidra. I mean, Bodvar, a fantastic pick in the 2 space, but we'll see how well the cannon does here.
Coming out as well, and Light, Marckiemoo getting a little bit of a spear here. Kind of cool to see him picking up a spear, you know, with Future Bubble not playing. He's kind of, you know, carrying that forward a little bit. Moni getting somewhat suppressed here on this Mowgli pick right now, because he is taking quite a bit of damage, and this Ahmet and Godly team are looking very good. And Light getting sent away. That's going to be a big end-sig from the side of Marckiemoo there, and avoiding that end-sig is Marky not jumping into that one, but as Light into recovery comes in, and Moni gets first strike with his greatsword recovery, so maybe he was warming up the jump into the recovery. And Light coming out from the side of Ahmet will find a KO onto Moni, but not Marky, and we have a very even game here so far.
Yep. Nice neutral heads coming out from Ahmet. Pretty safe move, comes out quick. Downlight on the side of Godly only hits Ahmet, but it's going to be the neutral light to take down Marky.
On that left side of the stage, Rapon coming in. Moni actually coming out with a big nair to interrupt both of the red team members' attempts to go for that edge guard. Light sending away as well into a side stick. Moni and Marckiemoo in a great spot here. Down air and the down stick coming out from the side of Moni, not connecting on either. Big 2v2 combo there. Down air into the end stick, only catching one, getting the slam dunk onto Moni, and Moni gets put on his last in a clean team combo. And now another one there. Light into end-sig to close out that stock. And another one here. Down air into down stick into side air. Doesn't connect. Moni will get a reversal recovery, but that is a big open up there, as that's just the first stock off of Ahmet and the second off of Godly. They have a fresh stock lead on Ahmet here. Ahmet the stock tank for sure.
I love that 2v2 sequence that happened there. Godly have the sword, it's got the tentacle, which is a grapple, only grabbed one of the blue team members, and then they just repeated it where Godly got the tentacle again onto Marckiemoo afterwards.
And Light's coming out there, recovery as well. A big side air is going to send Moni in a bad spot. Marky will give a little bit more verticality and mix up their edge guard. Is that scoop but not score? I'm not too sure what happened there, but Marky avoids that end sig, and Marky sees the writing on the wall. Going to give that 3 stock over the side of Ahmet and Godly.
His 1 stock versus the 3 there, didn't want to challenge that one. There were some good plays on the blue team, didn't see them play too much, but there was one moment where I think it was Moni who did like a jump dare towards the stage, and then Marky covered high, so they kind of had that high-low, something that like just in that moment was really good for walling out. But other than that, man, the red team off that team combo, once they got that momentum, they just pushed it.
1, brawl.
We go right back into it here. Just no opportunity, no swaps either. And if you're the red team, not giving any opportunity to really catch your breath, is right now Ahmet getting a 2v1 combo with these gauntlets. Godly just waiting to play support with this cannon and to get a bit of a reversal here. As Godly taking quite a bit of juggle hits there. That's going to be a big open up as Moni gets disarmed so early on, and Axe is there to pick up. But that's something to note as a Mowgli. You have to be very careful with that. Air coming out as well from Marckiemoo here is creating a lot of space. Another landing there, but no really any connections here. And Moni already losing another weapon. He's on his 3rd in 1 stock, and that's just because of the fact that you have such low dexterity on this Mowgli. Big pickup there, D-Light into down into the down light off the side of Ahmet.
Okay. Got that pickup side air. Might convert to a KO here. Gravity cancel, down light from Moni will guarantee it. Side stick not going to hit on the side of Ahmet.
Comes in from Robbie, will find 1 KO here as both the red and the blue team have 1 stock here, or 1 player on both of their first stocks. Pick up there on the weapon. Recovery will close out that stock. Moni in a bad spot, but a bit of team damage is going to send Ahmet in a bad spot now. Down air, reversal, ground pound into the down air. He can make it back, but Godly gets the ground pound anyway. The ground pound still catches Moni. Moni with no resources. Marky getting a recovery there. They both make it back, and Ahmet almost closes out a very early stock on Moni, but they are unable to capitalize as Marky runs just enough interference.
You have just enough defense on that Mowgli to survive all those hits. He comes back onto the stage. He is incredibly damaged though, and that recovery will put him onto his final stock.
Down there coming out from Ahmet, kind of tempting Marky to try to go for aggressive option off the wall there. Recovery, no nair. Again, Godly without a weapon now, so chances for the blue team here, but Moni just so disconnected from what Marckiemoo is wanting to do, trying to create, cover the space behind Marckiemoo if they are able to cross him up, but just really not close enough to really assist in any way. Downsig will close out that stock. No, not quite. Recovery will close out that one, though, as Moni goes for the edge guard onto Godly. Godly avoids it by a jump into a side air, a big down air there into the Nsig. Nsig doesn't connect, but still Godly loses stock as Marckiemoo flies in to close out that one.
Yeah, I feel like Marckiemoo in this game has kind of taken the support role. He was doing a lot of spear nairs at the start of the game, and that time he was like, I'm just trying to follow up. There's that Downsig. Nsig not going to connect on the side of Marckiemoo. Got some good damage there, though.
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit quirkier, these signatures on the side of Moni here, especially because they kind of send like not just straight up side or up, they send in weird angles. That's going to find a KO off the top into the recovery. Right now, Godly getting caught by the sideline into recovery as the world champion gets it done there, the 1v1 world champion, I should say, and Ahmet getting forced on his last in a 2v1 now.
All right, here's the setup.
Sig into the side sig, this time into the side sig. That's going to send Ahmet quite deep into the red, but not enough to KO yet. But with no weapon, really no chance to get back in this game. That's going to be a big open up there. Money will let it rip, but will catch Marckiemoo with that finishing up active input.
Okay, just a recovery there. Ahmet still trying to play this one out. He knows that both blue team members are on final stock, so there is a world where you can get a KO.
Tries to go for the big and trying to call out Moni's landing there. Marckiemoo will set up an end light there without a weapon. It's going to be tough, and that's going to close out the game for Marcky and Moni as they take a game there with opportunities to put an end to the best team in EU as they even up the set going into game 3.
It's slowly starting to feel like a game of like who can get the team combo. Because what happened in game 1, it was the red team. They got 2 team combos and ended up pushing that into a W. That's what happened here in game number 2. Blue team was able to get the 2 team combos, ends up pushing into a W. So it really feels like just get your team combo. That's an oversimplification, but that's what it feels like right now.
Get your hits, get your damage, and get as much as you can out of them. You go right back to small Fortress of Wolves for game number 3.
Brawl.
Moni, Marcky, Ahmet versus Godly. Endlight trying to put out a hitbox in the corner there. Another Endlight on the side of Godly hitting Moni without a weapon. Does pick up, and finally everyone armed here. Ahmet tempting Moni to go high in the air there. We'll win out that air-to-air exchange with that nair. Side light waiting for the scoop. Nice pick up there. Godly able to follow up on that side air with his nair, but it's still fine. I mean, the damage is very even here so far, and you can disarm Moni very early. Moni without a weapon right now, and gets hit in a bit of a 2v2 combo almost, as they both get hit by that side light, just in different verticalities.
There was great capitalization on the side of Marckiemoo, though. He got that side sig and a neutral signature onto Godly, so he's making sure the red team doesn't get away with too much damage for free.
Right there, and light coming out as well. D-Light into the side sig, which actually does scoop his own teammate and closes out that stock there as Moni's able to follow up in 2 weapon tosses. And we might see a repeat of what we saw in the Inspiration Teke set, where they were, lost game 1 quite handedly and then just were able to win 3 in a row. Right now, the blue team looks kind of unstoppable with this momentum. We'll see an attempt there, but an interruption comes in, and even though you hit your own teammate, nowhere near enough to KO your own teammate there with that side 6 side air. We'll close out that stock. Moni on the stock tank, but a D-Light into recovery, punishing his D-Light, and a double KO going over the side of Ahmet.
Yeah, interesting decision there on the side of Moni. Tried to go for something quick with that unarmed play. There was a weapon spawn, could have picked it up, but instead want to go for something theoretically safer, but he ended up getting caught.
Some nair there, another nair from Godly, just trying to put out a hitbox here. Just wait, nice whip punish on that side line, but you see Ahmet come in and immediately punish Moni, going for a slower punish on the side of the axe here, getting disarmed again in the yellow only. Another pickup there with the great sword. That's going to be a nice 2-piece into the side stick, getting dash up side air punished by Godly there. And another side stick works out, hitting Godly and disarming down air into the double. Nice. Ahmet, no way to put out interference as he gets called out by Marckiemoo's down sig, and an end sig comes out as well for Moni, creating so much space, and a recovery will close out that stock. And they try to isolate it 2v1 onto Ahmet, but he wins it out with a D-sig there, and he'll hold on to his stock.
Down heavy on the respawn from Godly, puts that stock count back to even. Moni gonna try to hold on, but a downlight recovery will take him out.
Nair coming out there, Godly getting sent away. Ahmet going for that nair to punish Marckiemoo off stage. Just get a side air into the down air there, but a pogo at the deepest of hitboxes, and the 2v1 combo come in. Almost an NSIG connection there from Marckiemoo, but Moni was unable to set it up in time. And a big pickup there, the up active input, sending Godly high in the sky without a weapon. Ahmet fighting back on the stage with the moment. A side stick comes in. Ahmet getting hit. Godly uses the time to pick up a weapon. Ahmet getting hit by 2 side lights there from Moni. An end light comes out. Moni with an air onto Godly. And right now the blue team have complete damage control over this game. End light coming out. Ahmet without a weapon will pick up another pair of gauntlets. And right now the blue team keep running them down. And a side stick is all he needs to close out that stock. And the blue team have not let up yet in this last stock. And the nair comes in. Ahmet getting hit by the weapon toss. And just one more hit for the blue team will close out this game and move into game 4 with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Moni went for that safe weapon toss, didn't quite connect. Ahmet really trying to get a KO here, trying to steal one out as he's going for multiple gravity cancel side lights. Out in the open air, gonna be a tough spot for him, but he manages to fight his way back onto the stage. Once again, Ahmet wanting to try to play this one out, but he gets caught. Downlight side air.
And a crowd pop there. I mean, Marckiemoo very locked in. Moni there, you know, giving a fist bump. It's like, all right, you know, we're feeling it. We're feeling good here. Godly and Ahmet will have to rebuttal as they are in a set deficit for the first time in this set, as they won game 1 but haven't won yet in these last 2 games here. We're going to game 4 now. One more game win for Marckiemoo and Moni to get their top 8 here.
Yeah, and I really want to point out, like you mentioned it a couple times, is Moni has been disarmed. He is coming in here on that Omugi. I believe that's 3 dexterity, because he's also in the super stance for movement speed specifically. But despite all that, he still managed to get the weapon pickups every now and then. He hasn't been disarmed for too incredibly long, and I think part of that is the space taking that Marckiemoo's been able to do, especially like when he's got that spear, you're seeing him throw out multiple nairs.
Which is incredible to think about, because on an average stock for Moni, he's cycling through 3 different weapons, not by choice, but by the fact that you're losing your first weapon in yellow, your second weapon in orange, and your third one in red, and then you're losing your stock. So you're having to cycle between, you know, greatsword, axe, greatsword, or axe, greatsword, you know, whatever the combinations may be. And that's very, very interesting to think that the EU team and Ahmet and Godly have not capitalized in that fact, where they're able to disarm Moni. But like you said, Marckiemoo kind of fitting into a very supportive state in that spear to get that weapon onto the side of Moni, and it's very even so far.
Here we go, game number 4. Marky and Moni currently up 2-1. Immediate down signature on the side of Moni on top of Ahmet.
Side air there into the end light as well. Ahmet getting sent off stage, side light into side air as well. And Ahmet in a bad spot here, as neither of the blue team members can get any side air to stick. Godly going for a big ground pound there, not enough to connect into the side stick, into the GCD light, into ground pound. Ahmet goes for a ground pound there, but Godly gets it in the end. And the red team rebuttal in a big way. Side stick coming out from Moni onto Ahmet there as he gets another one into the side air, into the weapon toss. No connection there, and Marky trying to find the edge guard onto Godly, will flip it instead onto Ahmet with a recovery. And both the blue team members are unable to close out their stocks. Finally, an NSIC comes out, and Godly, knowing he's in a 2v1, puts himself on the right wall.
Despite losing that stock relatively early, blue team still keeping this one even. It's Godly who's in the deep red. He's the one trying to avoid getting caught here. It's the neutral light from Ahmet that keeps him on that stock for a while longer, but the neutral light from Moni will take him out.
Moni on his first still. All that defense coming into effect here, and Moni not even really getting disarmed by much, able to cycle through the weapons. Nice down stick there to keep him away. Side light there into the recovery. A bit of a hit there on some team damage to interrupt. Side air coming out. We'll close out Moni's stock. Marckiemoo avoiding that ground pound that Godly's been throwing out every time at the same timing and same spot. Blue team not falling for it yet.
All right, another side light into the recovery. Marky does get disarmed. He is taking damage pretty quickly again.
Right into down air. Moni getting sent off stage. Side stick comes in. Godly able to close out the side stick, the stock of Marky on with that side stick, and he's on his last now, avoiding the ground pound. Moni throws out his ground pound, but no punish from the red team. Side light into the nair. A bit of a juggle there. Another side light onto Godly. A dodge in place with an NSIC to follow up, but no connections there. Side air has to come in from Marckiemoo. An NSIC to flip it over to Godly. Haymaker comes in, but a side stick punishes his own teammate Haymaker, and Ahmet makes it back to the stage. Down stick coming in, and Marckiemoo will make magic happen on this spear and closes out that stock. Ahmet playing with fire off stage will beat a great sword in the end, and a 2v1 combo now as Marky's unable to pick up his spear, so Godly very confident he's able to hold over to the left side of the stage.
That turtle holding on to the stocks, that defense helping him out. He eats the recovery though. Now, all things even, red team not going to push the power play.
And right there, recovery coming in to interrupt Marckiemoo with a big edge guard there. Godly in a bad spot. Down air comes out, but a recovery does interrupt that one. Side light into side air. Marky with the pair of gauntlets in hand, looking for these edge guards and follow up. Side stick comes in to punish Godly. Down six, side air, and that's going to close out the stock. Godly loses his stock, and the blue team are one stock away from moving into top 8.
Once again, Ahmet left to the 1v2. He's going to try to clutch, but he can't do it, and it's going to be a 3-1. Moni and Marky going to continue on.
It's like they're going into individual one-on-ones. With these guys, they force a 2v2 no matter what. Looks like we're hopping right into it for game number 1. Mounir and BalloonBoy going to try and take out Zen and Hideaway. And so far, a huge team combo potentially to start things off.
Yeah, I was about to be an insane one right there. You saw Mounir just drop it at the top, but still, that's a lot of damage the red team is already able to get on to the blue. Now, Hideaway and Zen gonna have to fight with their back foot. Ooh, nice little team combo from Hideaway and Zen as well, though. On a little pieces of chances right there to maybe turn this back around. And speaking of turnaround right there, the double almost coming up from BalloonBoy. They're still now trying to get that onto Hideaway, but Zen already dropping that first stock. That's unfortunate.
Okay, so things are looking pretty good so far here for BalloonBoy and Mounir. Hanging on with that first stock. Mounir's going to see how much extra damage he can get. A nice little opening there onto Zen, but Zen actually able to get that first stock there with that sidelight recovery. And you can see BalloonBoy taking his time on the left side of the stage, really trying to make sure he can find his opening team combo opportunity. No, the interrupt from Hideaway.
Yeah, he's big chilling right now. BalloonBoy looking unhittable. He's been in this orange for quite some time. Finally gets down, gets hit by the Hideaway neutral light, but it doesn't matter. Just turns that right back around into another combo, and they are still looking to try and maybe get the stock off BalloonBoy, but it's looking a little rough.
Let's see, looking for that finishing blow onto Zen. If you get Zen down to his final stock now, it's going to be a really good spot for the red team to be in. You can see all this damage does not get unanswered. Zen's playing a great supporting role right now. They find the KO there onto Mounir and onto BalloonBoy as well, giving them a slight lead, but Zen is still in that deep red. One strong hit, and we have ourselves an extremely even battle here.
Yeah, now this is definitely the flex part of the game, man. You got these very, very healthy stocks, but 3 stocks on one side and then unhealthy stocks of 4 on the other. Those 2 could drop, and then the game just flips immediately, but it looks like we dropped 1. Now we're looking to maybe get this one off of Hideaway. Hideaway's trying to stay a little patient. Nice. Okay, the intake over the edge to make a little space for him, and he's back on stage.
Okay, there we go. D-Light recovery as well. Wow, right, able to pick that one up. Let's see who's going to come out on top here. Slight lead for the red team, but Mounir has to be careful. The blue team is known for being able to kind of erupt at any moment, especially if Hideaway is able to get that weapon, picks up that sword. There we go. Bunch of trading happening here, which is not in the favor of the blue team. But there we go. Mounir, huge opportunity. BalloonBoy a little bit in trouble. Mounir off the wall, not going to go for a follow-up. A little bit of team damage here. That's it.
Okay, just barely living. Mounir able to make it back. Still playing relatively aggressive, though. Even though he's down to his last stock, he's willing to still try to put some hits out here. Gets a little 2-piece right there with the sidelight recovery. Tries another one. Not going to happen, though.
There, no follow-up on that. BalloonBoy trying to end it. The recovery's not going to have enough juice, and there goes BalloonBoy. Has another stock here. We are going to need Mounir to hang on, and just barely that nair's not enough. He's getting hunted down. The recovery catches the lack of a dodge, and now BalloonBoy is left in a 2v1, but there's so much damage racked up here. We just have to find that weapon, but you know they're going to make it difficult. And they have those practice 2v1 combos as well, so if BalloonBoy gets hit even once. Okay. Ooh, that was once right there. I was scared for him. He could lose that stock.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely off. A good spot to get hit at. It was right off the stage immediately, but as you were saying, yeah, the damage is looking good. BalloonBoy definitely could steal these stocks quickly. Just has to stay away from these team combos. He's having a hard time of finding a solid hit on either one of them. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like where he's at right now. Finally gets out. Okay, that was close.
Yeah, he's fishing for recovery because that'll give him the guaranteed KO. Tries to go for a read there, doesn't get it. Hideaway, nice follow-up the team combo. Forces out the dodge with the weapon throw. This ground pound is pretty much guaranteed, and then they tap it in. Well played from Zen and Hideaway to go ahead and secure that game 1. BalloonBoy tried valiantly, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't even have that much damage either, so that was just an opportune spot for him to get hit, and then immediately you saw how they double covered the edge. He had the ground pound come out from the cannon, and then to really cover the early recovery, and then the D-Light ground pound to cover the late one. Very great edge guard from the blue team to go ahead and take this. You can watch it one more time here. Look at this. Boom. All right, if you did it early, you got hit, and if you did it late, I still got you.
Yeah, well played by Zen there, throwing that weapon throw at the beginning of the edge guard as well. Really limited the amount of wiggle room that BalloonBoy had for the mix-up. And then, I mean, it's like clockwork for these guys. The moment that they feel like they're in a solved situation, they just execute. So hopefully game 2 goes a little bit better. We're back on the Fortress Alliance, but we'll see if it's enough.
All right. Game 2, man, right back into. I mean, that was still a solid game, all things considered. They were in the deep red. If there was just one hit from BalloonBoy from either one of them, they probably would have went past that blast zone. So now, though, he said, you know what, let me make up for lost time. Almost got a stock early. We're still looking for it. Just a big scramble here on the left side of the stage. Everyone managed to get back, but that was still super scary for, I think, Hideaway, who got dunked way low there. Oh, pick up. That's going to be enough. Let's go.
Shout outs to Mounir right now. I feel like popping X Factor a little bit, putting on so much pressure, but more importantly, not being afraid. You see that movement on the platform from Mounir, dashing between, reversing his momentum, and getting those recoveries, securing that first stock. And look, not scared yet again to go off stage against Hideaway.
That's the thing, man. Mounir never looks scared. It doesn't matter how much damage you've done to him, what stock he's on. He's always willing to get out there and scrap with you. Ends up eating that in light. Can he make it back to stage? Oh, and he actually does try to turn that around to a great... Oh, if he ground pound the other way, he would have definitely got that, but went for the reverse ground pound. Still, love the fact that he was able to get back to the stage, even the sweat beads.
Look at this. All right, gets the nuclear there. Mounir not able to get a follow-up punish. Gets the turnaround, and it's going to be a team combo. Passes it back to BalloonBoy. Can't line up that ground pound. Wanted to bounce him off the stage, but hold on. Has to get around Zen. A tricky weapon throw. Will he get his dodge back? He gets the ground pound, and it gives him the chase dodge back, and then Mounir comes back to clean it up.
That man, what split-second decision? I'm still living on the same stock. I know that's got to hurt right now, but I know it feels great for the red team right now with a solid lead. They might just run away with this game. Look at him down here. They are scrapping off this stage. He's going to be gone, though. Unfortunately, gets poked right there near the ledge. Not going to make that one back.
Oh, he gets a touch, just a tippy touch, and then he gets the spike on the recovery. I don't think he'll be able to get it back. Mounir cleaning them both up all by himself. He doesn't even need BalloonBoy. Mounir, MVP game 2.
Bro, I mean, insane play there on the left side from BalloonBoy, but once we got to the right, that was definitely the Mounir show, bro. He said, hold on, don't even worry about it. Step back. I got this covered. And what a fire-back game for them. We're going to watch this one more time. Look at this. Nowhere else to go. In the sweat beats, he said, wait a minute. What's this guy doing down here?
And the Mounir with the pickup, too. Oh, man, disgusting. Gets the down air there. Gets hit. Gets the ground pound. Turns around. Gets the unarmed down air as well to secure the other stock. Just absolute dominance in the offstage play there from the red team in that game, too. Really made the difference. We're going to see if Zed and Hideaway allow that to happen again, because we have ourselves a tied set.
That's one of those things you definitely have to think about, going into this third game. Like, maybe they're just a little better than us off of the stage right now. We might want to try to keep this one on stage. They are going everywhere for this combo, though.
Yo, they're cooking right now.
Bad damage there on Hideaway. Already, my man was just struggling to get back down to the stage, already in the
oh my God. BalloonBoy going off stage here. Mounir gets slowed down, but this has been electrifying to watch. I mean, the red team just has complete and utter control. They have no fear. That down air might be enough. Gets the second one. That's going to tap it in, and BalloonBoy cleans it up on the stage as well. The momentum is so heavily in the red team's favor.
Just straight up looking at Mounir right there. Didn't even notice BalloonBoy was getting a stock, and now they have a solid lead. Mounir a little more hurt than BalloonBoy, but I mean, with the way this team is going, it's going to be hard for them to find a nice combo on them. Does find at least the downlight Sayer off the sword right there. Perfect positioning for it as well.
Okay, and the neutral sig's gonna have enough juice on it, and that's gonna go ahead and bring the stock count right back to even. Zen getting a pretty good opening onto Mounir as well, but Mounir turning things around unarmed, getting good damage as well, picks up a weapon. Ooh, beautiful spot dodge though. I have to give that to Zen, not getting caught by that side light from the boots.
Oh, okay, thought he got both for a second. Oh, okay, wait, he might actually be able to turn this into something. Tries to go for the second ground pound, not gonna hit though. Back onto the stage, Hideaway, now trying to put a little beats on to Mounir. No, ends up getting caught in that combo.
Okay, man, just so quick to follow up here. Usually I'm used to Zen and Hideaway doing this to the enemy team, but BalloonBoy and Mounir have been able to play off of each other pretty much flawlessly these past few games, and I feel like we haven't seen much from Hideaway and Zen in terms of being able to recreate that.
Almost thought we were about to see a ground pound from that that hit from Mounir, but thought maybe you didn't need to get involved. Okay, so the weapon toss is going to do the job once again. Same lead they established right at the beginning is being held right now. Oh my God! Mounir and BalloonBoy.
Wow, these guys are cooking right now. I mean, we're going to see if we can get slowed down. That's going to be the stock. Can we convert this somehow onto BalloonBoy? He sweat beads, but they can't catch the landing. He dodges down, gets the wall touch, and now Mounir is back to help him. He combos off of Mounir's M-Light with a perfectly spaced down light. Got a little bit of a sandwich here, but it's working in favor of the red team. Look at all this damage. Beautiful avoidance from Mounir as well. BalloonBoy trying to end things on the right side isn't going to find it. The blue team just trying to keep the pulse beating.
Man, as you said, man, look at the way that they're able to cover each other so often. Almost jumped on the top with that down save, but not going to find it there. Do get that stock off a Hideaway, and now Zen by himself. Look at the damage that's on the red team. It's definitely going to be a hard fought battle. Not even get a chance. Get him out of here quickly with the two-piece. BalloonBoy and Mounir looking like the team to beat right now.
They look so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, Zen and Hideaway, I can't stress enough, like, they are the team to beat, and not only are they being beat right now, they're making it look good. That first game was a little bit shaky, but ever since then, I mean, the momentum is clearly felt from the red team. I think a lot of it really has to do with the fearlessness that they have. I feel like a lot of other teams that go up against Zen and Hideaway kind of crumble a bit under the pressure that they exert, and they start playing a little bit more passive. But as I'm watching Mounir and BalloonBoy go, they just do not stop going. They keep it consistent the entirety of the match. They don't start playing more defensive. They just, any opportunity for a reversal, it looks like they're trying to go for it.
You know, I am just very much enjoying the way this one's playing out, though. I do kind of want to see a game 5, but if it doesn't go game 5, I will understand why, because BalloonBoy and Mounir, I mean, you said they was cooking, bro. They doing all the time. They cooking, sauteing, preparing, like whatever you want to call it. It's all being done right now. So Hideaway and Zen, I mean, sure they have a nice, well, there's no crosstalks on that side, actually, surprisingly. I thought there was going to be a little bit of crosstalk on my screen, but maybe they're mind linked. They've been saying it for too long, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at some point for them, I think like their game plan tends to be the same. It tends to be simple. It's just like we got to clean it up and we got to play better. And I think they just believe in their each individual capabilities of just locking it in that way. And I do like the fact that we're getting a bit of a different stage this time around, because clearly it wasn't quite working out in the Fortress Alliance the last couple times. So here we go.
Yeah, they had to pick that up. They had to try something different then. Well, I mean, it looks like it's kind of working for them. That was a big combo there on to BalloonBoy, and they also got Mounir in that combo for most of it. So a lot of damage already put on at the first 20 seconds of this game. This is clean. They may be able to turn this to a stock. Mounir trying to make his way back. Ooh, Ground Pound's going to miss. Oh, wait, the reversal.
Gonna have a dodge back. Can we cover it? Nah, BalloonBoy can't slide in time, and Mounir ends up dropping in the process. But I do love the fight to retain that momentum. The blue team is doing a good job of kind of slowing them down a little bit, and they need it severely. That's gonna be a stock. Extra damage. That felt unnecessary. My boy's cranium just cracked on the stage.
Sent down to their West, straight to the ambulance right there with the biggest concussion you've ever seen. But now we are right back into it. And with the lead at that, they are going to get that lead cut into, finally getting that stock off of BalloonBoy. But still, man, they had such a hot start, and they were able to get a cleaner. They were able to get a cleaner reversal. Wait,
no,
not both of them.
Double?
Not both of them.
Double?
Oh, no.
It's double.
It was a double. Y'all just put them so far behind BalloonBoy and Mounir. But Mounir specifically, quickly with the double, and that's how you get your team well into the lead.
It is a certain point, once you up enough, you cash out, and that's exactly what they did right there. Blue team in a very precarious situation, potentially gonna get sent down to the elimination side of bracket if they cannot make the comeback happen here. You gotta play the best you've ever played.
Oh man, that is what an unfortunate end right there for your second stocks. They were so low. They do get that stock off of Mounir. Now trying to get some damage here onto BalloonBoy. Great movement though. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Zen put himself in a bad spot here.
Okay, trying to look for an opportunity here. We have a lot of damage racked up on Hideaway. Hideaway needs help. Gets hit with the nair, gonna be sent high, and they might go for the KO off the top. Great chase from BalloonBoy. Mounir down below. Looks like both members of the blue team might make it back. Mounir goes for the read, he can't get it. Zen's gonna be able to come back down. They are in the danger zone. It is flashing red on the screen for the blue team. That's one down, and that's gonna be two. BalloonBoy and Mounir send Zen and Hideaway down to the elimination side of bracket, and they made it look convincing.
Now you reminded me, I got to look in the super defense Jala and see what that is. That's another character I think is held back by the defense. But no Jala on our screen right now. We are back into it. And maybe it was just the state of the team colors. But yeah, they swapped colors and we're right back to this first game. Now this is, you know, we got a lot of unanswered questions here. You know, Marky and Moni, a new team. You got Kyna and Laura on some characters they don't normally play. Like, you know, it's a lot of uncertainty that happened in this match. We'll see what happens as it develops.
Okay, so this is the team that I was thinking about. No, I thought it was Team EU. It is Team South America, rocking the Ada and the Azov team combo, which I'm looking to see what they got, because right now it ain't looking like much. They lost a stock, two of them in fact. And it looks like Marky and Moni are cooking things up to start things off. But we'll see how long that holds here. I want to see what the secret sauce is behind this team. That side sig on Ada, you saw how quick that came out? That Mandalorian swipe, and then the down sig coined as the breath from the depths by Fats circa like 7 years ago.
That was absolutely a fire like turnaround here from the fire term also, but fire turnaround here. From the red team. Was a little afraid about how that started up, but it might have just been they got caught in an unlucky situation. They've been able to turn this thing all the way around. Now they're doing mad damage here, Brawlhalla. He tries to go for it, and that might be something to look out for. That was the most opportune Sarah I've ever seen.
And I like that. Good recognition from Laura's realizing that he had knocked out Kyna and then went back out to save him, keeping that stock in play. There goes Kyna with the down sig yet again. Laura's trying to watch the corner, doing a great job with those blasters neutral lights. And that's going to be the stock off of the side air, and then potentially off of that as well. Moni can't make it back, and Moni is actually just out of the game. And Marky says, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, I don't need to play this right now. There's 2 stocks, and one of them's kind of hurt, and the other one is not even hurt at all. So yeah, it was probably time to get up out of it. What just happened?
Yeah, that turned around so quick, right? They had a lead. Let's not forget that.
There was a crazy, the first stocks that were taken was a double KO, and then after that, that was it.
Yeah, and you can see it right here. That was 1, that was 2. They had a lead here, but I think got caught off stage a couple of times here. Honestly, some great edge guarding all around, but man, they just kind of crumbled.
You know what happens to the best of us, bro? Sometimes you think you're going absolutely insane, and then, well, the other team locks in after like 30 seconds of gameplay, and that's pretty much what happened there in that first game. So let's keep it moving into the second game. Hopefully, the team of Moni and Marckiemoo is going to make it happen right there. I almost called my man BalloonBoy, bro. My bad. Marckiemoo.
All right, let's see here. Western Air Temple is going to be the scenery for this game number 2. Hopefully the blue team can get something going this time around, because I know that first game started off strong and then things just fell apart so quickly. I think they're losing quite a bit in some of these counter pokes here, and that's going to be a hit from Moni, and I feel like they haven't been able to play together much. They're both stuck in this corner. They can't get back to the stage. We might lose Moni's stock here. Almost gets egg dropped. Marky comes in for a quick save, but still needs help getting back to stage. A turnaround. Oh, gets interrupted by Laura's there, and the turnaround from Moni. The blue team has been trying to help each other get back to the stage for what feels like the past forever, and they will, but so much damage has been taken up at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that was like an eternity of just getting edge guarded.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They turn this around, though, maybe?
Can we get one? Can we get a stock here? Can we tap it in? Nothing.
I like that idea, though, from Marky. He had to try to get a little desperate with it, did try to make something happen there, and wait, still can't get that stock. Unless, there it is. Yeah, the good recovery from Moni. Is going to eat that down here, though.
And then side sig, nice. Just lets it out there. And once again, they start off with the lead. This one is barely a lead, though. Moni's 1 strong hit. We do have that high defense, of course, from that Turtle Dragon. But there it is. That unarmed recovery goes ahead and brings him down to a second stock. Marckiemoo probably going to disengage for a little bit while Moni respawns. And there we go. Beautiful timing on the dodge there. Getting a good chunk of damage as well on the Kyna. Kyna moving in on this Azoth.
Interesting to see like Moni playing such a backwards role, but I think that's what you just kind of do when you're playing with Marky, because Marky has been in this front role for so long, especially with how he plays with Future Bubble. Usually he is in the front, so now Moni trying to do the same thing here, but has those big hitboxes if he ever needs to get his teammate out of dodge. Just hasn't had a chance to do such, as they've taken so much damage here on these second stocks already.
Nice.
Oh wait, what a time to find that sig there on the right side. Moni, if anything, he's going to find himself a sig. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I love the way he did that, too. Caught the dodge, did it down air into the side sig, recognizing that basically a true combo there. Don't know if that was jumpable. Didn't look like it. Just like that, keeping things competitive here, right? I mean, we have Moni in the red on the second stock. Same thing as that of Kyna. Oh, that's off the wall.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No dodge on Moni, and that's just going to be it.
Okay, I think he might have been able to touch bottom wall, but I think he just was like, you know, let me just get back to stage a little faster. He was already pretty hurt anyway.
Sends it back.
Maybe get like a little team combo, a little team damage here on a Lores, and maybe to turn this to a 2v1 with respectable odds here. Even if Kyna does have 2 stocks left. They do get the stock off of Kyna, though. This is good.
Huge opportunity.
Even better.
Oh, I can't believe it. Couldn't get there in time. Moni maybe might have been able to position to close out that stock. Instead, they're going to have to play this one out, but Loris has so much damage, and there's the final blow from Moni. And now they have the 2v1 on Kyna with Axe, which, I mean, is no stranger to doing this with Taros, but this is a bit of a less hitting guy. Doesn't get the follow-up, but still huge damage, and another chance for Kyna to try to make the comeback happen.
I think he needed that to bounce off. It doesn't even matter, though. I think he needed that bounce off of the stage, but he was did not get the bounce off the stage. Ends up going lower. Doesn't matter, though. We have the immediate cleanup from Marckiemoo. The NC going to go ahead and do it up. And what a turnaround. You know, great game for them, all things considered. I do think there were some very opportune and very, like, well-placed sigs coming out from Moni that, like, made sure that they stayed in the game. But, you know, here at the very end, it was all up to Marckiemoo to go ahead and close that stock out.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, that down air into the side sig was really clean from Moni there, and then they're able to kind of pick things up. Marckiemoo just finds the raw end sig on a jump read. Closes out game 2. These have been hard-fought battles now, at least. I mean, game 1, I'm still not quite sure what happened. I've more or less deleted it from my memory, but here in the game 3, This is why we're finding out that Moni and Marky have made it this far. Their ability to adapt is unrivaled, to say the least. They're able to recognize what's going on and try to make the adjustments. But Laura's and Kyna, if there's anyone who could rival their ability to adapt, it's these guys. Nice.
Okay, we get blasted on right now, for sure. Mandalorian said, I gotta bleed this thing out. A lot of shots coming out from Lores right there. Did work out. He was hitting quite a bit of damage for sure. Now he's got Marckiemoo.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Turn around. They actually got them both off the stage. See if we can get the stock off at least one of them. Moni makes it back for free as they try to focus on Marckiemoo. Still living on this stock though.
And Laura's being unashamed to throw out that down sig or the side sig on Ada. I mean, it's part of the reason she's such a good character. Those sigs just come out so fast. They have so much coverage. But see, that's the problem with Greatsword. Moni gets a hit there, no guaranteed follow-up. Has to go for a read, but when you get them, say goodbye to your stock.
Solid read, and again, he keeps finding these stocks right when he needs them. Big neutral sig on the other side, but after he got the big read on the left side too to get the stocks up now. Trying to keep this lead. Can he stay on the stock for a long time and really dig into this lead? We'll have to find out. Tries to go for a recovery. That misses though. Everybody up at the top. Sweat beating. Finds his way back down. Ends up eating an in-light.
Did Moni touch the floor there? He did. Okay, and the mark is all the way toward the bottom. Gets hit by the ground pound. Moni kind of throws his stock away there going low. And that's going to be unfortunate, but they're not trailing behind by too much. Just one stock. If they can get back together, reconvene, and grab some weapons, they can bring this back.
Yeah, it looked like Moni maybe tried to get down there and get a little bit of a reversal, but he only ends up putting himself in the most of harm's way. And now teammate down to his last stock. Moni's going to have to really kind of pull weight to find these stocks a little earlier. I think he's the highest score on the screen right now.
Oh, tough. Moni not getting to do much with that weapon and immediately gets disarmed, but Marckiemoo being aggressive, the double edge guard. The spear hits one. Can we get two? Moni just goes to the other side. He's going to be able to make it back, and expertly done. Great recognition from Moni, realizing he didn't have to do anything. Marckiemoo with effectively a 2v1 edge guard.
Yeah, I mean, godlike edge guard there from Marckiemoo to make sure he can get them back into the game. Again, no, is the most hurt on the screen, so he might have to play a little bit to the back foot. Moni trying to, once again, to get back to the stage. Going to be Marckiemoo pushed right back off. Hit for Moni. Nice. Okay, good pickup here.
Oh, careful, yeah. You can see Marckiemoo delaying and just breaking up any opportunity he can for down Moni. That might be Marckiemoo. No, we're back. He has to watch out to make sure he doesn't recover him. Good job. That might be Moni stock. No, Marckiemoo's going to be here to help him in case he gets tagged. And that's going to be Moni, but now we just waste some time here. We try to get back to the other side. Who gets hit by the weapon throw? Still has to dodge, though. There it is. Gets pogoed. Should be able to get back. No, he didn't get the wall touch there. So Moni has to do the 2v1. I don't think there's enough damage on the Kyna and Loras for this to feel realistic, but never say never.
Yeah, it's always possible, but I think it's very improbable right now with the way that the team is operating here on this and the fact that, yeah, he doesn't even have a weapon in hand yet. I'm not even sure which weapon he probably won. I mean, I imagine that, you know, obviously the great swords hit marks on those six were a little bigger. But we won't even get a chance to talk about it. He's already out of there. Kyna, Lores, huge combo to go ahead and take that one and put them up in the set 2-1.
Yeah, that was very hard fought by Marckiemoo and Moni. I mean, that turnaround that Marky got made the possibility of that comeback real again, right? I mean, granted, they weren't able to fully actualize that timeline, but it was, you know, great play. I mean, there it is again, right? Got that sider, got the pogo, weapon through one, and then just couldn't even get to the stage on the other, and Moni just running away, doing a great job there. But this, I mean, there isn't anything Moni can do about that. You got caught, you got caught. But here we go, game number 4. Moni and Marky effectively on set point here. They have to win this one to keep themselves in this winner's side of the bracket, and you know Zen and Hideaway are on the elimination side. They don't want to have to deal with that team early.
They're already, as you can see, already taking it right back to the same stage. Hopefully they can take the game and get us to a game 5 here. I do believe there's just small mistakes. The one I think outplayed the entirety of the game. There's a couple small mistakes.
Oh, breakup.
Oh my gosh, hold on. And again, the fight.
Nice.
Going absolutely insane. That instinct is going to do it up. And
nice.
More potentially.
Oh, forces out the dodge here. You can get this. Ah, not quite. Recovers high. I think Marky was expecting a low recovery. But there we go. The down 6 sets up for another edge guard situation. Moni's weapon starving and just pulls up inside 6 to close that one out. Great start for the blue team. Look at how they're cooking up. Team combo. Gonna get interrupted, but that's still huge damage. Marky completes the signature.
It was just something I needed. I mean, probably weren't going to get much with the other team coming down, but still, get as much damage as you can. And speaking of, what a quick double KO turnaround here from Kyna and Lores. Keep themselves very much into this game.
Yeah, Ada never afraid to unload the clip. Here we go, potential issue with the controller. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a gentleman's agreement here. We believe in the spirit of competition. And then we have the taunt right back, and we're back in it just like that. They're able to stop the flow of the game and come right back. Unless, I see Kyna also pause, so they're going to go ahead and say, hold on, let's see what's going on with bro. Yeah, we got it. Really, it's just like a stare down.
Drop this man another controller, bro. What's going on here? Maybe another cord.
It's a stare down, man. They just wanted to size each other up before the draw. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, it's cooking.
I don't want to have any young kids, man. Y'all don't want to innovate anymore. Looks like we're back into the game though. Same game state, right back on it.
Nice.
And well, the game state started, and they said the game's definitely going, and let's keep it going. 2 stocks immediately taken off of the reset. Kind of lowers down to their last. Moni and Marckiemoo looking quite healthy on theirs.
Yeah, and even with this, you can never count kind of Laura's out. Moni playing a much more aerial style now, hovering around, throwing out those down airs and nairs, trying to poke people on their heads. There we go. Speaking of poke people, manages to get 1 quick hit on the Laura's. Laura's pokes him back, breaks up the space for Marcky. Marky's going to go in now. They're taking turns here. Moni's backing up, and looks like Marcky gets caught. It's not enough to take the stock, but kind of might be able to end it here. The weapon throw from Laura's pushes Moni off stage, but it's not enough. He's back. The blue team's hanging on. They can't seem to get this final blow.
All right, man, Moni sitting here on the left side of the screen. Almost got on Marckiemoo combo there, but that was a nice little turnaround there from Laura's as well. Go ahead and see the target swap to go ahead and get that stock. And whoa, hold on, they're kind of getting back into this game. Marckiemoo luckily avoiding a team combo there. Nice Pogo to go ahead and create a little more space.
Okay, a lot of damage on Kyna here. Good job not jumping to that sider from Moni. Gets caught on the way. Has to be careful. Then Marckiemoo finds the Sig. We're probably going to game 5 here. Laura's going to try, but doesn't have a whole lot of damage. And Moni's just poking him with the sword over and over. The popsicle side air is going to be enough. The weapon throw to seal the deal. And we're going to game 5.
We're getting into that game 5.
That game 4 is more or less a wash anyway. You know, if they won it, great. If they didn't, it's fine, because, you know, the momentum has been broken up already. But this time around, we're starting brand new, fresh plate, crisp out the dishwasher. Like, there's no excuse this time around. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Right here, Western Elton Error Temple to see what we get this time around.
Ooh.
Man, it really has been such a scramble too, and I think it's just because, yeah, it's just, you know, you have 2 people who are teaming with each other for like the first time, and then you have 2 people on a new team, so it's just like a lot more of a scramble here in this scrap. But obviously they've been scrambling all the way to the top. Gonna get blasted up out of here though.
Woo! Okay, nice punch from Moni. Goes for the read, but a dodge up is not gonna get caught. Looks like Marckiemoo is gonna be able to pick it up. Moni needs a weapon. Goes for the unarmed down sig, and it's not going to be enough. But the down air right on the dodge. Laura has to wait for the dodge to come back. It gets guarded by his teammate in Kyna, and now we're back to where we want to be.
Holding down right there. That down sig, nobody home for it. But still getting some damage here on to Marckiemoo. Moni trying to make his way back. Marckiemoo way up at the top. Finds the right side to go down to, and he ends up getting the double KO. Will it be worth what to find out at the end of this game? But does end up getting the stock off of Laura at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got Marckiemoo and Kyna fighting it out in a lot of ways. So kind of, you know, some people would look at them as, you know, some of the star players on both of those teams in terms of their ability to kind of pop X Factor, but we'll see how that ends up. Loras manages to catch Marckiemoo. It's not enough with just 1 D-Light Sayer. He has to burn the dodge. Loras can't get the pogo. Marky's back. And as I say that, just pop that Ada down sig, right? Don't give him time to think. Nice little team combo there into the recovery. And it's looking a little rough for the blue team. Marckiemoo on his final stock already.
Yeah, but they could turn this right back. Well, depending. Marckiemoo starting to get comboed up here. Does end up getting that pogo to get away. It's really up to Moni. He's got getting a stock off of somebody quickly before he loses his. But man, look at Marky already super hurt. Marky playing in the back on the back foot yet again.
This is looking real bad. Marky, I'm not gonna lie here.
Made it back.
Has to get around, gets blasted, still has the stock, but barely has anything to work with here. 1 sneeze and Marky moves out of the game. Wants to help Moni, doesn't have a weapon, has no range to threaten with. Tries to go for a crazy play, doesn't have a dodge. You can see the aggressiveness from Kyna, and then gets caught by the Nair. Somehow still in this. Barely. The high ceiling of Western Air Temple keeping Marky in the game. But look at this damage. There's another one, but there's still 2 fresh stocks. How are you going to do this? You need a quick early KO. I cannot see Marky hanging on for the entirety of this game. He probably has like 15 seconds left.
It would be insane if he was able to do that. I mean, again, and they are doing a really good job of using the speed like advantage they have over Moni. Moni's having a hard time just kind of catching up. He's still playing kind of back foot. Marky moves some on the front, but they're both hurt right now. So it really doesn't matter who's in the front. They just got to have a solid stock. It's not going to happen. That's one. Marky is still alive in the deepest of reds.
Yeah, no, this is,
there it is.
yeah, that's it. That's going to be Laura's and Kyna sending Marckiemoo and Moni down to the elimination side of bracket in a Game 5 set. That Game 5 ended up going kind of rough, I think. Because that was more of a, oh, we started doing this online kind of thing. This is one of the first lands. We didn't have any Royales this year. So it's like, how are they comparatively to the global scale? Well, that's what we're about to find out right now in Game 1, as Mowgli and Snipes are trying to see if they can go up against this titan of a team here. I mean, Godly and Ahmet definitely favored to win this, but we're going to see if Snipes and Mowgli can have a run of a lifetime.
I was actually interested to see what cannon he was going to pull out, too. Because, you know, we talked to Godly earlier, too, and he said, yeah, the cannon's kind of going crazy right now, too. But he pulled out the Sidra, one of my favorite characters to see, so that's super nice. But as of right now, kind of right down, well, it's about to be right down the middle, except for Godly. Look at that damage that he has not been taking, while also dishing out quite a bit. That's going to be a stock immediately off of Mowgli. Snipes now trying to get his way back to the stage as well, too, Godly. Marking him real quick. There it is. Boom. Just a double KO off from Godly right there. Got the first with the side air. And the unarmed recovery. Oh, big combo. Oh,
like
okay, trying to take that one off the top. That would have been nice.
Yeah, this is the part that I worry about. I think that, you know, Ahmet and Godly strong start, right? Mowgli actually going to lose a stock here, doesn't get the touch, and then it's like Snipes a little bit too slow to get the save, but does get a stock in exchange. Still tailing behind, though. It's the ability to secure the knockouts that always ends up being the difference maker. It seems like, you know, Snipes and Mowgli, they can get the damage, and then that's kind of where the things stop. They can't seem to find those final blows that really make the difference. Ooh, nice catch. Tried it. Okay, I'll give it up to Snipes for getting out of that situation there. Almost got a turn around on Ahmet as well, but Ahmet with some well-placed defense as well. And then Godly, we were talking about that cannon. He'll just do it.
He will just do it. Yeah, and it's being done. I will tell you that right now. My man is still on his first stock. Finally loses that stock right there. Did take quite a bit, but this is a huge deficit for the blue team. Mowgli about to be off his last stock, already in the red. Ahmet looking for that recovery. Not enough to go off the top just yet, but I think it's the next like big or guaranteed combination is going to take him all the way out. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Ahmet just saying, you know what, I may as well, because they're not coming back from that. Godly and Ahmet with an absolutely destructive Game 1.
Disgusting on the right side right there. He looked like he was going to go back to the stage, and he said, wait a minute, what's Snipes doing out here, bro?
Hold on.
What little bro doing out here? Just little bro him straight to that blast zone. And then, yeah, Mowgli, he already knew, though, well, I'm not winning this game, just probably jumps off himself as well, too. So into our second game, we're going to need to see a major cleanup for the blue team right there. That was absolute domination. I think even right there, that was kind of just a giving away stock. I think Ahmet just kind of was like, all right, you know, even if you do get me right here, nice turnaround, but we have such a lead, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Ahmet with the weapon throw turns around, says, you know what, ground pound, that's not going to work. I'll go over here as well. Mowgli wasn't getting out of that, really. He needed his teammate. Said, you know what, all right, it's time for me to hop back in the jungle.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Game 2 here. As I said, you know, we need a lot of cleanup, a new style of gameplay coming in from the blue team to make this a little more competitive. Otherwise, it might just be a runaway with Godly and Ahmet the way they were playing that first game.
All right, let's see. Huge opening from Mowgli. Goes for the side light. It's not going to connect. Beautiful
Good
interrupt,
save.
though. Yeah. Definitely game-changing play right there. Keeps them a little bit more even for a lot longer. And here we go. I don't know if that's super worth, but, you know, we take a bit of trades here. The red team does come out on top. Wait.
Speaking of, almost got
Double?
another one right there. Mowgli trying to make his way back down to the stage. That first stock already dropped off Snipes. That ground pound was major. Mowgli taking back the stage one more time. Is going to hold it down light.
Doesn't matter. Gets caught by Godly again. Mowgli looking for an opening. Godly punches with the recovery. It's not enough to take the stock, but one more recovery will. And you see he's just trying to fall on top and go for a recovery here. That's going to be a combo. No, gets interrupted by Mowgli on the right side. Godly looking for the final blow. There's a recovery again. He gets it. They're going to go off stage. Throws the weapon. Doesn't aim it well enough. And actually doesn't go for a follow-up there. Because why?
Bro, he made sure he was leaving, bro. Get out of my stage. Just 3-6 back-to-back. All of them hitting. Ahmet already looking super strong here in this second game. Actually, both of them, obviously, they still got their first 2 stocks, or their first of their 3 stocks. And what's going on here, man? It's crazy.
Yeah,
we gotta do something. We have the damage. All right, finally get that stock off of Ahmet. Now can we get the stock off of Godly? Nope. Doesn't pull the trigger on it.
Nope. There it is.
Okay.
Took him a while though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can see the different layers of Godly's defense really coming into question here as the blue team is just struggling to figure out the pattern to execute the final hit. And then a team combo into the down sig, almost enough to KO from that high up. Godly still in hot pursuit, gets to interrupt as well, go for the combo hit. But, I mean, once again, the red team looking so poised here. One good opening, and it could be a team combo into a 2v1. And I'm sure that's what they're looking for right now. Mowgli trying to turn things around, gets scooped off the stage, and attempted ground pound from Ahmet. It's not going to connect. Weapon throw from Snipes. Not going to lead to the nair that he wanted. And then here comes Mowgli. Godly, he just cleans it up.
Bro, so quick with it. I mean, Snipes able to fight his way back to the stage, but I mean, had no health to really work with. As soon as he got hit right back off the stage, he's out of that game too. Solid 4-stock game there for Godly and Ahmet. Only in the orange at the end for both of them. Yeah, I mean, absolute domination already coming out from this team. They only need one more to keep it moving.
Yeah, they just look so comfortable, and I always get worried when they look that comfortable, right? When you're going up against a team like Godly and Ahmet, the games they have to feel like there's a chance that they can lose. And maybe they think that in the back of their head, but everyone, doesn't matter who you are, there is a moment where you're playing a competitive game and you're up against someone else and you just feel it in your soul that you're like, yeah, we're winning this one.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, that's the mental you have to crack for them in order for them to really start exposing some of their flaws for you to find that pathway to victory. But I don't think Snipes and Mowgli are making that happen right now.
They had to feel that like right at the beginning. I mean, you talk about they look comfortable in this. I mean, they look like they're at home, feet up on the ottoman playing right now.
Yeah,
like, that's how
bro.
comfortable they look
On the
right
ottoman,
now,
bro, with his shoes on. You know what I mean? Like, dang. Just walked in and made it your house.
In your fridge right now, bro. You can't say nothing about it. All right, here we go into the third game. Still need some pushback here from Mowgli and Snipes. Otherwise, we will be right out of this with the 3-0 and a handshake. Nothing really said about it. Here we go.
Okay, let's see. I like what we're seeing so far. Godly, doing his absolute best attack on this damage. The dunk from Ahmet, the first stock taken of the game. That's looking bad for Snipes and Mowgli. Is that the second? Yes, it is. The red team with complete domination. Mowgli trying to reconvene with his partner, uses the ground pound to stall. It doesn't matter. The red team still finds the opening. Look how willy-nilly Godly is able to throw out these gravity cancels, these end lights. He's not getting punished at all for anything. They can't tack on that pressure. They need to find it. They need to find the opening. They need to play together. They're not going to be able to do this alone, but I just don't think we have enough of a unit happening right here.
Oh, that was close right there. That was going to be Snipes off of his second stock too. If that down air hit, he was not making that one back. I think he already burned his jump there and everything. So Godly, he is going to lose that stock though. Can we get the stock of Ahmet too? He's here by himself. Ahmet actually says, no, let me take a stock. It's my turn. Takes that stock off of Mowgli. Nice. We do get that stock off of Ahmet though, right back from Snipes with the side light recovery. I haven't seen like that's the other thing too, is I just feel like I have not seen a single team combo here from the blue team. They just really haven't had a chance to do that.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to get those openings. I mean, I feel like we see moments like this where Mowgli maybe gets a hit, strings it a little bit, and then that's just kind of it. But I was like, I would love to see a big, juicy combo, but they just haven't been able to get that separation. There's always been a member of the red team available to break up the mold.
Yeah. I just want to see something that lets me know y'all was here to play the game right now. Because currently, it does not look like y'all was here to play the game. Looks like y'all were just ready to get gamed on. And this is a lot closer than the other matches so far.
Nice.
They do. Oh, hold on.
Okay, double.
This is the lead.
Barely.
They're gaming.
But it counts. It counts to see how long they can hold on to it. This is what I'm talking about. You have to create those chinks in the armor. You have to create some vulnerability. This is the vulnerability. Don't drop this. They dropped it. Oh, that was your momentum builder. They're definitely going to regret that one, giving this team another chance to go ahead and close out the set. We were talking about how Godly doesn't like to have these long sets, wants the game to end quicker rather than later. And look at that recovery from Godly, the weapon throw into the recovery, and boom, just like that, Mowgli is gone. And now Snipes is left in a 1v1. A very, very likely 1v1 for him to win, but this game could be over already had they executed on that team combo. That's the difference here. You're in a 1v1 against Ahmet. Good luck.
Oh, he gets the disarm though already, so Ahmet out here, nothing in hand. It's definitely great, great positioning here from Snipes as far as what could happen on the screen. We do get the gauntlets in hand though now. This is a little scarier.
Oh, Snipes can't figure out how to touch him. Ahmet's movement, I think, is just a little bit better. Snipes trying to go for a falling recovery. It's not going to work. Ahmet's seen this trick before. Might be time for a Hail Mary side sig.
It's feeling like he is staying around the weapon. Oh, he lost his weapon. This is not. Oh, wait. Okay, that's how you do it. My man said, I'm just going to come back. I don't need a weapon. I never needed a weapon. Downlight recovery, immediately getting themselves a game there. That is good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see him go out with no fight. And that team combo, definitely, even without it completing, still put them right back in the game.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Snipes decided to say, screw the weapon, I'm gonna go for the unarmed downlight.
Yeah.
Because what we could easily see was that he was respecting Ahmet way too much.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I really don't want to lose this game, and I'm really trying to pick my moments carefully. Look at this. This is the combo right here. Boom. And just early to charge it a little bit, you know, might have worked out. Because honestly, luckily enough, even Snipes going for that side sig there, that was a little bit off, but he was able to catch the dodges with it anyway, so kind of worked out in the end. They didn't get that combo completely, truly. Kind of had like 2 different chances in a way to go ahead and get that, but either way, they were able to secure the victory. I'm sure their blood is pumping now, but at the very least, they know that it can be done.
It can indeed be done. We're going to keep it moving, though, now into our 4th game. I was a little afraid we weren't going to get to this point, but now that we're here, we got to make the most of it. Snipes and Mowgli looking very good in that last game. If it's off just one team combo, we just need to see a couple more of those, and they got both of the opponents in that combo, too. Speaking of team combo,
oh my God,
is he gone? Oh my God,
almost.
he might actually gone. Okay, missed the ground pound. That was scary. Mowgli almost losing that stock in 10 seconds.
Yeah, almost got tucked into bed. Right, just right there.
Good night, bro.
Sweet dreams, right? He managed to come back, but there we go. That might be the first dog. Maybe the double. We're gonna see a weapon throw. Beautiful recovery. The timing was actually perfect to avoid. They almost got a turnaround on Godly there as well. That Nair just narrowly missing from Mowgli. I respect the decision, but Godly's holding the corner there. And that's going to be 1 stock down. And we're on Shiganshina district now as well, so going to be a little bit dicier of a stage to try to run away and separate your space when you're getting 2v1. We'll see if Mowgli and Snipes can do it.
Dude, there's something about like the efficiency of the damage that Ahmet and Godly are doing, because it doesn't even like they're getting that many hits, but it always seems like when I look up, they're always in red. The other team is always in red, bro. I'm like, what did y'all super defense down? Like, how did y'all do this, bro?
Is that like they make sure when I hit, I'm hitting at least 3 times, or you get a ground pound like that in the light orange, Godly can't come back. We love to see that. Mowgli needs a little bit of help here. No, actually burns the cannon recovery. I thought maybe he was going to throw the weapon up or allow himself to get hit by his partner, but it's okay. They trade stocks here. Snipes now has a spear in hand as well. Going to be in the 1v1 versus Godly. Godly throwing out these safe attacks like nairs and recoveries to make it hard to punish. Gets caught by the weapon throw, but guess what? That's like 0.7 damage or something. He doesn't care about that.
Okay. That was a good weapon toss, though.
Ooh, they're staring each other off.
So, to make sure we can at least guarantee that stock off of Ahmet, but it is still possible for them to get back into this. It's really up to Snipes to try to hold this for as long as possible, and obviously Mowgli to not get team comboed at any point in time. Oh, he's going to potentially lose that stock. Can we get a save? Can't get the save. Oh, he actually still makes it back to the stage, though.
Ooh.
Now, I like that cutaway of the save, though. Mowgli ended up getting hit with that down. Oh, no, he's by himself.
Mowgli, you got to get out of there, bro. You only have
what
1
a weapon
stock.
toss.
Oh, that's going to be the set, I think. I don't see how they come back from this. They let Mowgli get back. Nope, there comes the down sig. Throws 3 arrows, says one of these going to hit. And now you got Snipes all by himself. This is pretty much all she wrote. Let's see if he can make this comeback happen. Has to burn through 4 stocks. And look at the way that Ahmet and Godly are playing. So we got time today. See ya.
Well, goodbye, bro. Just goodbye, good night. Sweet dreams.
But also, like, if Flower tells me somebody's good,
3, 2,
they're good.
1,
Okay, they're good.
brawl.
He is on the Nash. Okay, so the Becky Lynch is out. That's the Nash crossover. We'll see how this one plays out. Already had a team combo start, but they were able to get out of that Dragy Waggy. Looking over here at Wess real quick. Big money Wess was. I don't even saw them earnings. My boy has been in this space for quite some time, so that's a seasoned veteran, but still going to get some of this new blood, see how this plays out.
And one of the things I love about Wess, too, is that he's one of the Teke players that's not afraid to hit that down sig on the gauntlets. I feel like a lot of other Teke players, they just act like it's not a button, but not Wess, willing to go for that body slam. Ooh, what's that defensive maneuvering?
I can't believe he get hit right there. He just barely weaved far backing up, but it doesn't matter.
Man, Flower. Took way too long to go ahead and stop that from happening. Watch the whole cutscene play out, man.
Bro's like, yeah, that move look kind of cool for real.
Yeah, he was like, oh, it's like pressing start and skip cutscene when there's like 2 seconds left to it.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, why you even doing it? You're spending more time on the load screen. But here we go. Goes ahead and throws that one over. And we're going to have a little bit of a lead for the blue team here, but we're going to see how far Dragy and Flower can push it. Bam ends up dropping that combo and still doesn't have the KO on Dragy. Dragy's going to make his way back to stage. Goes high above and around Bam Kilo. Tries to go off the stage. Is looking at Wess on his left. Recognizes he has to play a little bit more defensively. There comes the assist from Flower. Flower coming on in. Dragy going to fall off the bottom. Flower coming down from the top. Great evasive maneuvering, but can't get around Bam Kilo.
Does not matter. Yeah, Vim Teke able to close that stock out pretty quickly. This is a very, very close game here at the very beginning. This is definitely a nice match to see who's going to be able to go ahead and get a little more on their side, make this a less of a close game and get themselves a slight lead here. Seeing a lot of damage being put onto Wess for a quick second, but now, off the stage, trying to get something on Dragy. Caught with that side stick, this is a problem.
Nice. Wow,
Did we clean it up? We definitely cleaned it up right there. The down air just pushed him too far away, and they also held Flower away too. Flower couldn't get down there, probably try to hit him on the neutral layer to push him back up on that stage.
Beautiful execution coming out, and just like that, we have a little bit of a lead here for the red team, but it gets equalized quite quickly there, and then the dunk, beautiful interruption, doesn't get the actual connection to the base platform there, stopping a good chunk of damage and knockback as well. Great timing from Flower.
Flower is moving right now. Okay, trying to sling that.
Nice.
Oh, Pogo. Oh, wait.
Shoutouts to Exu. Okay.
Pogo into the weapon toss right there. He almost got a little more off of that. Breaks up that combo as well, too. Immediately gets the hammer back in hand. Flower just swinging it everywhere right now. He's got these neutral layers and side airs all hitting. Okay, stomps there. Pushes them off of the stage.
Flower has to get back here. He's doing all right. Has another stock to play with as well, so Dragy actually going to be playing a little bit more of the back foot, because if he gets caught out, going to be a much harder game to win. Meanwhile, Kilo also has taken quite a bit of damage. Flower at this point has so much that, like, if he gets hit once, he gets sent so far that it gives the enemy team a lot of time to get a 2v1 on the Dragy. But speaking of that, here's a 2v1 time as Flower's respawning. Can Dragy survive long enough? Almost gets caught by the down sig, narrowly avoids harm's way.
This is huge, though, man. Him still being on this screen is huge for Flower. Flower going to have to play. Oh, the double? Okay. Should be easy edge guard, just the weapon toss right there. Scoop. And yeah, scoops them up and sends them out. What a double right there from Flower to make sure the team gets that first W.
Yeah, that's how we like to do it. Flower with the great execution there. I mean, his hammer, so potent. It's weird because, you know, when people talk about, who are the best hammer players right now, right? People might say, Kyna comes to mind for sure, right? Some people might say Mounir. Some people might say, Anonymous Alex or something. But I feel like Flower, for whatever reason, doesn't come up in that conversation. And I'm like, why?
I don't believe now, bro.
Flower's nasty with it, but for whatever reason, there are just certain players whose names avoid the mental lexicon for these kinds of things. But here we go. Nice little interruption there from Flower, just kind of stopping his teammate from potentially getting team comboed and doing such a great job with these end lights and nairs.
Yeah, bro found 4 nairs right at the beginning of the game, bro. Yeah, y'all eat these, man. Stop being around me. Another one. These nair on the spear. Going absolutely insane for Flower right now. Does get disarmed, but gets his more tried and true weapon. I feel like this hammer has really been causing issue for the red team. Oh, almost scooped him up, man. That would have been scary for them. He was in sweat beads too. Nice. He would have been gone.
Good punish from Flower. I thought he was going to represent a side sig there maybe, but doesn't go for it. Both members of the blue team going to reconvene on the stage. Dragy gets caught. Flower doesn't have a weapon. Love the delayed dodge from Flower there. Got him out of that potential KO conversion. Then Flower slow with the punish. Yeah. Doesn't even get the side light there for punish as well. I thought, okay, you might lose your teammate, but at least you get some damage. But no, ends up being a clean exchange for the red team, and there goes Flower as well.
Note, man, also, that low dex has been kind of a bane of his existence. This man has been getting disarmed left and right, so shout to the dex change making that a thing, but currently Flower, nothing in hand. Trying his best to still try to put some damage here on the board. Dragy Waggy, though, is going to find himself a down air. Can't get too much more off that off of Vim. Vim's going to easily make it back to the stage now.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice. What a pickup from Dragy Waggy. Immediately, Vim getting that hit, and then, yeah, downlight neutral air. Go ahead and get that stock off.
All right, let's see. Dragy going for the juggles here. Gets caught in the air. No interrupt from Flower. It can be a little bit awkward to get some of those interrupts. Oh, that's a double ground pound. Oh, you hate to see it if you're the blue team, but if you're the red team, you're relishing in the excitement of that huge lead you just put on the plate.
Okay. We'll try to catch him, maybe dodging down or fast falling right there. Not going to happen. Wess marking Flower right now. It looks like he really wanted that one-on-one, but he's going to break that back up. Nice. Team combo. Good pickup right there with the neutral sig.
Okay, Flower and Dragy doing a good job here, man. I mean, they're behind, but not out by any means. One good hit from a sig from Flower, or even Dragy. That gravity cancel was so sick. And the interrupt from Flower, the web throw as well. And that's just going to be it. The dodge doesn't come back in time, and they equalize the stock count.
That was cute right there, man. The weapon toss. After that, man, he kind of had to hit like a swap combo 3 times right there. That was nice. Okay, Flower, Dragy. They were able to get back to this game.
Oh,
that is a big pickup though on Dragy. That is so unfortunate. And the pass back, I think that's going to be it. Yep, and the pass forward, Wess, them. Very practiced combo right there. Get him out of this game, out of that blast zone and into the next one. Good stuff to them.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a few different moments, I feel like, in that game where Dragy was caught out in a bad position and Flower was just a little bit late. You know, a little bit late, and that either led to, like in that scenario, Flower wasn't able to save Dragy from losing his stock from the side sig before. It was kind of a similar situation. I think most of the time it has been these aerial side sigs that he just hasn't been able to interrupt enough. I feel like a lot of the times he's been going for aerials, and it might be time to just go for the weapon throw to just make sure that you get there in time.
Oh, the drop, unfortunate. Flower did not get that sideline out in time, but that was a huge pickup there from Dragy to get both of them in that combo.
Right, clean. Should be a stock. There it is. Gets the conversion. And can we get one on the Vem here as well? I want to see maybe potential pogo from Flower to force a dodge. Doesn't happen. But looks like Vem's fighting his way back. Dragy wants that downlight, isn't able to find it. Wess trying to cross through, trying to help out Vem here. He's waiting in the back, waiting for an opening. Flower gives him one with that ill-advised ground pound. And Vem's going to end up losing the stock here. Looks like Wess fighting his way back, trying to get a turnaround recovery. Ends up burning a lot of resources there. They might be able to punish him hugely for that. There we go, 3 hits from Flower. That's what I like to see. He's scrapping unarmed.
Yeah, he's really doing. I mean, that's just going to be part of the kit. I think that's what he has to get used to doing, seeing he's so easily unarmed. Oh, disarmed right there. Hold it. Did he get back? Stuck by himself right here on the side. That was a very well-placed dare, but wasn't enough to get anything off of Flower. However, Flower still super hurt right here on this stock. Does manage to make it back to the stage.
All right, there we go. Tries to go in with the stomp, gets interrupted immediately. Doesn't get the big hit, right? It's that side air that you want to get all that damage. And Vem going absolutely crazy. Ballistic on Dragy. Dragy can't make it back, and Flower botches the save. And so it's going to be both members losing a stock there. It's going to be a lead for Vemtankilo and Wess. Definitely not what we want to have happen there. That's like another moment where Flower's just a little bit not accurate enough. The dexterity just not quite there. And now things are starting to look a little bit more precarious. Let's see if they can bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Do it again.
So yeah, slide instinct is going to be able to do it up front. Oh, that's a big pickup. No way that Dragy can get over there in time though. Now, Vemtankilo with the turnaround himself.
Oh, Flower needs help. Looks like he's going to go ahead and actually be given some space as Vemtankilo and Wess try to gang up onto Dragy, because Dragy has 1 stock, so I get it. Dragy 1 conversion away from this being a 2v1. Nice interrupt from Flower there. That saves Dragy for a little while longer, but we have to have Flower play in front right now. Dragy's just biding time, gets caught by the down sig activation hitbox, and now Flower's all alone, has to burn through 3 stocks. It's doable, but you know, at the very least, with the way that they're getting these team combos right now, I don't think it's probable. Flower's going to have to get rid of Wess first to have the best chance of winning this game.
Yeah, but I can even get a hit right now. That's the real issue.
He needs a hammer too, I think, to make the comeback happen. You got to bait him off stage. He ain't going to get that chance, man.
Comeback. Oh, okay, the drop. Oh man, got both of them in it. But what else could he do? That's going to be easy pickup and straight to that blast zone. Didn't even need the extra hit. He's out of there. Yet again, Wess, Vemtankilo just looking like the team to beat right now here on the lower side of things as well. Man. Team combos are just too clean on their side. I mean, like, we're not seeing the same level of clean combos from Flower and Dragy. I mean, understandably so. Wess and Vem have been playing with each other for quite some time. But, yeah, that was just... There was a moment in there where, like, you saw where a big combo could have developed, and it did, and I was like, well, this might set the tone of the game.
Yeah, this is frying me because I feel like they're so close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're so close. It's a matter of seconds. It's a matter of a few pixels of moving the hitbox just a little bit over. And I think they would be getting some dubs in these situations, but it's just narrowly escaping them. I'm hoping in this game, number 4, they're able to turn things around, bring it to game 5. We can have ourselves a real hard-fought bout. But in order to have that happen, they got to get this dub right here. And I mean, look at the way that Wess is moving, right? He's been sending so many passes over to Vemtankilo. Speaking of them, that's one right there. Huge damage racked up on the Dragy from 1 interaction.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Passes there. Yo, Flower's getting thrown all over this place. Good save here from Dragy, but is it? He's still trying to make his way back to the stage. He can't do it.
Oh, Dragy!
Can we
gotta get the double
stock?
Oh, but he saves him.
Oh, what
that was
save from Wess. That was godlike.
That was sick. You can see Dragy was trying to cover the angle, saying, how can I get this? And Wess was like, well, if I hit him like this, you're not going to expect that. And just like that, was able to bring him back. But with that said, still able to at least get 1. You can see Flowers in here trying to shake things up a little bit. Dragy looking for that weapon, gets a sword. I think he is more comfortable on that cannon, though. We're going to see if he swaps weapons anytime soon. Good movement.
Back in the front right now. Flower, you know, for what it's worth, I mean, we were talking a lot about his hammer, but I feel like I've seen him on that spear a lot more here in this match. And I don't know if it's because he's been getting disarmed a lot with the hammer, or he's getting a stock taken when hammer's in hand, so he's like kind of forced on the spear a lot more. But now that the hammer's in hand, I'm starting to see some real hits coming out from him. That's good. Oh, almost got that down there though, and smooth.
Yeah, just trying to chunk. Okay, that's going to be an opportunity for stock on. Can we get Wess in this time? There's a side light and the team combo into the side sig. Absolutely obliterated. And now we have a pretty good lead for the blue team here, right? We got Wess on his final stock already. Can we collapse onto Wess, remove him from the equation? Makes it much easier to solve.
Okay. That little 3-piece right there from a Dragy. Now Dragy get these clean follow-ups quickly with him. Even if it's just a small inlight, it's still a good follow-up in great position that he gets off that off the hitbox or the angle that it sends.
Okay, Flowers gonna take a little bit of time getting back here. That means they have some time to collapse on a Dragy. Dragy trying to fight, but it's not quite working out. Wess with the pass, can get the interrupt. You can see Flower comes down with the down air, trying to see if he can do it at the right timing to save Dragy, but it doesn't work out, and he might also be losing his stock here. No, they're gonna let Flower come back, and they might regret it because that nair really hurt Kilo there.
It's exactly what you've been saying, though. It's really been like Flower has kind of been there, but he just has not been able to place what he needs to place in a well enough spot. The little 3-piece team combo there from Dragy and Flower with the time that they had. And now, oh, okay, trying to get the reverse insig.
Ooh, okay. This is looking good for the blue team. Dragy starting to get some momentum cooking up as well. You can see Kilo starting to cave under the pressure. The Ensig, the tentacles, that time I think was actually hitting his teammate, but no matter. That's a team combo and the game.
Huge, huge right there. That's how you get back in the game. Even if it's just a small combo, you send it to your big force legend right there on the left side, knowing they're going to be able to get the job done. Smooth with it.
Yeah, that's a great feeling when you know you got someone like Taro, someone like Nash just waiting in the corner with a sig. It's like there's no shot to coming back from this.
Okay, into a Game 5 situation.
Well played.
Well played indeed. I mean, love that. There was one, one misstep right there from Flower trying to get that save, but it didn't even matter. Didn't need it as they were able to get the huge double team combo at that, man. That's when you really wanted to finish the game when you saw both of them caught up in there. So into Game 5. Who is going to take it? Flower, Dragy, or Wess and Kilo? We're going to find out right now.
Yeah, this one's scary, man. I mean, this is the base platform of the stage is tiny. You ain't got nowhere to run. This is Scrapville. And right now you're scrapping with Dragy. Wess getting carried on the left side. Kilo trying to deal with Dragy now instead. But Dragy, I don't know. I feel like at the end of that last game, was picking up on some momentum. Has to get around. Wess tries to go for a cheeky one. Isn't able to get the complete execution, but got real close there. And there we go. Potential team combo. No, Dragy can't turn around in time. But the blue team, you can see once again, Flower trying to dash in for the save, couldn't quite get it, but I love that he's there every time and trying, right? I mean, sometimes he gets it, sometimes he don't, but trying is going to be the difference maker more often than not. There we go, Vem gets one. Wess can go ahead and get this dunk, and speak of a dunk, and you get two. One for the Oreo and one for the milk.
That's right, man. The double dunk for sure right there. Man, say getting double stuffed, getting sent out as well, bro. Here we go. This is this is still a very doable game. I was going to say, we just got to get the stock off of them, but they immediately, before I even got a chance to say it, got that stock off of them, and now we are in an even game right again, neck and neck, 2 stocks apiece for everybody on the screen.
Let's see the end lights coming out. A little bit of juggles happening here as Flowers trying to find his way back down to the base platform. Blue team trying to jockey for some space. That's going to be a huge opening from Dragy. Be doing such a good job with these gravity cancel D-lights at these awkward heights, capturing the red team again. Finding that opening, the exact same gravity cancel D-light, doing exactly what Dragy needs. He's found his win con. It's working.
And now with the hammer in hand too. I think this is probably what they want the most.
Nice.
With the cannon and Flower with the hammer. Oh, okay, almost getting an air off the top there.
Oh, and Wess has 1 stock here. Oh, if Yuko was able to complete that, that would have been huge damage on the Wess, who could not be in a position to take that. Great save from Kilo. Almost be able to get Dragy here. Biding his time, goes high. Can't get the team combo off the end light, and there goes Dragy. But at this point, I think the damage has more or less been done. Even if Flower loses the stock here, they have pretty healthy stocks to work with.
It's Wess that they definitely want to look at, though. Force into a 2v1 faster, as fast as you can. If you want, oh wait, Pogo, he does force the 2v1. What a Pogo into a ground pound, and now we're in a 2v1 situation. Vim still has 2 stocks, but they have 3, and that is a very healthy stock on Dragy as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with this tiny stage, man. You can't run away. They will find you. Kilo sent down to the brink, has to make the legendary comeback happen in order to keep their elimination side bracket life intact. It's easier said than done.
Okay, stuck up off this side right now. They're holding him down, ends up eating that immediately with the recovery, getting ate up by the end light.
All right, that's 1.
It's something. We needed something.
All right, goes for a crazy play there. If that N-Sig was the correct read, would have worked. Goes for a side sig as well. Just anything to carry the opposition off the stage. Vem understands he's not going to be able to do it from playing some clean neutral here. He'll get tagged. He'll get interrupted like he did right there. But here, oh, that sider was so close to connecting. Just narrowly avoiding that. Has to go high. Burns it. Dodges to the wall. Basically one more interaction for Vem. And tries it, but it's not enough. And Flower and Dragy take out one of the hardest hitters in this tournament, being in Vem Tranquilo and Wess, and punch their ticket further in the elimination side bracket.
Like Raydish, like he's still on it, as we can see him locking in, of course, the Red Raptor here alongside MegD, who's playing the Chun-Li. He's been playing the Wushang lately. He's tried the Val out. He's playing like Lin Fei and Insig Unleashed recently.
For sure.
So there's some deeper options in those pockets that MegD could go for.
Yeah, let's get into game number 1, folks, and see if that orb can really make some magic happen here on Small Fortress Alliance for game number 1.
Now, of course, technically, this is Fortress of Wolves, which you see with the color change here, and the Wolves might be ready to howl here on the blue team.
I was about to get out of my seat already. Let's get started.
Flower's got some momentum going potentially with that neutral air. I believe that got the disarm onto Raydish. He picked up a new orb. There's a Stomp Sider. Gets the KO off of that. That's what I'm talking about. It's Terra's for Spear players, brother.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. I mean, that seemed, very, very early. Flower already off to an aggressive start.
Again.
Yeah, MegD doesn't get disarmed in that exchange. We're going to see both blue team members off on the left side, and a KO off the top. Not quite. Next one's going to connect, though. Looks like it.
And I love that the red team did such a good job of like swapping their positions right over on the edge, because Flower started that off stomping a bunch on the edge, and Dragy was covering high, and then they flipped, and out came that neutral air from Flower.
Oh!
Dragy was covering the ground, going high with the jump side air as well, but not quite. There's
you saw that Flower was playing defense there too.
From the red team.
Yeah, that was fire. Okay. Dragy disarmed off the left side, but Flower is there to play a little bit of perimeter. They split off into a couple of 1v1s, Flower and Dragy trying to play a little bit of inside-out action. The connection doesn't hit on that signature from MegD, but we go for the edge guard instead off the right side. Dragy touches down. Raydish, the side air, my beloved from that orb, takes that for a stock.
Minute and a half, finally getting that first stock off of Dragy. They're going to be looking for it on Flower here shortly. We saw the side sig come through from MegD. There's the one from Raydish, gets the KO off the top, but it wasn't the sig from Raydish, it was actually MegD finally finishing that up. We're going to see Dragy floating over on the soft platform, waiting for Flower to spawn back in so he doesn't get caught. Flower staying on the ground while the cannonball blasted over his head. There's the neutral light as well, getting the KO off one.
Yeah, because you saw MegD sweat beat way over the top, right? So you could just target swap, sway right over to Raydish, take that stock early. Really good heads-up play from Fred.
Dragy, he's playing very conservatively right now. He's not throwing out a lot of attacks. It's looking like he's waiting for Flower to take the lead and then follow up off of that. And if that doesn't happen now, he's going to commit to a move. But he's being very careful, just playing on that ground so he doesn't get caught by anything. This defensive play is working out really well for this red team.
Flower with the disarm. He does find the spear, though, so let's see it go to work. Just a side air off the side on MegD. Raydish pushed off the side. Nothing really of note happening quite yet. Let's see if we can get some openings happening.
Yeah, I can't tell what the red team wants to do, whether they want to focus on this stock, getting it away from MegD because he's the most damage, or if they want to take Raydish out of the game because he's on final. Downer just barely missing from Dragy. The recovery misses as well. Raydish gets back to the main platform.
This is good timing.
There's going to be MegD losing his stock. Can they clean this up here? Onto Raydish, knock him out of the game. There's a downer. The weapon toss goes down.
Not a lot of movement, though.
Can he get back up? He's going to get the clash on the chase dodge up on hit.
Yeah, that was super clutch. I mean, good from Raydish to know he has to go to the wall in that position. But yeah, really anything will KO. And you see Dragy immediately going for the recovery. This could be a good 2-for-1 situation, but both red team members had a stock to lose. Definitely red team favorite still in this one, and my sights are set on Raydish.
And Dragy, I believe, made sure to hold left, so he went to the blast zone as quickly as possible to spawn back in alongside Flower. Flower gets caught, and he tried to interrupt, but no, MegD came in with a side signature neutral air is just barely going to miss on a MegD with a great dodge.
Yeah, but look at how safe Raydish has to play. Like, he can't really enter the conversation at any point because a whiff punish almost certainly means the stock at this point. So MegD has to go up, but as soon as he tries to go in, it's just over. 1v2 situation for MegD. Definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but MegD pretty hurt on this final stock. The disarm might just be the dagger.
Weapon toss goes down, another weapon toss, this time for Flower. Is he going to look for the downers? Maybe looking for the neutral air, but there's the neutral signature. The coverage from this red team as Flower and Dragy take game 1 over MegD and Raydish.
Yeah, I really got to reiterate and highlight, hopefully we'll see it in some of the replays as well, the target swap when I believe it was MegD ran out of resources going over to the soft platform, right? Like the heads up play and the awareness to know that you can just go for the other person, secure the edge guard, take away that stock and maintain that lead was just really, really sick.
2,
I think awareness with a capital A is really the game plan of the red team here. They're aware for all of the opportunities that might present themselves. They're not going to force or overcommit on any one game plan. They're going to survey the field, keep their head on a swivel, and figure out what they can do before overcommitting and wasting a bunch of time on a plan that isn't going to be successful.
For sure.
So that little bit of a slower game plan from them is working really well so far. That dodge that came out from Flower just barely got to the neutral air from MegD. That could have been really bad. His dodge would have been caught. They were both members of the blue team there. Great ground pound from Dragy. Okay, there's the stomp into the side air from Flower.
Now the question is, as we go into the second game, what Raydish and MegD need to do to kind of regain some of the momentum, right? Because it seems like they lost the stock lead and then never really had a chance to bring this one back. This one potentially pacing in the same direction right now with MegD pretty hurt and without a weapon on first stock. Raydish, as I say, it gets disarmed on the right side.
It took MegD a really long time to find that weapon. He was just kind of playing over left side on the wall. And even when he picked it up, he ran over onto the left side.
Switch,
They pick up the recovery, not enough to KO off the top of the boots. And there is yet another neutral signature, the anti-air. Shoutouts to the Kraken on that one. Can Flower get through? There's the spot dodge. Eats the down or the ground pound coming out from Raydish. See if Dragy gets caught here. Great follow-up, but not enough to KO.
Yeah, and I wonder if you want to just let Raydish continue to take that off the right side blast zone, but neither here nor there. You don't lose the stock on Raydish, who's pretty hurt here, about matching Dragy in terms of damage.
Last game, it took so long to get both stocks off the red team, and it still took a while this game, but the pace from the blue team is so much better to pick up.
This is huge.
The side stick as well, and they disengaged from that. MegD went into the air as Dragy was spawning back in.
Yeah, and a little bit too thirsty on that 2v1 pickup. Raydish tries to connect with the signature. He does get a bit more damage, but loses the stock on the way out. It's a soft lead for blue so far.
MegD floating around, trying to find his way in on all of these weapons that have greater range than he does. There's the side air, nice pickup off of the follow-up from Raydish. There's the inlight, but he gets interrupted, and then Raydish comes in as well. Sidelight into the neutral air, and the car gets swapped to side air. Turnaround side air as well from Raydish.
I like what
Phenomenal
I'm seeing in this game too, Sparky. This is looking solid for blue. Let's see if they can hang on to these stocks, though, but here's the 2v1 onto Raydish. Dodges out.
Interruption. D-Light into the recovery, gets the KO off the top. See if they can get through this stock on Flower. He burned his dodge, so the sidelight recovery is going to be that true option they needed right there, the unjumpable, undodgeable option.
And Raydish actually doing a bit of a weapon starve on the right side as well, just kind of letting MegD say, like, you know what, you're cooking right now, you do your thing. But both blue team members in the red, as I say it. One's going to fly off the top. Let's see if MegD can hang on to this stock for that much longer. Recovery. Chase dodge up. Yeah, the aggressiveness from Flower to try to secure that stock and swing the lead back was huge.
Great down heavy from MegD as well. Can they turn this into something on a Dragy right here? He did throw out the side sig, but he didn't gravity cancel it. It was on the soft platform, so he doesn't lose a dodge for that. There's a recovery coming through. Neutral air gets dodged through by Dragy. There's the pickup. He hit the inlight, but Flower was just too close, so they couldn't turn it into a combo.
Yeah, and Flower just playing perimeter right now because Stomp Sarah will just certainly take a KO, especially if it's towards that left blast zone.
Oh, down air almost comes through from Flower onto MegD. That might have been the KO off the top. There's the D-Light, but it gets interrupted by Raydish.
Gets both MegD.
And the D-Light into the side air from MegD. Fantastic.
Huge.
Are back. The N-Light's coming, and the D-Sig. Just like that, they wrap it up in no time.
Well, I said at the start of the game, what do they need to do? I think it's just more of that, right? Like, that was pretty solid adjustments from MegD and Raydish to equalize this set.
That was just straight up a couple inlights and then the D-Sig right on the corner. And how often do you see the Wu-Shang down signature be the KO move in those moments? That's definitely rare for us to see these days, even though, like, still a handful of people play this legend.
Yeah, we see this final stock played out. Just an easy 2v1, but looking clean in doing so. We're running it right back to Small Fortress, though, for game number 3.
It is really scary to think about what they can now do with Boots side air, Spear inlight, Boots inlight, Boots D-Sig.
Oh, okay, Raydish disengages, though. Doesn't want to get too saucy at the start of the set.
They got the D-Light side air as well to finish that one up. There was a great interruption coming from the blue team. Inlight again, back-to-back inlights. Not able to turn it into much more. There's the inlight from MegD. He's regrouping on a Raydish, now back over onto the left side. Flower's going to whip a sidelight, eat a down air from MegD.
Yeah, the interruptions from blue team have been very solid so far. Look at this, yeah, target swapped immediately, and then Dragy's a little bit late trying to get in with that signature, so no real punish. As the dust settles, though, I mean, MegD and Dragy are pretty hurt on this first stock. We see the disarm off the right side for Dragy. MegD maybe tunneling down towards it, tries to get the pogo, not quite.
Oh, just barely gets away from that stomp from Flower. Dragy sent over the left side. He doesn't have a weapon here. Raydish just looking for the KO combo. He does hit the side air, but didn't get the sidelight beforehand, so it's not going to be the KO. Dragy's going to be able to get back. He's going to side with his teammate, get caught on the landing, see if the position that he put Flower in
Ends up Flower losing the stock. We'll see. No, okay, he's going to recover into the air, eat a boots recovery, but still live off of that.
Yeah, and I mean, the deceptive positioning from MegD to maybe jockey for position, looking like we're going to go for the edge guard, and then Raydish is right there to pick up the orb side air. But as I say, if both blue team members lose their first stocks, and Flower is still on first.
Flower just looking for these neutral airs, goes for the weapon toss, so he's going to be recovering back to the main platform, just holding left. He wants to recover as quickly as possible instead of spending a bunch of time getting back to the main platform just to get edge guarded and then lose that stock, leaving Dragy by himself for such an extended period of time.
Once again, Dragy's just trying to find these entry points, you know, getting a couple hits here and there. Doesn't have a weapon in hand either. Probably won't see one for a minute or so.
He goes for just like the raw unarmed side heavy on opponents that aren't in KO damage, so it's not going to do that much. And then he also takes damage that puts him into the red, into KO damage. So Dragy, he should be the focus for the blue team right now.
Yeah, I think so, especially with that respawn timer, giving you a chance to get a 2v1 just
Nice
in the
interruption
interim.
from
Hang on.
Flower.
Yo, what a pick!
And the GC insig as well, Dragy. Incredible placement on that. That was after the whiff signature from Raydish. Flower was in the perfect position to grab the double D light and then the GC insig.
For sure, for sure. As we say it, though, look at Dragy off the left side. Flower picking up the pieces, Raydish dodging out. GC stomp, nothing more after that, but Dragy's trying to cut off the angle. This has just been a scramble in center stage. MegD, the Sair, pushes that one off the left side. We have a tight battle here. Okay!
And there's the bird.
One time.
One of Walt's favorite moves
One
in
time
the
for the one time.
entire game.
You know how long I've been waiting for that?
He did that for you, bro.
You know how
He
long?
did that for you. There's the in-light, a little bit of overlap there from the red team. They were too close to each other for that D-light side air pickup from Dragy off of the in-light from Flower. Side air sending him flying. MegD now on final stock.
We're in a different
Raydish
conversation,
KO
though.
damage.
Yeah.
There's the KO.
I was going to say Raydish looked in a real precarious position right there, and to lose that stock is absolutely massive because MegD comes off the respawn, facing down a 1v2 again, just like in game 1.
They started off giving MegD a lot of room. Look at this. The side lights into the side air follow-ups from right to left. He's staying in the air. He has a soft platform. He hasn't really touched the main platform at all in like 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, can
now
definitely
finally stepping down.
Definitely can reset some movement. The edge guard's going to matter a lot, and the disarm's going to matter a lot. But MegD slowly getting chipped away at. It doesn't matter who really takes point with how healthy both red team members are right now. So you can just play with punish.
He's probably going to go for the D-light recovery off of that. So great interruption from Dragy. Neutral air. There's no way he can take another neutral air from either the cannon or the hammer. And a D-light recovery is going to get the KO off the top on Fortress of Wolves.
Yeah, great adjustments here from Flower and Dragy just to maintain tempo for the entire game, right? Like, they really didn't seem to swing a lead that insanely. And the end is really, really where this stuff starts to open up big time, right? Flower was in the red when MegD was coming off the respawn. Yep. It is paramount for you to maintain that stock and just keep the numbers even for as long as you can. But losing that stock and having MegD spawn back in with the numbers disadvantage is just brutal.
And we're going back to Fortress of Wolves here yet again. You're going to see the stage a lot this weekend, not just in 2v2, but also in 1v1. No legend swaps whatsoever coming from any of these players. 2-1 in favor of Flower and Dragy as we head into game 4, about 15 seconds in. Even damage trades all across the board.
So a lot of what I've been seeing so far involves, I think, Raydish playing kind of on the outside and MegD's playing a little bit more forward, just like this. We'll see Raydish go for a little bit of a weapon starve. I believe Flower lost the weapon there. Yeah, just finally picks the hammer right back up. Dragy can't find the connecting signature off the gravity cancel, but all told, we're pretty even in terms of damage. MegD's first one to go to red.
And the GC instincts from Dragy so far have been, okay, great down air pickup. Can he touch the wall? Incredible side air from Flower, not only getting a stock, but giving Dragy so much room to recover. Dragy is going to drop the side air follow-up off of Flower right there that would have led to the KO onto Raydish, but still, what a sequence from this red team. And even that side air is going to knock Dragy away from the final major hit of that side stick from
It's tough, man, when you tunnel on the edge guard like that, especially when someone has all the stage in the world to just come over, hit it over the top, make sure, I'm not going to get there, but that's going to be the first stock. Down for Raydish as well.
Signature usage for the red team, I think, has just been much more effective than blue team. We've seen some solid ones on the blue team. Like, we just saw the bird miss, but we saw the bird hit earlier, and we saw the D-Sig on the spear from MegD to end, I believe it was maybe game 1 or game 2. Man, he's dominating on this first stock. A minute and a half in, they finally get Dragy stock, and Flower is still living until he gets hit by the D-Light in the recovery from the KO off the top.
And I mean, you really need to start finding your comebacks in the margins here, right? Like, when there are the respawn timers, you have just a designated set amount of time to really go hard on your 2v2 2v1s, and that's where MegD and Raydish are going to maybe find their way back into this game 4.
I don't know, it's going to be really tough. MegD's already on final. It took forever for them to get these stocks off of this red team. There's the side air coming in, even the sidelight right after. Big damage coming out. Focused on a Raydish as well, so all we have to do is knock out Raydish, which is very potentially soon to happen here.
Oh, Raydish was looking for the stack position with that end light, but just finds nobody home, and every passing hit is just making it more and more likely for, again, MegD to be caught in the 1v2, at least until Raydish comes on the respawn for final stock.
Flowers just chasing after MegD, trying to put out as much damage as he possibly can while Raydish is respawning back in. He does pick up a weapon very quickly, so Raydish is not going to be at the weapon disadvantage for any time whatsoever. The neutral air is coming through. All of these little bits of damage, even the down air on that one. Dragy,
you gotta
not have enough room to get in.
You have to make
this stock on Flower.
It's a disarm.
Nice
MegD
side air.
closes it. There it is.
Everybody on final stock. MegD hasn't taken too much damage. He did a very good job of limiting the damage that he took. There's the sidelight, and he backs down so he doesn't get counter punished by Flower into this. There's the in-light coming through from Dragy's sword.
And Raydish Boots actually picking up a number of KOs in this game alone as well. So, I mean, I would normally expect the orb to be the weapon of choice here, but you get so much autonomy and so much agency to be able to choose when to pass to your teammate or go for an edge guard that I don't mind the Boots at all right now. Just a matter of hanging on to this.
Saw the in-light coming through, and then Flower tried to chase after it with the side.
Oh my God! What?
Taking him off the top just like that. He overextended just a little bit too much.
And Raydish was just disarmed. What a heads-up play right here to swing this around. This is only for game 5, Sparky.
There's the side air, there's the end light, there's the end light, and the DC.
Pack it up, we're going game 5.
He ends it right there. And it's basically the exact same startup that they did when MegD had the spear. It's the side air from the boots into the end light. First time it was spear, this time it's the gauntlets. Send them back and forth, then out comes the D-Sig, but they needed one more.
Yo, show me one more time. Let's see this. Just gets disarmed. Dodge through,
so
gets
early.
the GCD light.
That's so early.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Holy. Okay, we're going to game 5, folks.
4th place at the Spring Championship. MegD and Raydish just barely missing that podium. Hoping they can push forward to Championship Sunday. Meanwhile, on the other side, Flower and Dragy, who have never played an official tournament with each other whatsoever.
And if I'm being honest, too, in that game 4, it seemed like Flower and Dragy were really in control for a lot of it, right? Like that GCT light unarmed really turned the tides for MegD and Raydish. The question is it enough to carry them to a game 5 victory?
MegD's going to need to find a weapon. Flower's playing around the weapon spawn. Meanwhile, Dragy's putting out some work on a Raydish on the right side, but he's able to get back. Gets to the main platform. Does eat it down air. There's the sidelight into the side sig. Not enough damage was put up to send them far enough for that neutral sig to pick up from Raydish.
Okay, pretty standard so far. I mean, if Raydish finds it on one, even if he passes the ball over to MegD, look at Dragy, always in position to find it. Just the signature gets it outright. You get a little bit of a 2v1, and the stop down from Raydish makes the first strike happen.
Gosh. The side air into the D-Sig, into the ground pound.
Okay, this is the momentum they needed, Sparky. I mean, they have been playing on the back foot for a majority of the set. MegD will lose first stock. Can Raydish hang on? GC signature doesn't quite find it off the option on the low. Now we see another bird comes through, nobody home. Sidelight just straight up takes the stock from center stage. This is what I'm saying, bro.
And before, it took them a minute and a half to get one stock off of the red team. Now they got both in about a minute, and Raydish still has his first. Now he's finally losing that. Dragy's able to take it off the top. Neutral air's coming in. Neutral air still, while both members of the blue team are in the air.
And I mean, what's keeping blue in the game so far is the avoidance, right? Like, they really aren't getting picked up in these 2v1 situations off the respawn, like we saw earlier in the set. Well, so we'll see if they can keep this up, play this game and keep away for as long as possible. But Flower and Dragy have something else to say entirely. Quick little two-piece onto Dragy. Gets the double disarm as well. That's actually massive.
Huge. He didn't even really mean to hit both of them. That was, I think he was attacking one of them, and the other one went into it off of MegD.
MegD gets one. This could be huge, but the dodge out from Dragy. Raydish maybe a little bit slow to find that pickup as well. but they're still maintaining this lead quite well, Sparky.
You're seeing the tentacle come out, but it doesn't have the success that it did previously. I mean, we were praising that before, and all of a sudden, that's not a part of the successful routine for this red team. The blue team is all but denied it again, coming through, and he gets punished.
Yeah, I mean, this is Raydish and MegD's domain, right? When they get to act second, they are just feeling like they are eating good in these Game 5 situations as Raydish finds the recovery off the top.
Shark as best as he can. He's going to ground pound onto the stage. He did it too low, so he couldn't pull out of it earlier. Even goes in with a side sig like that. That's a very bold move here, hoping he can maybe grab both members of the blue team.
I mean, this isn't impossible for red team whatsoever, right? Like, you get a stock on either blue team member, and then you're in business.
MegD ends up falling out of that D-Light recovery, so it doesn't get the KO off the top.
Okay.
He's right there. He's
That
just
has to be
right
it.
there every time for the follow-up.
And maintaining this stock lead is the blue team. Dragy fighting the 1v2 might just do it right here. MegD throws the weapon down. Dragy gets a statement back, but there's plenty of stocks to play with if you're Raydish and MegD. It's going to take a miracle.
Imagine Dragy gets the cannon.
Dude, it has to be a miracle, right?
And the burn for the KO off the top. You don't even have to shorten that one because the action is over after that. And in Game 5, Unks still got it.
Hey.
MegD and Raydish.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
it's
familiarity
like
is
you guys
nice,
never
right?
spent years apart.
Oh, yeah.
It's the warm embrace of an old friend.
You get to pick up the phone, and it's just like the other day, right? Calling to see if I can go hang out. Oh, I'll always say it, though. Look at this. This might just be a first stop
what
to get
in
us
the
started.
world are we watching?
Can we open the set normal for once? I just want to see some neutral, a little bit of chill. But gosh, we're just getting some action right out the gate here. Hideaway is in the red in the first 30 seconds.
Well, now I see why they ran off the stage, is they weren't ready to pick that
They're
up
like,
yet.
no,
Oh
I don't
my
wanna do
God,
that.
What a change of pace.
All right, I mean, the action is definitely in Hideaway right now to make sure he can just not get that much more hurt. But look at this. We see Zen is also pretty damaged on this first stock. They're just trying to maintain a little bit of parity. A KO off the left side is already going to set the tone early for Godly and Ahmet.
Zen was looking for the ground pound there. He gets caught by the neutral light. There's the
Oh
KO
my
off the
goodness.
top with the neutral air and the ground pound and the down air, and the GC side sig, and the
Ahmet,
weapon goes and he's
relax.
still going.
Oh, he gets
There's
the chase dodge
neutral
up, though.
air. Incredible save from Zen, giving the chase dodge on hit so that Hideaway can get back. Otherwise, that would have been horrible.
That was unbelievable. I feel like Ahmet had everything correct up until the finish line. And then to come in for the save right there was just completely perfect. Ahmet trying to close the book on that one too. Okay.
Oh my stars and garters, the saves here so far from this red team.
And I mean, look, it feels like it's a necessary expense right now to be able to just hang in there with how fast and furious Godly and Ahmet have been hanging on. Hideaway's on last stock, and Godly has not lost his first. Zen is soon to follow. What is happening right now, Sparky?
I don't know. It's because like them having those two crazy saves and still being so far behind.
They're down 4 stocks.
Gotta be brutal to look in the
Almost
top right
4
of your
stocks.
screen and be like, we're doing some awesome stuff, but it low-key doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Godly finally loses first stock, so maybe just a moment to exhale for the red team, but you really can't hang on. Maybe you got a little bit of asthma for a little bit too long, though. Hideaway and Zen have to lock this one in. They have to lock in quickly if they want a chance at taking this first game.
Inlight's coming out. It's just like piecemeal damage back and forth. They're adding up good damage onto Ahmet. Although he does have a weapon now, Zen's going to be disarmed after that weapon. Toss the neutral air into the GC Inlight, and Godly is there to follow it up. Not enough for the KO, though. There's the Inlight. That was a great job from Hideaway to help on that save.
This is not impossible for Zen Hideaway, especially if they find the ISO on Ahmet, as they just did. They can get a KO onto Godly. It's going to look like a Sair for the disarm. Godly's got plenty of movement economy, but not after that pogo from Zen. It's a conversation, Sparky. They can do it still.
Inlight's coming out from Ahmet. Both members of the red team are in KO damage. They cannot take any serious moves here. They're adding up a lot of damage. Oh, no! Hideaway! Both of them were pushing onto the left side so that they would both be in the spot they needed to be to follow up off of one another. So I love how close they were. That was the goal, to overwhelm a single member of the blue team. But then all of a sudden, I don't know if he just didn't notice that that was someone wearing a red shirt instead of a blue shirt above him, or if he was hoping like there was going to be a blue team member here, and Zen just ran into it. It's just like, what are you doing, brother?
So unlucky, dude. I was about to say, right before that happened, it felt like Zen and Hideaway were just not getting hit whatsoever, right? Like, it really did think like the tides were going to turn on that first game. but it is an unfortunate situation. But the pace of Godly and Ahmet, like I said before, I think they dictate a lot of the tempo in this match, and Godly and Ahmet have their foot on the gas.
We're moving over onto Fortress of Wolves. Blue team hoping they can blend into the background here a little bit. There's the Inlight coming out. A little bit of team damage, though. The Gauntlet Inlight onto Godly. Now he gets the Inlight. Man, that's such an early disarm on a Hideaway.
Yeah, and the talks earlier at the pre-show of the deck stat just being so important in twos, right? Like you lose your stock in a couple, or not stock, but your weapon rather, in a couple of signatures. It's really, really relevant. First stock's going to go over to Godly and Ahmet as well, but they will trade one back this time, which is pretty important because the pace matters. Let's see now. Godly off stage. We're going to see a recovery. Ahmet playing a little bit of perimeter, but he's hurt right now, so any whip punish could result in the stock for the red team. Okay, nice interrupt from Godly. Another one for the stock? Okay.
The ground pound was coming in. It was Hideaway's sword ground pound onto Godly's neutral air on the cannon, but Godly found priority, got the KO off the top as well. So fantastic timing from Godly.
Okay, everyone at 2 as the dust settles. Ahmet, the healthiest of the bunch, finds the signature, threads the needle with that one, but not too much more after that.
Highlight in the recovery, there's a neutral air. Godly, he was like in the perfect spot to find a GC insig or maybe just an insig on the main platform, but I don't think the timing was right. I don't think he was ready for that. He was worried about the other red team member. There's the inlight into the down air, and then the jump side air for Godly to pick it up off the bounce. There's the neutral signature he needed earlier. Almost reaching up, grabbing Ahmet, but then he grabs the D-Light side air onto Zen. Zen now recovering back to the main platform, but Hideaway's back in. He has a weapon.
And I got to give a lot of praise to Ahmet so far because you can see Godly just jockeying for position, basically signaling to his teammate, look, I want to get this edge guard. I want to go for something right here. Ahmet has been playing the perimeter magnificently so far. He is just refusing to let any red team member in. If Godly wants to go for an edge guard like that, he gets the disarm. Zen has to come in for the assist, but it is just over. Hideaway and Zen are down 2-0 right now, the world champions.
And that was a great hit. I don't know who found the hit onto Zen, but just to hit him like a single time so that there was literally no chance that he could get over and give the chase dodge on hit. Even if he got the chase dodge on hit for his teammate Hideaway, I don't think there's any chance he's getting back, but still, knowing in that moment to like, I'm going to throw one move out, a completely shut down, 0% chance that we lose this game, and Zen is done after that. He knows he can't run back against the mighty 4 stocks of Godly and Ahmet.
This is just such incredible discipline from both players, right? It seems like Godly and Ahmet really have their game plan off stage ironed out perfectly, right? It's just Ahmet's like, go off, King. Like, go do your thing. You spend as many resources as you want, I'll be here. You know, I got your back. And it has worked out magnificently. We see a lot of mistakes from 2's teams where both players get a little bit too thirsty for the edge guard, or they both try to cut off the same angle. The communication has just been perfect right now. And look at the set count as a result, Sparky.
It's a 2-0 right now for Godly and Ahmet as we go into the third game here. Can Godly and Ahmet turn this into a 3-0 against the current world champions and not just send them down to the elimination bracket, knock them out of the bracket, making sure they don't have a spot on stage on Championship Sunday in 2v2?
It's going to take a Herculean effort from Hideaway and Zen, but we have seen these players do the impossible before. It starts with one game at a time. We'll see if they can do it right now. Hideaway gets a little bit of damage right here, tries to get the 2v1. Target swapped over to Godly, who's sitting pretty on the ground. Ahmet's already hurt on this first stock.
I'm waiting for a great sig from Godly, but it might just be Ahmet over on the edge. Great save from Zen, and Ahmet's not going to be able to get back, and Godly's nowhere to save him.
A little overconfident from Ahmet, trying to just close out that stock, maybe conceding that it was going to be a stock trade, but it doesn't pan out in that direction. So the first meaningful lead from the red team in this set has immediately evaporated with the stock off Hideaway.
If the blue team can get this stock off of Zen like they do right there with the recovery for the KO, it's now going to be the blue team in the lead. Okay, Hideaway almost getting it. He has a weapon now, so it shouldn't be too difficult for him to find the stock off of the Godly. All of a sudden, the target swap, though, but there's Zen, gets the signature hit. Ahmet now going in deep. He can't lose this stock. That would be really bad for this blue team.
What's crazy is Ahmet found the safest spot imaginable in the 1v2, which is as close to the blast zone as possible. Hangs on right there. Godly picks up a 2 for... Goes for the chase dodge towards the left side. Nobody home. We're going to see a little bit more damage here. Hideaway just trying to find a little bit of initiative. Zen can't find the interrupt.
Oh, there's a good interrupt from Zen. He hits the side light onto Godly as he end lights. Oh, the tentacle coming up. The two Sidras going to battle, and Godly coming out on top here. Hideaway's the first one on final stock.
And that's the second or third time where Godly has gone for that signature and basically threaded the needle, like knowing the drift in was going to go his way. And he gets the stock off of it as well. This is really, really huge for blue team.
D-Light neutral air does get the KO. Can they find the stock off to Godly? Let's see. They're going to play it very conservatively. I mean, Zin knows if he takes a neutral air in the wrong spot or something that sends down, he's going to be caught and on to final stock.
Yeah, it's a brutal position if you're Zen, right? You don't want to lose the stock particularly unless you can time it in such a way where your teammate is relatively safe. You try to go for something right here to get a little bit more chip damage onto Ahmet. But again, all eyes are on Zen to make sure he doesn't leave his teammate out to dry in the red on his final stock.
That side sig would have been huge. That would have given them the room they needed to get the other red team member out of here.
Okay, and speaking of out of here, look at Hideaway. Spending so much movement to try to get away. But just a couple of normals is going to be able to push towards the right side. Hideaway, no weapon in sight. Ahmet just patrolling the ground right now, tries to look for the punish on the pickup. Hideaway does get a sword, but it is a tough position for the red team as they face down a 3-0 potentially against Godly and Ahmet.
Oh, Hideaway, he's just staying over on the left side. He's playing so defensively. The blue team is there in case he comes back in, but then they're able to turn their sights, both of their sights, onto Zen and put out damage onto him.
Yeah.
He's trying his best to fight both of them off at the same time.
But you can see even on the whiff punishes, right? Like Hideaway can't really enter in a lot of these positions because if you take a whiff punish back, you're losing the stock, and now Zen needs to convert the 1v2 to make this happen. But it was not in the cards. The former champions are going to be out of the tournament as Godly and Ahmet take the 3-0.
And then on the other side, it's like it's MegD and Raydish, who I really kind of never know what to expect from them. Like, they can come out and go crazy style, or like, you know, they can get 17th, 25th, and it's just like, oh, well, you know.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, Raydish is already off to a ton of damage onto Marckiemoo to get this one started. And the thing about the etiquette of twos with this emoji on the screen is the floor becomes lava when that greatsword is online. And we'll see Moni be able to do that right away. Gets the pass off to Marckiemoo, gets the signature as well on the right side. MegD still hanging on to the weapon. Raydish looking for the side lights there and just lets the bike ride. Should be a whiff punish, but Moni couldn't connect. Gets it that time.
He catches him.
There it is.
Okay. As well for the KO. That's huge. Now, one thing I also love is we get to see Marckiemoo on the Wushang. We see quite a bit of Wushang. I mean, we saw Zen play Wushang previously as well. But I do love getting to see Marckiemoo on other legends, of course. Like, we see him play the Mordex all the time. And then, like, I still want those days where he plays Onyx. Oh, just barely whiffing that neutral signature from Raydish shot. That could have been really bad for the red team.
Oh, okay, yeah, and MegD playing a little bit too far out on the perimeter. Does find the pickup right there on the left blast zone to at least get in the conversation. Can they find the second? Again. He gets it on Marckiemoo.
That's so crazy. Raydish hits the side air into the neutral signature on the spear. MegD throws that weapon away, picks up a new weapon. Here comes the side air from Raydish. Again, another neutral signature in basically the exact same spot, this time on gauntlets. MegD is just so ready for that setup right off of Raydish's side air. And he's ready, picking up instantly again. Side air from Raydish into the side sig from MegD.
Yeah, it seems like red team is just having a hard time finding the correct timing for interruptions, right? Like blue team is really threading things well to get a couple pockets of 2v1 situations right here. You see, the side switch from the signature and Moni. Now they get to go to work onto MegD for just a moment.
That is what's so scary about Moni, is he can pick up the two-piece into the turnaround read on the side sig, and all of a sudden, like, your stock is gone. Maybe a little bit of a celebratory signature there just in case. MegD got caught over there. Raydish spawning back in. He's just trying to fly around, hopefully grab that weapon. He grabs the boost pretty quickly. He's right there instantly. There's no way, dude! Wow. How were they able to pick it up so quickly? Raydish was just chilling on the soft platform, waiting for the weapon spawn. The weapon spawn goes to the right, he picks it up, and instantly they get the combo.
I mean, best case scenario for blue team. Look at this, Marckiemoo already sent off the right side. Moni couldn't figure out how to get back in. This is huge damage right now. MegD with a stock to spare as well. Just a parting weapon toss. MegD just staying on that perimeter once again, finds the whiff punish onto that signature, but Moni sends it off the right side. We go to final for everybody.
And that's one of the scary things, is like they've been able to find those combos so often, leading to damage, leading to KOs, and this game is still even, and they might lose.
Wait, they're pursuing MegD. That was Swiftbeats online. There's no save. MegD's got the wall touch. Raydish has nothing. Yes, that's going to be one stock down. Can MegD trade one back? No, it's not going to happen. Now we have a 1v2 situation. MegD, no weapon in sight, and a pretty healthy Moni could just put the dagger in this one, and it's going to be game one for Moni and Marckiemoo.
Wow. I cannot believe Marckiemoo getting that turnaround and still getting back while Moni is swinging that greatsword. incredible work from this team. That's the team chemistry I'm talking about. Like, it took BalloonBoy and Moni a little bit of time to build that up. Like, the first tournament they played in, there were some rough games in it. And then, like, you look how quickly they're able to get up to speed between Moni and Marckiemoo. Like, it's incredible.
That twofer from MegD and Raydish kept them in the game for just a little bit, but we didn't even get to see the highlight of Marckiemoo and Moni in hot pursuit of that stock on the left side. What a crazy turnaround for game 1 to get Moni and Marckiemoo on the board.
Two-piece coming out from Moni. Raydish back over on that soft platform on the left side in the defensive stance. Nice slide charge on that D-Sig from Moni.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying also the signature kit that you're afforded. Hang on, we might just see a stock right here. Okay, ride the bike. We at least get one onto Moni to get the disarm. Marckiemoo trying to just drift back down, but Raydish is just playing the floor as lava for a moment.
And that's something that Raydish has as well. Like he's now doing it on the orb. Most of the 2v1 combos they've been running have been on gauntlets into either of MegD's weapons.
For sure.
But now you just saw it on orb as well, the side sig on it, that he can gravity cancel, he can run it along the ground, and it brings the opponent over to MegD for the pickup.
I did hear a disarm. I believe it was from Moni. Yes, it was. On the left side, Raydish trying to pursue down Marckiemoo. There's no movement as he touches down on the soft platform, but Moni, a sitting duck for first strike.
Gets the side air for the KO. Moni just trying to zone out the weapon tosses, the neutral airs. He's not going to burn his dodge for a GCN light or a GCD light. Gets back on the main stage, going for the jump side air. Gets picked up by the recovery from Raydish.
Okay, nothing really of note so far. Moni gets the party started with a weapon toss, but not too much more after that. Oh my god!
Wow! What a quick pickup from Moni.
An insane starter from Marckiemoo too. I mean, it goes without saying, Sparky. This is a crazy turnaround from them. Both. I mean, look, they're behind in terms of damage, but that's what they needed, that double KO to get them back into this game.
Yeah, grabbing that super early KO was everything. Moni got disarmed, but he's able to grab his weapon very quickly right after that. Didn't take hardly any damage, if any. Nice spot dodge. Moni's not able to punish right away. MegD does hit the down air.
With punish, Marckiemoo picks up both. Moni gets the pieces up as well. Keeping this on the perimeter, Raydish was able to dodge through, but does find a 3-piece onto MegD. Gets the disarm as well, but Moni's going to look for a weapon instead, knowing that Raydish was just playing defense right there to try to stop the tunnel vision.
Oh, he's charging that one up. MegD doesn't have a weapon, so he's not able to find the KO on a charged signature. All he can do is hit that unarmed down heavy. Backside of the recovery, is that enough to KO? He's going to have Gauntlet Sider to get back. Here comes Moni with the down air and the target swap to get the recovery onto Raydish. He's dominating.
What is Mo talking about dominating?
4 stocks taken.
Oh my
goodness. On this second stock, Moni is going crazy.
What was that about some of the best Brawlhalla we've seen from him? He's doing insane.
He's like, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay, and just like that, the conversation has turned around. Moni has an extra stock to play with. If he does lose it, he puts Marcky in a precarious spot, though. We'll see the recovery off the top, just gets the disarm. Marckiemoo gets to hang on for a little bit longer before he has to dodge away in that inevitable 2v1. Unless Moni tries to just go for something crazy off stage. What is happening?
Moni's still unarmed. And he's doing a great job with it. He doesn't necessarily need to get to the weapon. He does. Hits the bounce pass, picks it back up, does get KO'd off the top. His next weapon is going to be the Greatsword. How long can Marckiemoo live without getting hit? He got hit a couple times. Moni's coming back in, relieving that pressure. Instant interrupt there. The turnaround. Gets punished. There's the neutral signature.
Tries to go for the side switch. Moni just being a little bit ambiguous about where he's going. Oh, the 2-piece passed over to MegD. Makes it a 1v2 situation for Moni. Definitely doable, though. Look at MegD's damage right now. Tries to let it rock. No punish. Passing the ball over. MegD doesn't connect.
MegD was too far away. He couldn't pick that up. But here comes the boots from Raydish. The Sair into the side sig for the KO. It's the tried and true. It's their setup. They've practiced it so much they can pick it up practically whenever they want, and it doesn't matter what weapons Raydish has.
And I mean, it was the win con that eventually got them there, was taking that stock off of Marckiemoo. It wasn't just immediately off the respawn, as we see so often in the twos format. Yeah, that was nuts. But they do get there eventually to even up the set count 1-1.
Even went with the GCD light for the finisher.
3, 2,
I'm gonna guess that's Moni's dad.
I think it is.
And that's the two dads.
Hey, shout
looking
outs.
on.
Let's go. All right, we're running it back for the tiebreaker game now. A pretty epic double KO from Moni, plus a heroic effort to take, what was that, 4 stocks basically straight?
Yeah, he took 4 on his second.
But it was not enough to secure the game, so let's see what they can do to tighten things up in this game 3.
Nice point blank weapon toss from Marckiemoo. So down air, it's going to disarm. He ends up hitting Raydish with that. He held it as long as he possibly could. Moni didn't fall into it. Marky didn't fall into it.
Oh, Marky with the pogo as well. This is no
scary.
movement. Raydish is gone.
Yeah, he's done. He was in sweat beats before he got hit by that down air.
Early KO from Marckiemoo to just close the distance right there. Look at how healthy both red team members are so far. Recovery barely going to tickle right there. Doesn't even get the disarm. Moni's got a ways to go before he loses that weapon. Just a step back, nothing more.
Oh, he jumps into it! He went for the interruption and ends up jumping into it, getting caught, served up to MegD. MegD gets his stock, and Marckiemoo's in KO damage. This is really scary. Okay, they're adding up decent damage onto MegD with that. He's almost in KO damage, depending on what they hit.
Yeah, and if we even want to call it an error, right? I feel like these attempts to get the whiff punish or at least stop the 2v1 from happening have resulted in these BOGO situations where they're just picking up both members of the red team. It's resulting in about an even battle as you can get right now as Moni splits the difference but KOs his teammate by accident, gets the nair and finds the KO though to equalize this one out at 2 stocks across the board.
Yeah, they're going to trade 1 for 1, and now we're basically even here between everybody. There's the in-light pickup and the side air, but there's the neutral signature from Marky. Moni with a big read, GC side sig. It's going to be a big commitment from Raydish as well. He's going to get punished for it.
Moni has no weapons. Look at the way MegD is just patrolling the ground, trying to get a punish. Marckiemoo a bit of cross wires there, hitting his teammate, but Moni chase dodges out of the way. We're seeing a little bit of neutral now, pushes, and the sides have been split. The line has been drawn in the sand as we divide into some 1v1s for a moment.
They're looking for the KO onto Raydish. Marky is hunting down Raydish, gets hit away with the inline. There's the weapon toss going in as MegD was closing in on Moni. See if Moni can get this stock off of Raydish. No one has been able to take this stock off of Raydish.
Oh my god, they're getting both. They got both.
Oh my goodness.
And these are the turnarounds we saw in the last set from Raydish and MegD, right? These adjustments have just made it so clear that if they can control the pace, they can control the game.
They were both so focused on getting that stock off of Raydish, and Raydish was not only attacking them back, but MegD was also in the background attacking them while their focus was diverted.
Okay, just a lowly Sair. Marckiemoo tries to look for the pogo to get the stock. Moni gets there with the stock off the top blast zone, but they can't get too much more onto MegD. A little bit slippery in the in-between.
Sig. Oh, it doesn't actually KO, and Moni wasn't ready for the follow-up with like a jump side or a neutral signature or anything. So MegD's going to live just a little bit longer. Even that axe inlight, not enough to KO, but they're not going to fully set their sights onto MegD like they did Raydish previously.
Love that, the classic jump-in recovery from Marky, knowing that just that raw move will find the KO. This is really high towards the blast zone, though. Marky nairs MegD back down, allows Moni to touch the ground for a moment, but he does get the disarm, slips right through, greatsword back online.
Recovery's coming through from Marckiemoo onto Raydish. Raydish floating around, he's over on the soft platform. Meanwhile, MegD's having to deal with both members of the red team. He did a good job of fighting them away. Another side air. Moni in about KO damage. He is a big, strong turtle.
Oh, it's scary. Oh, and you saw Marckiemoo start to charge the signature, but it gets interrupted. That recovery would have certainly KO'd from that high up as well. Marckiemoo just barely getting out alive. Whiffs one. That might be the stop with the interrupt.
Oh my gosh. The side sig.
Oh my goodness, what?
Did he? I don't think the side sig would have KO'd on
No, yeah, but sends it back and Moni gets the 4-piece, okay.
Side sig.
Raydish lets it rock across the stage and he does get the KO, but it's a 1v1.
God.
This is Marckiemoo's format now. Marckiemoo, no weapon in sight. GCD light doesn't get unarmed and he gets the gauntlet to anyone's game.
Raydish backing up so defensive. He was against an unarmed Marckiemoo and now Marckiemoo has the weapon.
And recovery will KO. You just see Marky going for it. He closes this one out. A handshake from his fellow teammate. The set isn't even over. He said good day to you, sir.
Standing up to shake your teammate's hand after that when the set's not over is so cool.
He said, Godspeed. Thanks for closing the deal on that one.
Thank you, brother. Wow.
Wow, that was a crazy turn. The cross-court KO from Raydish really made all of that start happening as we see right here. But Marky able to answer back as MegD goes in for that weapon spawn. A little bit too thirsty and a little bit too soon. And Marckiemoo can close off that soft 2v1 situation.
The inlight from gauntlets, the nerfed gauntlet inlight that is no longer supposed to be a KO tool. That's how much damage that Raydish had to have on his stock before they could finally take him out. His survivability that game was so good, but it wasn't quite good enough.
I mean, it makes sense earlier to your point, right? You were just like, oh man, Raydish just ran away from like unarmed Marckiemoo. The absolute respect to just know that he was in so much danger at that damage threshold. But as the dust settles here, folks, it is a 2-to-1 set count in Moo's favor. Can they close this one out in 4?
Man, these games are so close. The tension in that last game was wild. Instantly starting this one with a chase into the air as well. Like Marky is trying to hunt down MegD. Well, he's just looking for a weapon.
And I think if any team can really handle this type of pressure, it's probably Raydish and MegD, the kings of patience between these two players. So we'll see if they can just cool this one off, get a level head, and maybe force the game 5.
Now Raydish is starting this one out. Oh, he was looking for the KO off the top with a GC Insig. He's starting this one off with Orb. I don't know if he's going to look to swap this out as quickly as he possibly can. He went for that GC Insig when there was a weapon spawn on the field, but then it was gone after.
All right, Marckiemoo gets the disarm onto MegD. Raydish was looking for something, but the interrupt happens before there could be too much damage on the way out. Oh man, Pogo onto MegD. This is a really rough position, yeah, because Raydish is just not in the correct spot to be able to do anything about it. So first stock is going to go over to Red once again. Moni takes a second one with a signature.
Just ripping a raw neutral signature in the middle of the stage, almost like a taunt.
See, how does Moni get out of this one?
Dude, the down air into the side C is so sick.
And it covers so much space too. So especially with the backup of a teammate, right? Like you can kind of know that you're relatively safe in terms of letting those rock. Okay, just a side air from Moni. Marckiemoo gets the slide charge off the soft platform. Recovery off the top. Is it going to be a second one? No, doesn't quite connect. But look at this. If Moni can hang on to this stock, I mean, we're really in business here. And Moni gets
MegD and Raydish are taking
one.
so much damage here, and they are not outputting it whatsoever. Moni's still on first stock. Marckiemoo is very healthy on second stock. There's the side air. It's going to take away
You got to get
Moni's
it here.
first.
You really have to get some momentum going,
He's
but
just going to
Marckiemoo run away.
He's not going to give you the option. Like, Raydish has boots. He's looking for the side air startup, but he just doesn't have that as an option.
And my eyes are drifting over towards the top right of the screen.
He wasn't even able to follow up off of that inlight as well. MegD hit an inlight onto Moni, and there's the
caught his teammate
signature.
too. Oh, this could be just from bad to worse, Sparky. What a situation to be in.
MegD didn't get the follow-up from Raydish, his own teammate, and then right after that, Moni was the one to follow up off of MegD. His opponent was able to KO.
They need something insane to happen right now, and it might
It
not
ain't
happen
that,
off
brother.
the motorcycle. Get off the bike, bro. Put the training wheels back on for just a second as the red team is going to absolute work on the blue.
Moni's so healthy here. There's the D-Sig.
Oh, and it's a big difference.
He picked up one in the final swipe. Raydish is going to get the D-Light into the down air onto Marckiemoo. Can he finish this one off? No, he's going to disengage from it. All he can do is go back to the main platform and throw an in-light out towards Moni.
You gotta get this. You have to get this. They get one. Marckiemoo's no movement. We go to final stock across the board, but look at how damaged MegD is on final.
They can't even really focus on keeping them weapon starved because there's the chance they don't pick up the weapon, and then they're the ones who are weapon starved while being behind.
One tiny misstep could be the difference maker here. Raydish overextended a little bit too hard, but he was the less damaged member of blue side, so he doesn't get pushed off too far off the stage. Has to be treading so carefully if you're Raydish. Look at this, the side switch. This is so smart. Raydish, what? No way! No way! They might be 1v1 again. Moni closes that one out! And MegD, the last player standing for blue. Again, it's anybody's game, but Moni has such a damage advantage, Sparky, and it's just over! Moni and Marckiemoo close it out in 4. What an insane set!
On the Azos specifically,
3,
that bow kit,
2,
the way he's throwing out side
1,
six, throwing out
ball.
D6, but we're getting into it here. The first game of our top 4, BalloonBoy and Mounir versus Kyna and Lawrence.
Fortress of Wubz. Oh, okay, already big chase up right there from Mounir. What did I tell you, man? Look at the aggression my man Mounir can do. Didn't even matter if sweat beating, still willing to fight. Kyna not being able to get that hit just yet. Almost got that turn around. Oh, wait. No, Pogo. Okay, good save here, actually, from BalloonBoy, creating some space for Mounir to get back.
Now, you talk about Mounir being off stage, and he just instantly pushing every chance he gets, trying to take his opponent off stage. Nice neutral air from Lawrence, great interruption. It's just interruptions back and forth while they try to find the flow of this game. Nice neutral signature from Kyna, could be opening up the blue team here a little bit. Complete split. Do they get the KO onto BalloonBoy? No, they actually just backed up. They prefer to sit on that stage and sit on that corner, wait for them to come over the corner so that they can do this.
Oh, that was close. And Kyna almost got that pick up there on the other side, but luckily, Mounir able to fall out of that combo, but he took so much damage on incoming. They still got to get these stocks off Kyna and Lawrence.
Hold it down.
Oh, big.
Lawrence, huge commitment. He doesn't get the stock, though. BalloonBoy was there to save Mounir just in case he needed. Almost got the GCD light pickup.
Oh, okay. Ground Pound's going to do it up instead. So I think kind of still looking over at Mounir, but BalloonBoy sneaking that Ground Pound in there. So keeping the game super close. Mounir kind of hurt on this stock, though. So got to watch out. And like going to hit and push him off the stage. And now they're getting a little combo here on BalloonBoy. Blasted. Gone. Okay, get him out of here. Mandalorian said he definitely hunted that Mountie. I'll tell you that one.
Mounir taking some damage, getting juggled by Lores. Neutral signatures coming out from Kyna. Oh, down there. There's the neutral signature. Side light coming out from Lores. Going with the long D line. Oh, Kyna hitting both.
This is bad right here. Mounir's taking so much damage already. Look at that.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. That down signature catching landings or even going into the air, gravity canceling it. Get the KO off the top. Side light neutral air. Goes to the GC instinct. Mounir was a little bit too late. He gets the down air as well. And BalloonBoy, is he here to clean it up? Great weapon toss. Kyna gets past. Mounir almost got the follow-up off of BalloonBoy to take that stock away, but Kyna's going to live.
That's what I'm saying. Mounir actually going off stage playing so aggressive like my man still in the white right now. He didn't even care. He could lose the stock at any point in time. Does manage to make it back to the stage. The recovery going to sneak under and take that stock. This is a lot of damage. I don't think we're going to be doing right here. We got a huge combo coming through. Doesn't get the pickup. We're still picking that back up to Lores.
A little bit of a drop on that recovery from Kyna, but they're keeping the pressure going. Yeah. There's no room for BalloonBoy to go over and camp on that wall. Side air, weapon toss goes high. Lores going out there. Kyna comes in with the down air, barely missing. The GCD sig. BalloonBoy, he was doing such a good job of staying away from everything, but he was basically like one more interaction away from not having anything else and not being able to get back to the wall, but he didn't even get to that point. They were able to finish him off. That's Lores and Kyna taking game 1 against BalloonBoy and Mounir.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great game. I think just genuinely there's a couple of times where these 2v1 combos, I mean, they came out of nowhere too. Kyna and Lores able to like turn like pretty much any straight hit to a pretty long combo. And if there was ever a chance to get a little like pass back and forth, they were able to do it. So right back into the game, taking it to the same stage. Nothing swapping out here. Let's get it.
Lores able to grab the first weapon for the red team here, the side air. Neutral air is going to send Kyna away, but they make sure he doesn't take any more punishment from the other team. Neutral light's coming to chase dodge. Neutral air coming out from Kyna. Interruption from Mounir's neutral light.
Okay, Mounir, I'm trying to go a little heavy right there with the instinct. Not going to happen, but regardless. But I like the position right here from Mounir. Does take quite a bit of damage in between Kyna and now. Hold on, Lores. Gets the three-piece almost.
Oh my gosh. Downer coming in. Here comes Mounir. Saving BalloonBoy's life. He was about to take a downer. He's going to take a D-sig. And Lores is not going to confirm the edge guard. He's just going to go over to put his pressure on Mounir. BalloonBoy comes in to save his teammate. Gets caught. Loses his stock. Is Mounir going to lose his as well here? They at least trade 1 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, I was also a nice delayed recovery. Man, these down stages are hitting for Lores right now. Okay. Got to maybe try to, I'm looking at Lores right now. Lores really has not taken much damage here on this stock yet. It is starting to add up now, as I've mentioned it, but still so tricky, so elusive. Get back to stage, nice little pogo now, chasing down Mounir. Another down sig is going to hit.
Oh, the neutral sig instantly punished by the in-light, but Kyna comes in to punish BalloonBoy right after that. Signature's trying to come out.
It's so active.
Oh, the great juggle. He almost swapped back over onto Mounir. Nice side air is going to split up the blue team. Kyna. Is he going to run away? Yeah, he's just going to shark around as best as he can. Going to throw out a neutral air. Gets caught by a 2-piece. In-light into the down air.
Oh, now off that, I mean, BalloonBoy did get the down sig, but immediately loses that stock. And now Mounir, you know, only person on that team, as I was going to say, only person on that team with 2 stocks immediately gets blasted away with the side light. They've got to get some damage here onto the board. Kyna, the only one really kind of threatening to lose this second stock. Lores is looking like the stock take to really try to take out.
Oh. Coming in on that Super Dex Ada, so it's really giving him a lot of room. And BalloonBoy's not able to interrupt that whatsoever. It was a D-Light into a side light onto Mounir. Side air into the side light, barely whiffing that. The GCD light comes out, could put some damage out onto Lores here after burning that dodge. The down air, but the interruption from BalloonBoy.
Wasn't fast enough dodge. I think he still got sit back down. Okay, the recovery from everybody, but okay.
Throwing that stock away so they respawn at the exact same time, so they're on the same page. Nobody's there sticking around to get caught in a 2v1 combo.
Smart, yeah, he took a lot of damage. He already knew he could take it out immediately. What a call out, and what a game ender here from the red team. Smart usage of throwing that stock away so we can all get back super safe. You don't have to worry about you getting hit away, and then I'm in the 2v1. It's like, you know what, don't even worry about it, bro. Like, we got this already in the bag. Both of them are in the red, and they came in and cleaned up in like 5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, here's Loris jumping around, trying to avoid getting caught. There's the D-Sig. It's so strong. The D-Sig is so strong on Ada. It's taking the place of basically like the way people were playing Orion, spear down sit.
I mean, it's working too, man. I think I need to look at these stats real quick now. I got them right in front of my face. Yeah, mad damage here on the spear. 450 on the spear alone. And yeah, those SIGs were definitely hitting.
Yeah, Loris put more damage out on his spear than everybody else did in total in that entire game. Jalen Brunson put up 45, but Loris put up 712.
He also put 45. Yeah, put a 0 on that one. Dude, 11 SIGs throwing out 82 accuracy. My man was throwing them and they were hitting.
Crazy. That's what, like, I'm so glad he's adopted this legend because it's so scary. Mounir swapping over onto the Rick, though. Full Rick head to toe.
Here we go.
Oh, whoa! Kyna turn around, gets the KO off the top. Caught him slipping just a little bit too big for his britches, and the side sig from Mounir.
Oh my God, he's making deals left and right now. My boy Mounir. This is definitely a solid swap, and we got to see what else he can do with it though. Oh, nice. Okay, gets out of there pretty quickly.
Man, he throws out the D-Sig, and then he misses it, takes like one hit of punish, and in comes Loris with the D-Sig of his own. So like a missed D-Sig on Kyna almost doesn't matter. It's such a good trade for the red team when that happens.
Oh, yeah,
he almost
in there
did it
one, but
again.
he's too little late. Yeah, a little late on the pickup for the recovery. That would have been a super good recovery for sure. Downers coming out. Still get these extra hits. Oh, unfortunately, dead zoned on that side light.
There's a side sig. Kyna almost got the interruption, but didn't quite get it in time with that side light. It was a little bit too late. There's the end light, sending both members of the blue team over onto the edge. Side light kind of stays on the ground after that, does the delayed neutral air. Side light neutral air not coming, turn around sider, but he gets interrupted with a downer from Mounir.
Okay, man, now kind of Mounir just kind of scrapping right here. Does end up getting that disarm. Oh, picked him up twice. The down stage is going to catch him on the second one and take that stock. BalloonBoy over here on the left side. Nobody tries to go out there and actually edge guard him, but does get back safely. Only before a little bit. He is super hurt. Trying to get the save here. Oh my gosh, that is unfortunate for BalloonBoy on losing that stock. And now Mounir. Okay, managed to make his way back up. Good weapon toss from Mounir, creating a little space.
Yeah, BalloonBoy came in and interrupted that pressure after kind of re-grabbed the weapon on that next weapon spawn, so we couldn't put any more pressure onto Mounir. Potentially take him off the top. Neutral stick coming out, gets interrupted, and then another interruption coming out. It's just bedlam on the left side of the stage.
Man, Mounir, though, even with the hot start, as you can see, he is still already down to his last stock, and he's in the red. He's got to watch out. Okay, side stick not going to hit there. He's playing it super safe here on the left side while allowing BalloonBoy to take point. Oh, good dodge. Can't get. Oh no, wrong person got hit with the snare from Loris. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can they close the stock out on Loris, though? He's been so elusive the entire time. Misses the down sig.
They're almost completely even in this game. Kyna just dashing along the ground, hoping to pick up the down signature onto Mounir. Now turning his sights on BalloonBoy. There's a neutral area. He's over on the soft platform. Oh my gosh, Loris is out of the game, and it's Kyna in the 1v2. Neutral area. He hits the side air from Mounir. The weapon toss, continuing things, keeping them at bay with that down signature on the axe, hitting the side air. The down signature's jumped over by BalloonBoy. He's over on the left side. They're trying to put him in between them so they can get the team combo.
I like this. I like Mounir still definitely staying pretty far away. Does not want to, but they're both hurt, so it doesn't really matter who gets a hit with the sig. It seems like it's much easier for BalloonBoy to get that initial hit. Oh no, that's it. That is it right there. What a comeback from Mounir BalloonBoy.
The unarmed into Blasters 2v1 combo to deny the 3-0 and keep them alive in the winners bracket. BalloonBoy and Mounir turning up off of the switch to Rick.
Dude, Rick Grimes, man, he's gonna do it. There's one thing I know about Rick Grimes.
He's gonna get the job done.
He's gonna get the job done.
He's gonna get the job done.
Oh,
man, I hate to be a walker right now. You're talking about walking around as a skeleton? Rick's coming after you, man. What do you think's gonna happen?
Okay, yeah, no, straight up an insane game right there. I mean, Laura has definitely kind of sold it with hitting kind of with that stare. I'm sure. I mean,
dude, that's so sick.
If he hit Mounir, it was a totally different game, which is a little off of the mark with that stare, which then turned into a 2v1. Gave him enough time to go ahead and chase him down. That down sig from Mounir,
that was
so
awesome.
sick. That was so awesome.
3,
yeah,
2,
I don't know.
1,
I mean, we may have never seen a D-Light ground pound setup into the Blasters down sig. That's completely custy for the moment. I love that they were able to find that to secure the game.
Now, finally at least getting to the game 4 before they get to game 5.
That was so good. Baiting BalloonBoy into that down air so BalloonBoy or Loris can pull out of it and be above him.
Scoop. Ooh, okay. Almost hit on the other side there. Down here is once again coming in from Mounir. I think I might want to see Mounir back on these blasts. So the blast was definitely causing real issues at the beginning of that first game, or the first game of the break.
Oh, speaking of, blasters come out and you're blasted. Oh my, that would have been off the
a little
wall.
bit more damage. That would have been it, but BalloonBoy's there, all the way down deep with the GC inlight. Another inlight coming out into the inlight. Unfortunately, a little bit of overlap, but a lot of damage out for Mounir, and he keeps it going. BalloonBoy pulls out of the GC sidelight so he doesn't hit his own teammate.
Okay. Ooh, okay, nice avoidance here from Mounir. Now it's going to be stuck. Oh, okay, on a little team mutiny. Oh, whoa. Okay, does make
backs off. D-Light into the sider. He doesn't go for the recovery. I think he was hoping for the quicker move, so he doesn't get counter-punished by Mounir. D-Light into the sider there for the KO.
Yeah, not much BalloonBoy had in the tank left. He already used his gravitational side stick to get closer to the stage, so easy pick up there for the red team. And now, speaking of, now BalloonBoy, okay, the weapon toss, repicks the weapon back up, still looking for some more pressure here on Dolores. Good save.
Coming in, into the inlight, into the D-Sig.
That was the quickest pass right there into the D-Sig. Stock off of Dolores too. That's the person you kind of really want to take out. Dolores has been so elusive throughout this set. They already got him down to his last stock.
There's the down air. Mounir's not able to come in with the down air and interrupt. There's the down air from BalloonBoy this time. Recovery from Mounir, not enough to KO Kyna off the top. Flores over on the right side, takes a down air from Mounir. He's jumping around. There's the in-sig. That takes out Mounir, puts him onto his final stock. BalloonBoy is still pretty healthy here unless they're able to get something big. The ground power is the attempt. And the second one, the exhausted bottom side of it, making the hit.
You said they needed something. They found it immediately. Mounir, though, is once again trying to get back to the stage. Doesn't manage to make it. We're getting stock off of Kyna. Now Flores by himself has to avoid the pressure.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's close. Even up there, they're chasing him down. They can get the KO off the top. Neutral air off of that soft platform from BalloonBoy.
Oh, can we get? Oh, that was so close. You saw BalloonBoy ready for the pass. Just a little off the mark with that there. Or, but regardless. Oh, the down stick is the MVP.
I think that's the first time he's used the axe down stick this set, and he got the KO to knock Flores out. Potentially staring at a 2-2 Game 5 situation. There's the sidelight. He doesn't go for the neutral air right after. He's worried about the recovery time from BalloonBoy.
And the downlight reaching way up there, taking that stock, and what a comeback. Rick Grimes gonna do it to you. Man, of all the picks for me to see to come out right now and to make this much of an impact, did not expect it to be Rick Grimes, but then I thought, and I was like, of course it's Rick Grimes, come on now.
There was the down air. Just, BalloonBoy's gauntlets were so good. That neutral air into the inlight, into the D-Sig. Great team play coming out from the blue team here.
Look at some of these stats real quick, too. I mean, Mounir is putting up damage indeed. Decent amount of saves coming out. 8 save count, 63 accuracy. Very good. Here we go.
Just found like 4 unanswered hits onto Mounir to start this one off, putting 60 to 70 damage onto him pretty quickly. There's the sidelight from BalloonBoy. There's the dodge coming through out from Flores.
Okay, Team Mounir unfortunately ends up getting hit by that inlight, giving Flores that free down sig. Oh, look, he's throwing him out. He doesn't care. So 3 in a row. It's the only move he knows.
There's again. Is he going to do it again? Harpoon toss comes through, but ends up hitting Kyna. Where's the down air? He attempts it, but BalloonBoy gets away, pushes off the wall in time.
Oh, okay. Just explodes back out with that recovery. Didn't get him off the top just yet. Oh, wait!
He
the double KO!
He hits both and gets the full team wipe off the top while still living on his first stock. Coming in at a minute into this game.
Huge here from BalloonBoy to start off this Game 5. They might complete the reverse 3-0. He is still living on this first stock. They finally get him out of here. Okay, down light into the in-light is going to make that happen. Mounir playing it safe, staying on the other side of the stage.
BalloonBoy coming in, double recoveries. The first one hits. Still not able to grab a weapon yet. Gonna be waiting for the next spawn. In comes the in-sig from Flores. That's what he hasn't been too successful with compared to the D-Sig. Down air's coming through. Avoids the D-Sig and another side air coming out from Mounir on Flores.
And we're now getting these punishes on the D-Sig as well, too. I feel like Flores is kind of getting away with that scot-free, and now not so much. Even if it's just a small punish, at least getting some type of damage for it is good. Oh! Okay, let's get back to the stage here. Flores does manage to make it back, luckily.
Sidelight coming through, not able to follow up off of that. Sweeps away that weapon from Mounir.
Dash down
losing his
sig.
stock off the top. That's going to give Mounir room to get this weapon. There's the side air. Goes for the side sig. Didn't have the right timing on. He's going to lose his stock for that.
Okay, BalloonBoy, having to avoid a lot right here. Almost getting that stock off Kyna as well, though. During that avoidance, and wrong person get hit by the down sig, but does not matter. Still damage is damage. Got to get the stock off Kyna, though. Mounir hopefully not taking too much damage. BalloonBoy having a hard time getting back to stage. Good ground pound, yes.
That's BalloonBoy on his final stock. This could be really dangerous for Mounir. He's in the orange. They catch him in one. Oh no, Kyna's gonna end up hitting his own teammate on that.
Ooh, yeah, no, you see Mounir now. Decided to step back. He's super hurt. He's getting blasted back in hand. Oh! Not enough
the KO. That super defense coming through right now. The investment into that stat paying off. There's the unarmed recovery.
It's still possible. That is a lot of damage already on Lores. If BalloonBoy can just find any sig to hit quickly. We're back at it. He's looking for these N-sigs. Not gonna happen. Can't give that up too often though. It's still a solid one-on-one he has to take against
He's gonna
Kyna.
burn his dodge off of that too. Jumps over the weapon toss. Dodge should be off a cooldown. They're playing it safe. Dash and inlight. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Kyna's gonna lead here unarmed. The side sig actually gonna do a little bit of team damage that lets BalloonBoy get back.
BalloonBoy, nice movement here. Now kind of put some damage here on the Kyna. Cannot find this hit onto Lores. Lores going off stage, willing to fight like down there, but doesn't get anything off of it yet.
Weapon toss goes high.
Oh!
He gets out of it. He goes for a break dance on the main ground.
Can't get that weapon. They're guarding it too well.
Inlight's not going to do it just yet. That one didn't send off screen. He goes for the side air follow-up off and a sideline and a side air for the middle of the stage. And Lores and Kyna in Game 5 secure their trip into the grand finals.
First game here on 2. Yep, Force the Wolves. I can't believe we got the Force of Wolves, and my man said, I don't want to play Mornix anymore, bro. This is your time. This is your time, bro.
I mean, there's 2 wolves on the screen. You need a third one? Do you really need a third one? I don't think so. Starting this one off here. Game 1 of the Elimination semifinals. Winner of this moves on into guaranteed top 3 placement. Loser is going to place in 4th.
Cool. Okay, Ahmet, trying to get him out of dodge after getting that hit on Moni. I think the biggest thing here is that like they always have to be aware that even if they start to get a nice little combo, Moni's anywhere close with that great sword is going to be a problem. Oh, there he's already looking for him.
Instantly caught out of that. You don't punish that with a ground move. You punish it with an aerial move because you can jump out of it. Almost nobody is going to go to the ground after that jump. Side air coming in from Moni. Again, his signatures are getting punished by this blue team. That's not a good sign coming out this early.
Yeah, that was actually kind of crazy. That was just perfect spacing from Ahmet to get him out of there. Can we get the punish? No, couldn't get the pick up there with the neutral air.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't have a weapon. If he would have had a weapon there, I'm sure he would have nailed that.
Yeah.
Axe coming in for Moni. Oh, he was going in for the sideline punish after Marckiemoo got hit. There you go. There's the follow-up we're talking about.
Okay, oh, that's unfortunate. Kind of pushed him way far off the stage. Does manage to make it back, though. Marckiemoo trying to avoid him all. They are doing a great job of avoiding, just like Moni trying to hold up. Okay, not this time, though. He's going to eventually get one of them, and only covers but like 90% of the stage.
Unfortunately, he took out his teammate in addition to a blue team member. He has 3 stocks, but that's Marckiemoo's second. So Marckiemoo is the first one on final, and no one else is really close to that right now.
Yeah.
Godly's only halfway through his stock. Ahmet's still in the yellow, so that was unfortunately a bad trade.
Okay, we were starting to get some hits on Godly. Could have maybe tried to rip another one, but unfortunately does end up losing that stock. And now, Moni, to the second stock, is going to be able to hold this down. But I think if he gets put to 2v1, that's a sitting, that's a sit duck, or I guess a sit turtle.
Man, Moni's over on the left side of like Marckiemoo. They're putting the work on him. Then he runs over, and Ahmet just knocks him away. That's going to be 1 for 1.
Really make it happen. But as of right now, I will say at least the teamwork's looking a little better here.
Oh,
tell this.
Moni's
Okay,
taking quite a bit of damage. Marckiemoo fell out of that combo, was able to hit the side air to interrupt it. Neutral air coming through, no follow-up right after. Great move from Marckiemoo to snap dash onto that platform.
I was looking at the damage spread real quick. Yeah, I was wondering if the great sword is really the way, but he kind of used both of his weapons quite evenly. 294 on the axe. Oh, good save. What a save there from Marky. Tries to save him again one more time. That would have been a double save. It would have been amazing, but just a little off the time there for the GC.
However, the double dare and the recovery turning around. He gets the stock. He weaves Godly around onto the main platform, hits him with the gravity cancel down heavy. Here comes the D-Sig. He gets punished for it, and then here comes the side Sig.
That is huge here. Still living on this first stock as well. How long can he? Don't let it be you again, Moni, taking this stock.
If Moni loses stock here, this might be curtains for him.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Are they going to get the full team wipe? The attempts at the saves, and they both lose their stock. Moni is on final. He lost that like late yellow, early orange.
Yeah, he was trying to get back. They saw him sweat beads. They definitely capitalized on that. Had no resources, and now the game is flipped. Unless we get a crazy team combo here from the red team, who was currently getting combo. Marckiemoo managed to make his way back out. Every time he gets a hit, there's another interrupt here from Ahmet or Godly, depending on who's getting hit. It's rough right now.
Neutral air sidelight into the recovery. Moni's not able to shut it down with a downer. He does hit the recovery.
Big chase up, though. I like that. Trying to put the pressure on. Trade hits back and forth every time. Get a hit on Ahmet. Immediately Godly right there for the punish. Oh, very close.
Sidelights coming through from Moni. He's going to run to the left side of the stage. He gets interrupted right after the neutral air from Ahmet, interrupting that recovery. Oh, he gets caught again. Down air, sidelight into the recovery. Gonna be the KO off the top. That's 3 stocks for Ahmet on second stock.
Yeah, this will be, I mean, there's a lot to do right here. Probably not going to happen, though. We have 2 stocks on everybody, but Moni is off of the screen, so it is a long 2v1 for Marckiemoo to try to complete here.
Sidelight, you hope to get the wake-up GCD sig on a stacked Marckiemoo. GC in light comes out. There's the recovery. He's going to take 1 stock off of Godly. Side air, weapon toss, grab the gauntlets.
Move it.
With
Okay.
the down air. Marckiemoo's going to recovery wide to get away from that. They do get the stock off of him. He's going to be spawning in fresh weapon control, all in the blue team's hands. Godly's on the soft platform, so Marckiemoo can't go over there without risking getting hits. Just a neutral air so far. He grabs the spear.
Okay, but yeah, grabs tonight in a huge combo here. Goes up, does not get the recovery. He does live to see another day, but I mean, that was still a lot of damage.
I can't
Well-placed recovery.
And the down heavy's gonna seal the deal. A 3-1 for Godly and Ahmet into this game. First game of the Elimination Finals.
Everything seems to be fine right here. Ahmet hold down the ground right there. Get that first shot onto BalloonBoy. This is gonna be an interesting little bout between them to see who's double chin going a little harder.
Neutral air coming out from Ahmet. He's really sticking to the ground here quite a bit. He's gonna get caught by that down air. Great follow-up from Mounir, but there's the in-light coming out from Godly. Getting below that D-light from Mounir. There's the side light. Oh, great cross-up.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately not getting
Huge
the rest
blaster
of that
damage.
Oh, the weapon toss for both of them. They're going to push Godly way too low. Godly does find the small, the bottom of that wall just barely.
It really feels like bow side air into Mounir's side signature on the blasters is such a good combo.
Yeah, I'm seeing them trying to rock that, show that quite a bit. As long as enough runway for him, good pickup for the N-Sig here from Godly. Not enough to get that stock off just yet. Okay, next pivot near coming in from Mounir.
Oh, throws out the gravity, or not the gravity cancel, on the ground, neutral heavy, and the in-light once he picks up the weapon. Blue team's looking pretty healthy here. If they can just get the stock off of Godly before not taking too much damage, which is exactly what they do, and they're about maybe halfway through, there's the GCD-like turnaround off stage into the sidelight from BalloonBoy.
Yeah,
what an unorthodox follow-up and setup.
I was wondering if we was maybe we could have time to try to get over there and get that down there and push it back down. But still, we got some damage. That's all that matters. And speaking of damage, we find recovery as well, too. BalloonBoy jumping in a little too early, though. Ends up getting hit with the 3rd hit of the in-light. Can't get that combo keep going. Uh-oh.
More inlights coming out from Mounir. It's so often that he's hitting them, and he's able to get out all of the shots on it. No one on the red team is able to punish him.
Yeah, that time I think he actually hit those shots onto BalloonBoy, though, so they did get quite a bit of damage on both of the blue team, and also taking that stock away from Mounir. Mounir on his last now, but so is Ahmet. Godly looking quite hurt on the second. Not as much as BalloonBoy, for BalloonBoy, though. He's looking good.
Recovery's going to split up the red team. He's going to give them plenty of time to put pressure on Ahmet. He retreats over to the wall. BalloonBoy goes over the ground pound. There's the sideline with the D-Sig. See if they can get this stock off of Ahmet. He's going to go in, sidelighting in.
For that side sig, nobody home for it, though. And now, okay, in-light, going to hit him, push him way off the stage. The weapon toss, and you look like Mounir's trying to come a little space for him, and now Mounir is going to get saved. And is it really a save, though? It's not a save. It was an attempt at the very least to give a little more time, a new release on life, but that was cut short by Ahmet. Great down save.
BalloonBoy looking for the weapon spawn. Here comes the bow. There's the in-light into the in-light. The signature, the D-light downer into the D-Sig, and the recovery. Not enough to KO yet. They don't drop it, but again, there's the N-Sig potential finisher. Not quite just yet. Will it set up the edge guard? BalloonBoy gets back on stage, and it's the in-light into the signature from Ahmet for the KO.
Yeah, even if they're not finishing the plate right there with that combo, it does so much damage that it's only 1 or 2 more interactions right after that to go ahead and take the game. That's exactly what you saw there. I do like the attempt. I do like the thought process behind BalloonBoy trying to go out there and get that save, but because of that, put himself in such a precarious situation that just kind of put him where he was willing to give up a stock for his boy. His boy had to make it back. He does make it back, but there's too much coverage from the red team for him to be able to make it back to the stage fully. Look at the damage right here from Godly, too, man. 640 damage from Godly, holding it down. Everybody else in the 400, 300 area. My man was out here delivering all the hits.
Yeah, Godly's cannon is singing for sure. His sword is very solid. We're seeing a lot of great sword follow-ups, but we're also seeing a lot of starters coming off of that cannon. There's the inlight. He hits one red, one blue, lands down on the main platform, hit that sider, neutral air coming out from him as well. He's keeping the pressure up, gets shut down a little bit by that inlight, but BalloonBoy has already taken a ton of damage. He got disarmed. He's able to touch the wall. Godly was going in with that slide charge neutral signature onto BalloonBoy, but I think Mounir fell into it.
Maybe that he's trying to be able to get himself punished. Also, I thought God was slide a little further off that stage. That was like a slight slide. Oh my God, perfect spot.
Yeah.
To get pushed past that blast
over
zone.
the corner.
Dang, man, that is, what spacing there from Ahmet on the pickup.
The side stick follow-ups, they've just been so good. So many of them have been on the gauntlet so far, but now we're getting the bow active as well. There's the neutral air coming through, and he turns around after dodging, I believe it was a side air coming out from Godly. Turning around, hitting the recovery, falling side air on the main stage. Not able to follow up quite yet off of Mounir, the cannon. Oh no, can we see a team KO here? Is he gonna live off of it? The gravity cancel down heavy from Mounir. They swap places, Godly gonna get back, eats a GC Enlight, loses his stock, and that's a huge double KO for BalloonBoy.
Most definitely needed. Not too much damage here onto Mounir or BalloonBoy, so they can definitely get right back into this game. Speaking of, this is their chance. We are finding a little combo there, yeah. Grab both. Delivered a good 4-piece there, I think.
Neutral air in the side air, gonna send Mounir off stage. The recovery as he's coming back, that's gonna disarm him as well.
Okay. Ooh, so close to getting that neutral air. Drag him over the edge. Wow. Okay. Mounir is gonna be able to make it back, but great awareness here from Ahmet. Oh.
Wow.
Not the person you wanted to deal with that, though. Mounir getting pushed out of there with that side sig. Okay. Still getting the damage, though. Chasing down Ahmet. Ahmet managed to get away. Too afraid to approach him as well, too.
Not enough to KO just yet. Mounir grabs the axe, coming back in. Nice landing side air coming out from BalloonBoy. He's able to get to the wall after that. Inlight coming out from Mounir. Finally, Ahmet gets that neutral light KO. It feels like he's been looking for that for so long. Sidelight into the recovery, gonna miss. Here comes the recovery from Mounir right after that.
Mounir, yeah, definitely playing a pretty elusive game. He's been on this amount of damage for quite some time. Okay, we do get the stock off of Ahmet too. Godly also playing a little elusive. Does manage to make his way, get his way away. That was close to getting hit by that down here as well too. Okay, counter punch with the inlight. Oh, okay, that's huge. Ahmet still stuck up on the stage and finally gets to touch ground.
We got to be looking at Godly here. A lot of damage. He's going to disarm himself with that weapon toss. There's a weapon spawn on the right side of the stage. Recovering back over. Another recovery coming out. Hoping he doesn't get caught by those blasters. Recovery. Mounir's in the air. If Godly wants to go that high, he could get caught. He's going to stay on the ground and get caught anyway by the D-Sig. And there is yet another side sig follow-up from Mounir. And the blue team is going to take that game.
Dude, blue team managed to find these wins out of nowhere, but that right there, that's the tried and true BalloonBoy. His down sigs have been on point throughout the entirety of his top 4, and that one getting him another W. Immediate turnaround into that same combo you were talking about, the side air into the side sig from Rick, and that is going to send him out of on that right side blast zone and into the next game. Boom, get him out of here.
It's tough for Godly to just barely miss the follow-up off his teammate. And because of that, ends up losing his stock off of that D-Sig, and that leads to them losing the game. Just that one moment of trying to do the right thing and following up off of your teammate and not being able to.
Oh, yeah.
Taking him really high into the air. He's only in yellow, so he wasn't really in any risk of being taken off the top.
Oh my gosh, okay. Huge combo.
Now
okay. Big combo there at the top. Already got mad damage onto an Ahmet out of there. They are wasting no time. That momentum from that last game shifted straight over to this next one. Third game looking pretty nice so far. Stock off of Godly as well with the recovery. And now Ahmet kind of stuck.
He's stuck in between them, doesn't have a weapon. Neutral air, he falls on to the bow, grabs that, picks that up. He's side layering over to the left side of the stage. No one's over there. Doesn't get caught by that inlight from Mounir. There's the side light. Attempts the down air, but Mounir stays high. Nice turnaround side air. That's going to disarm Mounir as well. Side stick coming in from BalloonBoy. Gets punished.
Here to the other side. Missed a down sig, and then still we're getting nice combos as well. Ends up taking that stock away from BalloonBoy. That's a drag down. We're going to try to straight go for it. Oh! Ahmet trying to go get the save and put himself in a bad position. Good save here from Godly, though.
Side heavy from Mounir, gets the disarm, not enough to KO just yet. Both members are red over on the wall. The gravity cancel down heavy a little bit too high.
Hey, down sig yet again.
Oh, his teammate interrupts him on the D-Light. That would have been a D-Light into the recovery for the KO. Could have even attempted the side air. There's enough damage on him.
I'm still playing quite grounded here. We do get that stock off Godly there.
Ahmet making a great trade on that 1-for-1 KO. He took away Mounir's stock, but that was just his first. That put Godly on the final, and they get the stock off of Ahmet right after that. Now Godly's by himself. In light, there's the side light into the neutral air. BalloonBoy was trying to read the neutral signature that he could get right after.
Ooh. Close with it. Okay, reverse recovery there. Counter punching now. Yeah, Mounir just barely getting through. Ahmet. Definitely about to put him in the dirt, but luckily, we'll see another day on the second stock. We're trying to get a nice little scramble here on the right side. They pick him out of that recovery with the neutral
neutral interrupted. There's the in-light, one red, one blue caught in it. There's the downer. This time it's just on his teammate, sliding over along the platform. In-light's coming out from BalloonBoy, sending everybody up at 45. There's the D-Light. That's enough to KO. And it's just over.
Says I'm out,
He's
bro.
just done with it at that point.
I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and get to this next game. Right now, BalloonBoy and Mounir, man, the Rick Grimes has come out and is here to stay. It is looking quite polished here as well. They had a hot start right at the beginning, and I think that kind of just set the pace for the rest of this game. Just does it again too, man. That was a pass back up. So he didn't get the stock off of the first neutral sig, but there was a pass up for Mounir, so where he was able to get the side light recovery right after on the other opponent. Good stuff.
That was a huge game from BalloonBoy. 632 damage coming out from him, and a solid 452 from Mounir. But you know the big impact plays that Mounir is bringing to the table. Mounir's going to grab the first weapon. Ahmet's going to grab the red team's next one coming in. It's going to go to BalloonBoy. Here comes his bow. He got the delayed follow-up off the down air from Mounir.
I was ready to say not again, bro, because there's something about these Mounir down airs are starting up a lot of chaos right here for the red team.
Oh, recovery.
Recovery.
BalloonBoy attempted the neutral air KO off the top, but he wasn't in quite the right spot. He was too far to the right to pick up his opponent. That's going to be an early disarm onto Ahmet. A lot of damage came out. Inlight coming out from Godly, putting out team damage onto his team. He wants to get back to the main platform, but he just can't. Anytime he gets close, a blue team member or Godly sends him back over. Finally getting there, grabbing the bow. Punish on that signature. Mounir over on the edge, trying to trade a 1-for-1. He's just going to get back to the main platform, pick up the axe, goes in with a side signature, but fast falls down out of it. Hits the recovery, KO off the top.
All right, now it's all up to Godly and Mounir to kind of hold this stock lead. Godly a little more hurt than Mounir, but still possible to go ahead and find that Mounir and get a nice little punt. Whoa, okay. Mutiny right there with that side down sig, but happens.
D-Sig, one of the rare D-Sigs we've seen so far from Godly. He was using it a lot more on Friday. D-Light and Ahmet just comes in here. Tries to interrupt that.
We are scrapping off the side right now. Everyone managed to get back to the stage, though. A little scary. Okay. Almost getting that recovery, but not enough to get it off of the top yet for BalloonBoy just yet. BalloonBoy now trying to chase down Ahmet. Ahmet getting away quickly.
Coming up from Ahmet.
Yep.
Not enough to KO on that one. It's going to be that defense coming in from Mounir. He hits the inlight as well. A couple follow-ups right after that.
Nice weapon toss. Okay, great avoidance here from BalloonBoy to get back to the stage. Still holding on to the stock. Mounir's going to lose his, though, unfortunately. BalloonBoy fighting back from the left side.
It's a dodge burn, but Ahmet's not going to immediately go in. He lets him get back to the main platform, punishes him with that inlight for the KO. Again, we see Ahmet dominating on his second stock.
This is huge here for the red team. Not letting that last game shake them. They just knew they didn't want to try to do a long 2v1, so just gets right back into the game on this fourth, and it's looking good for him. Pretty solid lead, Ahmet. Okay, fortunately, BalloonBoy taking a little three-piece here. Godly looking for the ground pound.
Almost got the KO onto Ahmet. He was acting like the wall, stopping Ahmet from coming to help his teammate Godly. Ahmet going with the ground pound, stays away from that. Mounir goes with the D-Light. There's the side light, a little bit of team damage. D-Sig from Ahmet, not enough to KO. Big side air, though, from Mounir, sending Godly all the way to the right side. Ahmet coming in to help.
Okay, good pickup actually from the, whoa, okay, Mounir way down here, gets the weapon toss, managed to make it backstage. He's unarmed though, unfortunately, with that weapon toss. Does find an unarmed recovery, not gonna be enough to get off the top of that screen just yet. Godly is hurt though. He's gonna have to watch out. But so is BalloonBoy, and it's on his last stock. Okay, instinct.
They gotta put pressure on Ahmet here. They gotta find some damage really quickly. They are behind in the damage game.
Oh, okay, a little early there on the in light from Godly, so couldn't get the punish. Now,
BalloonBoy, he's sweat beating, he can't make it back to the stage.
Oh.
It is now just Mounir.
Picks up the D-Light neutral air in a goofy spot, but the second one does hit, but doesn't KO. Mounir in the 1v2. He's really unhealthy against 2 yellow teammates, and that's gonna do it right there. And we're going to a game 5. Godly and Ahmet turning things around after a very tough game.
That's how you do it, though, man. You know, you already saw the writing was on the wall on that 3rd game. They were like, it's okay. Like, just go ahead and recoup our losses on the 4th, and they did that. And now look at them going into a game 5. Pretty healthy lead there at the end of that game as well, too.
And they went from a game where BalloonBoy did mid-600 damage, basically as much damage as Godly and Ahmet did together, to a game where BalloonBoy can only do 357
Shut
damage.
him down.
They completely limited him that game, and that forced Mounir to come through and do a big 533. But it wasn't enough to secure the set. And we're heading into game 5 here, back to the Fortress of Wolves.
No swap. I think we played this the entire set, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no swap here. They believe in the stage right here. Believe nothing about the stage is causing us to win or lose. It's just who's playing better right now. Heart of champions right now. Okay, go ahead and potentially become the champion by getting to the grand final. We'll find out. We have one more game in between them right now. A little bit of a scramble. Nobody getting too big of a lead. Godly a little more hurt than everybody else on the screen right now.
Neutral air coming in from Ahmet. He's trying to take the lead here, give Godly a little bit of a break. He takes a side air. Nice down air on a Mounir, though. Turn around side air, but he eats the recovery from Mounir a little bit low, so it doesn't KO. Even that neutral air is not going to KO on the soft platform. Godly hoping to find safe landing. He gets away from the side stick, and a great interruption from Ahmet as well. Just giving Godly a little bit more room. Oh my goodness! Ahmet taken off the top, and Godly might be losing his stock here shortly. Side air. That's going to disarm him. He just goes into the blast zone because he's worried that this is going to happen to Ahmet. The side stick again from Mounir, and the recovery, and the side air. No way!
He got all of that, and Ahmet just, I mean, even with Godly trying to leave to come back earlier, the whole time he's just getting bodies blasted on. And look at the damage they were able to do already on that stock. However, might be able to lose this one. No, can't get back down there and try to seal the deal onto Mounir.
And that's the sad thing is Godly just picked up that D-Light, but he has to pull out of the recovery or he might have KO'd his teammate. That means they still haven't gotten these stocks off of Mounir and BalloonBoy.
Save!
The interruption there from BalloonBoy. They're still holding on to these stocks. I don't know how long they can possibly live. They almost get another one with that recovery. And the side air follow-up from Mounir.
Dude, I know he's playing Devil Gems. We got the arms of an angel for sure right now. My man, it's all kind of saves popping right there. Finally, Mounir losing that first stock. BalloonBoy, though.
Another D-Light Nair. Godly's not able to find. He finds the neutral air right after that to get the KO, but it might be too little too late, TK. I don't know. The Mounir and BalloonBoy have so much momentum on their side. They're about to send Godly on the final. Ahmet's already there.
Yeah, they would need a very opportune double. Oh, man. Okay, that's the stock already gone. Now Ahmet off the stage already in a bad position. He's going to wait out until Godly comes back. They would need a crazy double combo right now to go ahead and get back into this game. Hopefully there's something they can find.
Godly's hoping to set it up. He started with the end light, but he missed, and then he got caught. Ahmet might be losing it here, just barely getting back. BalloonBoy taking Godly at the bottom, and it's just like that. A 4-stock for BalloonBoy and Mounir, a team that has never played together until this very weekend here at Terminal West at the Midseason Championship tournament. You might notice on the overlay as we get into our grand finals here.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Have to wait for the 3-2-1 brawl to come out. That's a tradition around here. D-Light ground pound from Lores right away, right on top of Mounir picking up that weapon.
Starting on Western Nail Temple too, though. We put away the Fortress of Wolves, man. Want to see some newer scenery. Oh my gosh, almost off the top already. Mounir looking for that recovery, looking for yet another one. It's going to keep staying sky high. I do like that pass that they've been getting a lot with the neutral air into the recovery for Mounir.
Lores already starting off the final hit of the D-Sig, disarming BalloonBoy there. Sidelight neutral air coming up from Mounir, setting up on the platform, looking for the instinct, barely missing. Inlight coming out. That was almost Kyna. I feel like Kyna was just reacting to something coming towards him.
Yeah.
He almost down aired his teammate. Lores is going to be the first to fall, but they're going to trade 1-for-1.
He fell out. Oh, he fell out somehow of the down 6. So I'm just luckily living to see another day. It's still not a lot of damage here on Kyna, though, but BalloonBoy is indeed hurting. Oh, what a pickup.
So quick for that stock to be eliminated. BalloonBoy's got to watch out. Almost got caught, but he's keeping the pressure going. He's staying out here.
Oh, my God.
Got caught under the stage.
Wait, what are we doing over here? Another one.
Mounir, keep it going. It's going back and forth. The save's going back and forth from red team to blue team, and Mounir is going to get out of that one. I thought he was done for sure.
Dude, this is what I love about high-level Brawlhalla, man. These people are not afraid to fight literally anywhere. They're under the stage fighting. A charge on that. Get him out of here. Bang. My man is getting done up. We already got down to the last stock on the red team. Hot start for the blue team for sure.
Mounir has found 3 stocks just on his second alone. He's going to take that axe side air, but Kyna's not going to be able to finish it off just with that. It's going to have to be maybe an in-light he goes in, but it's for the wrong side of the stage. Lorez doesn't have the timing on the axe or the blaster side air. Great side sig goes with the down air, and the recovery's going to get the KO off the top. And we're all on final stock, TK.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Sparky. This is the type of gameplay I was expecting to see in our grand finals. Cannot call this one either way just yet. I think it's up to that next big opening from any team. We almost found it right there. Mounir willing to go way up.
Gonna take it off the top. The D-line into the neutral signature. He goes for the big play. He grabbed one, the down air, the save with the ground pound of BalloonBoy. Gets hit with the weapon toss. He's able to touch the wall, but here comes the down air. He's at weapon disadvantage. Lorez covering high, kind of covering low. It's the D-line, it's the neutral air.
It's just about what team can capitalize harder. They found that hit on Mounir, put himself in a real terrible position. It was forcing BalloonBoy to get the recovery, but they even then stopped the save, the ground pound to stop all of that. Now BalloonBoy all by himself does have some good damage here on the screen though. It is possible. Doesn't get taken off just yet. Oh, the weapon toss does do it actually though. Taps it in at the very end.
Lorez is able to be so active and with huge impact moves in this game now that he's on Ada. I love this so much. His Ada is so good.
Dude, I can't believe it. This game just went so back and forth. I really cannot tell you who got that W. It really just came down to the fact that the red team got their opening before the blue team did.
The send under the stage, the sidelight, he down airs his teammate, he down airs Kyna, and then he gets sidelighted under the stage. That was so wild.
Good double weapon toss. So they covered so many angles with that, with those weapon toss. So first game going over to Lorez and Kyna. I mean, the damage numbers are not going to tell you how close that game actually was. They did just find a great spot to turn that game all the way to their side with getting that stock, that last stock on the Mounir.
Now we're seeing a lower signature count from Kyna this game than he was in some of his previous games earlier in this weekend. Like, he was just throwing out. You give him the axe, he's throwing out D6. You give him the bow, he's throwing out D6 side sig all over the place. But he's only throwing out 2 and still hitting 100% of them. And then, of course, Lorez doing the most damage for his team as well.
Okay. Right back. So we're back to our old tried true man. The Fortress of Wolves is back in the building. Okay, nice little 3-piece there from the blue team. Little fire back there from the red team, though.
Man, Lorez gets the D-light sider, then he turns around, gets the follow-up off of Kyna, and then hits a neutral light on both members of blue.
Oh, okay. Thought for a second Mounir was a little too low on that wall, but he doesn't manage to make it back, knowing that the extent of his own resources. Good combo there from BalloonBoy and Mounir, pushing Kyna off the stage, and now just on the other side, without me, I'm looking over here at Kyna. Lorez loses that stock, and now just like that, we get the double KO, all from Double Jin. He's doing it up. The down stick starting to come through. Side stick hits well.
It's huge. Sends it the other direction. The D-light into the side air. Is he going to finish the stock? He's chasing high. Goes back to the main platform. A little bit of an interrupt there. We saw BalloonBoy's recovery.
Okay. Oh my God! The double KO! The top! Rick Grimes! He's the one who lives!
I thought they were going to KO BalloonBoy on the right side, and then all of a sudden they turn it into a team combo as the blue team just comes together on the regroup.
Bro, I cannot believe. I mean, just again, as these games just go, the opening, the finishers, they're just so on point. Speaking of, it's about to be another finisher on the. Oh, we make it back. Makes it back yet again. I mean, and taking a little team damage, but it does not matter as long as he gets back to the stage without losing that stock, and he does manage to do such. Ooh, nice. Side stick finds him.
Side there into the side stick. Great starter from Kyna and great finisher from Lorez. Another side stick coming through.
Oh, scoops. Okay.
Then he just sends him right back over to Lorez, who's ready with the down air. D-stick comes through. Almost from Mounir on the recovery after the recovery from BalloonBoy.
I think he would have been gone too. That was going to be top side of that recovery. He was going to go straight up. Okay, no save, unfortunately. He goes a pass from the other side. Mounir's eyes are open.
And he gets shut down right there. The GC Inlight started the pressure situation that led to the ground pound to end that game. And BalloonBoy and Mounir answer back.
That is how you do it. Do not want this game to escape them at all. Man, they answer back in a major way, bro.
This was so insane.
So what a pickup indeed. You said that you felt like it's gonna be an escort on the right side, but it somehow turns into BalloonBoy, putting them in a 2v2 combo, if you will, and delivering them straight over to Mounir to get that double KO.
Just to highlight the weapon toss. Here comes the GC in light, the D light into the delayed ground pound, and they tie up the set here in grand finals.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Spectrum, man, it's getting louder and louder every time. I love it. The energy here is electric, but just like the gameplay. Moving into our third game. Hot start yet again from Mounir. Willing to go out there and make the plays.
Love that flurry of double dares that came in from Mounir and kind of got over there quickly. It was like, we got to shut this down right now. Man, the in-light's coming out from him as well.
Yeah, no, he's been, the blasters have been hitting. The grounded moves have definitely been hitting. Tries to go for the big catch with the side sig, but I don't think he gets over the edge, unfortunately. Nice avoidance here from Flores to make sure he doesn't keep by that down sig. Oh, down sig. Speaking of, hits his own down sig.
Mounir started off really strong, putting out a lot of damage, but he's red now. There's the D-Sig, doesn't KO. It's from the wrong side of the stage.
Oh.
Another D-Sig. Kinda sent flying, but he's not going to lose his stock off of it. See if they can get this off of Mounir. They do, and it's going to be a trade 1-for-1 there at the end, but Flores is still surviving the in-light. Not going to be enough. Does sit off screen.
Oh, they're looking to see have enough time to go ahead and get a 2v1 combo. They do get some good damage here on to Kyna, and now Kyna trying to run away, trying to get a little space. He's definitely doing it, man. Shoots, get caught finally with a down air, but luckily hitting that soft platform to turn it into a full combo.
Recovery coming out, it's going to disarm Mounir. He grabs the axe very quickly. Another D-Sig coming out from Flores. He's just weaving those in constantly.
Right back onto the top right there. Mounir about to lose that second stock already. I didn't see him taking all this damage. I thought they were looking at BalloonBoy a little more, but he's already in the red. Speaking of, though, we still have a chance to maybe get things
Good pull out
lead.
there. Mounir had to drag to the left, so he didn't end up KOing BalloonBoy with that final blast of the recovery.
Ooh. Oh, okay, great dance. Actually catches him at the top. The avoidance here. Oh, that's going to be a stock on Mounir as well, too. Now reduce the send back on your teammate, though, is going to allow Kyna to live.
Neutral air, the recovery coming out from Flores. He's chasing after Mounir, who's at weapon disadvantage. Finally grabbing the axe, but he takes a neutral air from Kyna. There's the D-light. BalloonBoy looking for the follow-up here. It's a dash-in in-light.
It's a double KO. Let's go give the stocks up. Do not care too much about it. They do have a slight lead here, but it ain't enough for them to be able to like feel that confidence, just throw those stocks away.
Oh, like coming in, instant punish.
Oh,
that's something huge.
Yeah. Couldn't get much more off that combo, seeing that BalloonBoy wasn't in the combo himself, but still. Nice pickup now, BalloonBoy trying to get an edge guard. Flores does manage to get by. We turn this into a combo. That's huge. Off the top of this, picked it up.
The D-Sig was huge. The recovery would have been a KO. He's sidelighting. He's poking the red team. Blue team has damage lead at this point. The recovery coming through from Mounir gets punished by Flores' side air.
We do not see Mounir miss that too often. That should have been a gone Flores, I think. Oh, shots off the top. He gets a little too aggressive and runs straight into that insig. And now that's going to be the game indeed. Kyna and Flores in the deep red still managed to make it happen, taking it to a game 4 with 2 on their side.
They have the lead going into this next game. What are these damage numbers looking like? Yeah, I knew it was going to be big numbers coming out of Big Flores again. 669 damage coming out from Flores.
Dude, I can't believe he missed that, man.
That
He's
could have
been
been the game.
so on point.
That probably would have been the game right
Yeah. He's been so on point every time that he has, he goes a little too aggressive off the stage. Big Flores, as we have seen so far, the down 6 and side 6 have been finding their marks into the 4th game. Can we get to a 5th? BalloonBoy, Mounir, keeping it going, though, with the same team. Rick Grimes definitely showing up, just unfortunately missed that last recovery.
Neutral light coming out, another neutral light coming out, sending BalloonBoy over to the edge. Just comes back with a recovery. Finally, the dare comes out. There's the side stick, but he gets punished right away. And the follow-up from Mounir as well. Side light coming through, but no side light follow-up after that from Flores. It's not able to get the read.
Okay, man, just make it back down to the ground. No weapon in the hand from Mounir, though. BalloonBoy gets the recovery, no punish until there. Kind of getting the recovery a little late. Nice little team combo there from the red team. Mounir with the catch. Come on, man, out the sky. Perfect placement of it. Down stage coming in for
another one. Sending both members of the blue over to the left side. It's the down airs, it's the weapon tosses. Are they going to be able to get back? It's just Kyna. Throwing out his side sigs over on the corner. Loras, you're going to find the dare that you need. He dodges away from the ground pound from Mounir. Turn around side air, gets the KO.
Okay, still got to get the stock off of Kyna, though, or BalloonBoy to really start establishing his lead. What a save! Almost gets off the top with the GC in heavy.
Weapon toss down in the down air, sending him down along that wall. BalloonBoy's going to fall.
Yeah, Mounir trying to fight on the stage right now, but unfortunately could not get that stock. Couldn't get over there in time to maybe even try to save. Does find that stock finally here on Kyna. We got a little team combo going. Loras finds his way out of there quickly.
Nothing huge. It was just a down air into a neutral air. They weren't able to turn that into more blasters damage coming out from Mounir. He tried it. There's the D-Sig. Onto Kyna. There's the down air.
Find a little bit. That could have actually been the stock right there if Mounir went for the recovery, knowing that. Oh! Speaking of stocks, the down sig. Caught my man trying to touch that bottom wall. Not going to happen.
Kyna's looking for the stock on the Mounir. He's moving away. Trying to see if he can add up more damage on the BalloonBoy in the 1v2.
Yeah, Mounir playing it quite safe right now. Kind of has to. I mean, one of the potential last game of this set. He's big chilling. Oh, came the ground pound. Weapon toss as well. Go ahead and tap that one in. And now Mounir, onto its last time, might be able to play a little more aggressively now that he's back into the white.
Their coordination on that was so cool. It was kind of hit the sideline, then Loras came in with the ground pound right away. There's the side air. It's 3 stocks to 2.
This is huge. I mean, yeah, man. So as long as Mounir can stay over the down air, push him a little further down.
Oh!
Ground pound. Another down air. Another ground pound. He's out of there.
Kyna's going to have to go into the 1v2 to end it here, and it looks like they're not going to let it happen. And they don't let him touch the ground again.
BalloonBoy going way out there, unarmed in a neutral air to take that stock. What a team combo yet again from BalloonBoy and Mounir, holding it down, taking it to a game 5. Can they reset it? We're going to find out right now.
BalloonBoy, that was such a huge down sig over on the corner. There's the down air from Mounir. He goes back in with the ground pound and the down air. He ends up getting the hit while the weapon toss would normally be live, but because he put his opponent in hit stun, it's not going to be an active hitbox, and then they just go to work on the left.
2, 1, brawl!
It is a tie, man. Game 5, we might be seeing another set, or can they close the door right here? Hot start right now already for the blue team. Quite a bit of hits. Top side ground pound. And now Loras finally firing back as well, so he said he wants a little vengeance right there. Gets the ground pound himself. Ooh. Huge damage here already on Kyna, man. He is hurt. Very beginning of this game.
Oh, Mounir was trying to get the down signature, reading that Kyna was going to go through him, or maybe that Loras was approaching from the back. Kyna's now adding up the damage. Mounir's about to be right where he is. Oh, BalloonBoy almost got the K off the top of the recovery, sending both over to the left. There's the recovery now, hitting both the blue from Loras. Oh, the D-Sig barely interrupted, but he got a lot of hits. On to BalloonBoy, another D-Sig coming out. Splitting up the blue team. Mounir's alone on the left. Can they get the KO? A little bit of overlap, unfortunately.
Man, he managed to make it back too. When we get the stock off of Kyna. Loras, though, still living until there. Sky high with the despair. Mounir, only person on their 3rd stock. Or their 1st stock. Ooh. Okay, finally loses right there. Oh, this is bad. BalloonBoy stuck down here.
This time, another down air from Kyna, and Mounir comes in to break up the red team and save BalloonBoy. I can't believe.
Yeah, I saw the sweat piece come out too. He just got his dodge back in time, and then Mounir shows back up. Not off the top just yet, but still loving the pass.
Loras is barely avoiding all of this, but he can't avoid it anymore. Over on the edge, the side air's gonna KO. Full team-wide, BalloonBoy and Mounir in a fantastic spot to reset this bracket.
They are 100% finding every little combination that they need. Mounir, blasters going absolutely insane. A couple of down airs coming in from all of them. Ends up hitting his teammate, but still, that's 3 down airs that hit between.
Great target swap for BalloonBoy, but Kyna was ready right after that to interrupt. D-Light into neutral air. There's the recovery from Kyna. He's in sweat beats, but he lands.
Okay. Looking here. Oh, okay. Does make it back to the wall again. Unfortunately, my man is getting hit. He has had so much damage. Both of them got so much damage right now, but they still have a lot of damage on Loras too. So as long as they get the stock on Loras, you can see an easy team combo. Loras and Kyna going to find that easy team combo to get Mounir out of the way.
There is a weapon spawn on the field. BalloonBoy attempting to grab it. Mounir's coming in with the axe.
Oh, he finds it quickly. Okay. Oh, almost got the scoop there. Loras living on his last breath right here. Scooped and sent out. There we go. Weapon toss. Oh, wait. Huge down air coming in from Kyna. At least gets back to the stage.
Sideline instantly gets shut down. No neutral air follow-up. Side air sends him. The weapon tosses go flying. He's just barely going to have enough to get back. Goes for the sideline. The turnaround recovery. Mounir hits the D-line recovery. Resetting the bracket with the KO off the top in Game 5. They made it to Game 5 last time. They just needed to push a little bit farther, and that's exactly what they did against Kyna and Lores to reset this Grand Finals.
Dude, I cannot believe the way this team is playing again. Might be their first time, or at least one of the earliest times that they have teamed. And I'm telling you, they have teamed for years, if you would ask me, bro. They are looking too polished right now for the way for being a new team. But it's popping off, man. I love it. Loving to see the combinations we're getting here. Loving how they complement each other's gameplay style. Mounir, again, just being so aggressive, being everywhere, having the perfect follows. BalloonBoy always being able to get the great passes to him. I've seen so many neutral airs to the recoveries from them altogether, or the down six to the recoveries as well, too. Everything is just working in their favor. Game 5 goes to them. Can they do it again in the second set? We're about to find out.
Those blasters in lights, the blasters down airs, that gives so much time for BalloonBoy to react in a manner that makes a huge impact and changes games. That is like the blessing of playing with such a strong blasters player, is that you get those opportunities where it puts your opponent in hit stun for so long. It is like, come on over here, man.
Yeah.
You can be a part of this now.
All right, now it's up to Lores and Kyna really to try to get themselves back in the game, pump themselves up. It's the Grand Finals reset. Next winner wins the entire thing. We're back to Western Air Temple for our first game, just like the first set. Here we go.
Inlight's coming through, and BalloonBoy is already ready to follow up right off that. He doesn't even have a weapon yet, and he's so ready. He hears that blaster's inlight hit, and it activates him. He's in follow-up mode instantly.
Okay, yeah, blaster definitely coming out, starting to get a little punished right here for Mounir. Does find it down here. Oh, off the top. What did I tell you? The pass is too good. He's always looking.
Neutral air coming out. There's the D-Sig, a little bit of team damage on that one, not terrible. Sidelight comes out from Kyna, moving over onto the right side, now back over onto the left, the D-Sig gets punched with a side air. Sidelight neutral air into the D-Light as well. Gonna be a great punish from Lores to get the KO off of Mounir. That was something they were really struggling with last game, was KOing Mounir early enough.
Yeah, that reverse air definitely worked out for him. Found exactly where he needed to get that hit. Now, Kyna and BalloonBoy, only person on their first stock still. Who's gonna lose that first? BalloonBoy trying to make it beat Kyna. Oh, big stomp right there, ground pound. A down air hits as well. We're still going. Oh!
BalloonBoy shuts it down. The continuation that the blue team has to get that stock. BalloonBoy was so hungry for that.
Dude, I can't believe, I mean, that is how you turn that thing around. He did not care if he was in the deep red. He said, I'm still going to make this play, and the play was indeed made. Now, Mounir got to be a little more elusive while BalloonBoy is coming back. Takes quite a bit of damage there on the incoming for BalloonBoy, but still they got a stock lead. Hopefully they can hold that on to that for a bit. Good punish. Almost got that turnaround. That would have been clean. A GC turnaround down Sig would have went crazy there.
He did have his dodge back in time to get away from the side air from Lores. Did get hit by the second one though, bouncing him off the stage. Mounir, he's looking for it. You saw him GC D-Light off screen on the top, just in case someone was up there that he could steal a stock from.
Still losing. We end up losing that stock from Mounir. Now, a lot of damage being added up to BalloonBoy right there. Another down Sig is going to find the mark. Gets kind of out of there.
Inlight coming out with the follow-up from BalloonBoy. It's just that GC sidelight a little bit too high. Comes in with a side air, goes for the GC Insig.
Okay, down air. Gets himself back to the stage. Little chip piece as well. The down line to recovery. When you're looking for these down airs yet again, he does find one here. Oh! I wasn't even looking over. I was looking at Kyna, man. I also got diversionary tactic, and immediately that stock off of Lores.
Kind of stuck that again in the 1v2. I'm surprised Mounir didn't go in for the recovery off of that, even just to try it.
I guess he was afraid of the reversal, but yeah, he's got like, you know, he's not damaged that enough for, I think, for him to be that afraid. Regardless, though, we're gonna find it again right after this. Big pickup, bang, get him out of here. That's the first game going over to Mounir and BalloonBoy. Dude, what these games are just incredibly exciting right now, man. The highest level of Brawlhalla being shown to us. Everyone in disbelief in the crowd. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, you just have everybody being so active. Everybody just wants to scrap and wants to fight at every moment. You want to fight off stage? Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to go in off stage. I'm in red. Who cares? Let's fight off stage.
Okay. taking it back to Western Air Temple here. They're feeling the stage, but it's going to work out for them.
I think so. I mean, so far, obviously those soft platforms have been used mostly by Mounir to extend those blasters recoveries to get the KOs off the top.
Oh, nice little fight right there from Kyna. Just kind of marks Mounir. Mounir trying to get back to the stage, or at least back to a decent part of the wall, and just immediately hit with that Sayer. All first stock already, pretty early as well, too.
Yeah. Being able to shut down Mounir's first stock in less than 30 seconds is huge, but BalloonBoy's going to answer back, and they might turn it into 2. The downer into the D-Sig. Don't get the KO quite off the top just yet, but it might be coming here shortly.
Another one of those situations where BalloonBoy, I thought he was going to maybe, or Mounir was going to drop another recovery, but didn't believe it. I think I see the stop. There was enough damage on the screen just yet. There indeed was not. Kyna and BalloonBoy on their first stock still. Kyna going to lose this just as I'm saying it. Oh, the pass up every time! That is terrible for the red team.
And I think we saw a moment where Lores made a critical mistake where kind of set him up with a bow neutral air straight up, and you'd think he'd be picking up, okay, it's the double D-light into the recovery. They might make up for it there, but Lores went with a blaster's down air sending down rather than going with the recovery KO off the top. Maybe he didn't have it at the time.
Man, yes, just unfortunate there for the red team, but still, game is relatively even with that bit of a mishap. I think that early stock take onto Mounir definitely set them up to be able to like.
Oh, he's gone! GC sidesing! Kyna's trying to come in to turn it into something, but oh my gosh! Just like that, BalloonBoy's audacity to go off stage. He's just so ready with it. He's so quick with it.
That's both of them now too. I usually expect Mounir to be making this plays, but BalloonBoy is like, you know what? I'm gonna get out there too, and it worked out well into his favor. Solid lead for the team. Can they just close it out quickly? That's all we need to see. Okay, got him in the middle. Yes, for the team combo. Oh, unfortunately not able to hit that neutral light. On the other side, finds it this time around though. They're going all over the place with this combo.
They're looking for the side air into the side 6 setup. It's gotta be.
Oh, weapon toss. Double weapon toss not gonna happen here. Doesn't even need it. The breakdance does it. BalloonBoy taking the second game. Mounir, BalloonBoy, 2 games up already in the second set. Lawrence is kind of looking a little lost here.
Huge momentum going into this game 3. Massive momentum on the side of BalloonBoy and Mounir. Now that they're up 2-0, they've shown how potent they are on this stage. There was the D-Sig. And that was the downer I was talking about. I think he still had a recovery there. If he would have gone for a recovery, he would have instantly gotten that KO.
I'm just loving the turnaround. So I think Mounir got hit up there just a second ago, and then BalloonBoy was able to catch his landing to push him back up to Mounir to take the stop. Okay, we're taking it to one of the smallest stages in the game. They want a straight up scrap for this third one. Let's go.
This is definitely a Kyna Lores move. It used to be done with Suzaku Castle, Now it's done with this here. In game 3, see if Kyna and Lores can shut down this 0-3 or 3-0 run coming from BalloonBoy and Mounir in the Grand Finals reset.
Yeah, I think with the way that these team combos have been going, oh, okay, that was going to go straight back and forth with it. I guess because they've been going so vertical, they're like, maybe if we take these platforms where they can't get as vertical as quickly, but I think the combos just look so good. Regardless, he's still going vertical with it. Finds the great punish there with the recovery. Tries to get a down sig on the ground, though. Does not find it regardless. Finds it there as well, too. Kyna managed to make it back to the stage. Huge ground pound, just chasing all the way down.
Lores is able to get back over onto the wall. Kyna gets a stock, see if he can clean this one up. Onto BalloonBoy, D-light into the side air as Lores comes in off the weapon pickup.
Nowhere for him to really go there. That would have been a big pickup with that like speaking of, takes the dare to the dome. He's out of there as well too. Kyna.
Like they knew Lores was gonna go over to the wall while Kyna respawns, and BalloonBoy instantly went over there, and then Mounir went over there, and then they got his stock, and here comes the neutral air.
And they're still going.
Ground pound for BalloonBoy. The weapon toss hits him too. He has nothing to get back, but there's a save, and the down air, another down air. Is Lores gonna lose his stock after the double down air? Another run on down air.
Dude, they keep trying to save their teammate. They just put themselves in the worst position ever. Now down to their last stocks already. Team combo, the momentum fully on the blue side. Has not given that up just yet. They are scrambling to get back to this game. That's what the red team is doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, the top, he's gone. It's just Kyna against 4 stocks. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it.
The ricochet off of the D-Sig, the neutral airs. Look how far BalloonBoy is chasing. A punch to the back of the head sends Mounir away. He's just going to spam side signatures, baby. He can taste the victory. He can taste the 3-0. He's gravity canceling him. Burning his dodge. He keeps throwing him. Whatever. Who cares?
You can have that stock. We don't need it. Oh, wait. Okay, goes for the down. They're not going to be able to hit that. Now we have the axe in hand. How do you try to finish? Reverse instinct. Not going to hit. Off the top.
Oh!
There it is. There it is. And BalloonBoy and Mounir with the craziest comeback to be your mid-season doubles champions.
What's up, everybody? I'm here with the 2026 Midseason Champions. We got BalloonBoy, we got Mounir. Let's make some noise in the venue for your champions. I want to start off with a big congratulations to both of you getting your first midseason win. I want to start with you, BalloonBoy. How does it feel to get the win for not only NA, not only for yourself, but also for the Bread Mafia fam in the crowd?
It feels amazing. Let's go, Bread Mafia! Bread Mafia on top!
And to you, Mounir, congratulations to you as well. You had to take out your fellow region in EU, but you got it done anyway. How does it feel to not only win your first midseason, but a big midseason for EU as a region?
I'm very proud because, wait, it's weird hitting myself twice. Like I said, I'm very proud, and obviously, yeah, team damage has to happen, sadly, but yeah, at least I got the win for it, so it doesn't really matter. And for the people at EU at home, I really appreciate all your support. People kept messaging me. A lot of the other pro players who sadly couldn't make it, but like, yeah, here I am, and I did it for all of you. So yeah, it felt really good to, keep EU on my back, and like I said, yeah, mid-season, open land victory. I had the Summer Royale win before, but that was a close land. Now I have an open land victory, and it's 2v2, and I'm still in the ones bracket, so who knows what's gonna happen.
All right. Got a little teaser of the 1v1 bracket. BalloonBoy, Mounir, your grand finals, I think, was one of momentum. 4 games unanswered in a row. You just completely dominated in the reset. When did you know? Did you know as soon as that game 5 ended that you were winning this tournament?
I didn't know we were gonna win, but we had, we knew what to do. We had the comms going. We communicated with each other. Communication is very key, and we were just talking to each other, and we made it happen. So yeah.
And Mounir, did you feel it after that grand finals win?
Yeah, like I said, whenever I saw that we had momentum, I told BalloonBoy, like, yo, if we can win this one game and the second game, why can we not win the whole set and just take everything home? I told him to just... Yeah, I just told him, yeah, we have crazy momentum right now. There's no reason we should be scared or get very nervous. We're literally winning right now, so we need to keep it up, stay focused, and look at each other and just communicate. That's the most important part.
Thank you so much for taking some time to answer some questions with me. One last thing for both of you before we send you off here and you guys get ready for the 1v1 space. Any last words to all your fans at home, all your believers that have been rooting for you and you since day one?
I love you guys. Thank you for cheering for me and supporting me. Thank you very much. I love you guys very much. Also note, apart from EU, I've also gotten very much support from the people from North Africa, so I'd like to thank them as well. Fellow Moroccans here, fellow Dutchmen. Especially Netherlands and Morocco, that's where I'm from. And yeah, whole Europe. Yeah, I guess congratulations to myself and thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it.
Let's make some noise one more time for your 2026 Midseason Champions, Mounir and BalloonBoy. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna send it back to the desk.